Yeah.
It'll be in there. It's like it won't be recorded though because I deleted that, but this battery's already on.
Somebody farted.
No, I didn't get my drink.
Y'all suck.
Yeah, I got it.
It's the first one, alright? It's supposed to suck. Imagine if we were just amazing at it at the very start.
Then we blow up. Obviously.
But the suck is what's amazing.
Okay, I see where you're going.
I like the sound of that.
Cancel.
Ryan starts off with another very different
Cancel.
frequencies.
All right,
Yes.
I didn't bring a topic.
Well, you're gonna have to think of one by
Failed
the time it
the
gets to your turn.
class. Failed the
Yes,
class.
sir.
I'm going last. I didn't do my
Yeah,
homework.
Minus for
yeah,
Jason.
Dude, I'm doing fine.
yeah.
I admitted it.
Yeah.
All right,
But we didn't bring the die.
we gotta laugh.
I was gonna grab one upstairs, but I don't
Hey,
feel like running.
when we laugh, move your heads back.
Ha
We got some loud laughs, especially from this guy over here.
World's loudest laughter. Check me out in the
Yeah.
Guinness World Records.
I'm not gonna laugh.
Don't say anything that you're
Don't.
not actually saying. From here,
I'll smile.
all right. From here on
When
out,
Calvin laughs,
be the
okay. When
to what
Calvin
we're
laughs,
doing.
it's gonna be a
So
little meter, and it
how do you
says-
want to introduce yourself
Speak
starting the
away.
next 2 minutes? Type vibe.
Alright.
Do we have to call each
Settle
other
it.
our stage names?
No, you don't. Say how you're doing.
Jason.
Yeah.
Like if you're not actually in the Guinness
I'm
Book of World
Chartreuse
Records, I wouldn't say
Everstein.
that I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records. You know what I'm saying?
Is this the
That's
start?
all.
I feel like we started.
I could be, though.
Yeah,
Ryan,
Whatever,
your laugh
judge
is
my
loud
laugh.
on the aux. Just to let you got a backhoe too. It's you and Eddie are the culprits.
I feel like I'm gonna lean in a lot. So
Well, I'm the fart.
I don't
guess
mind
I'm
my
about to
audio
move the
being
mic
because
'cause
when I sit back, I pull. Like
Unless
I make my.
I'll
mouth
just
all
adjust it
big.
as
Can
we
you
go.
move the mic?
I don't want you touching my.
Can you
knob.
move the headphone?
Your knob is too low.
box this way. Just move the whole box this way. Thank you.
Let's do this thing, y'all.
I'm not
Yeah, I can
restarting
stand
it.
a
So
little farther.
Eddie, you want to do the intro?
Eddie
Brian
does
kinda-
the intro.
Well,
Ooh.
remember when we did the
Why does
other
he
one?
get to
I
do the intro.
because when we did the other one, I stepped on him when he was doing his intro.
Dang.
You did step on me. That is
So-
true.
That's what I feel like.
No,
But,
you stepped on
Ryan, I think
doing the
Ryan was
intro.
Ryan's doing the intro.
I think we have already done the intro.
I also agree
Welcome
with
to
that.
the Ocean Waves podcast, episode 1.
Honestly, I
everyone.
forgot the name already. So,
So
that's
here
great.
we are, Ocean Waves, episode 1. I'm Ryan.
Jeez, can't get your stuff off the table.
All right, I guess I'm the only one in the group.
I'm Jason. Jason. Guru.
Calvin.
Yeah. Here
What's
we are.
good? It's your boy
Ocean's
Eddie.
on arrival. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Looked away from the mic when I said hi, or the camera.
I'm not even gonna look at the camera.
All right.
We need like the individual cameras, but
Does
that's
anyone
We'll
wanna-
get there. We'll get there.
We'll just
Episode
slide
one.
into it. Anyone have a topic they want to?
I have a topic.
Okay. Run it.
So, my topic I wanted to discuss this week was, do you think that our generation has socially declined in, declined in social intelligence, as opposed to our parents' generations and our grandparents' generations?
Interesting. Deep already.
Depends on how you look at it, I
Intelligence.
guess.
I
Yeah.
want. So I feel like within the question, there should be all of us asked to break down one part of it, like whatever you're getting stuck on within that question. So case in point, it's the intelligence. What do you mean by intelligence in terms of social?
So, like, us four talking right now, right?
Mhm.
Almost excluded myself. Us four talking right now, we didn't all meet up. Like, me and you've known each other the longest out of the four of us. You obviously known each other the longest out of the four of us. But something had to happen for all of us to be brought together, right? But I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily have what we have, right? Or even that you can apply to relationships too, right? And, like, there's a lot of online dating now. No, people don't go out, right?
It's a tough one because you have electronic and then you have human interaction. Because there's stories of people who play video games together and have never met. And they're like best friends,
Yeah.
right? But you've played
Forever.
this thing. So you had to meet, but that makes you a social person internally because now over a microphone, you're just talking to this someone that you don't know. And now you're friends and it's just all speech. But then in the human world, we've definitely declined 100%. Maybe it was the COVID thing, maybe not. But just when you walk down the street, especially when COVID happened, everyone's afraid of you. Down the street, no one's going to have a conversation.
Just a...
Yeah, no one's gonna be like, if you're alone and like if you're alone by yourself and you look like you're going through something, no one's gonna ask you if you're okay. They're just gonna watch you and let you just be like, oh, I don't want to.
I don't want to bother with that.
So in one sense, it's nice if you don't want to be bothered. But if you need help and you don't know how to ask for it, there's gonna be no one there to lend it unless you have that beautiful soul walking down the street and just right time, right place, and he does it, and they help, right?
A good
so
Samaritan,
in that sense, it's like definitely a decline because you're not having the same. I call them like the iPad warriors, right? You got these kids who are just superly advanced on this tablet but have no idea what to do at the park. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's a scary thought because the
Entertain
imagination
yourself.
is gone. And that's why, and then so in some ways it has grown because you can connect to somebody on the other side of the world like that and you can talk to them. So in the old days, you would never even meet this guy from wherever. But now you can talk to him, but then your neighbor, you have no idea what his name is. Right. In that sense. So it's like.
And that's something wrong with that.
That's the weird thing. We didn't get like the best of both worlds. We
but-
got like both the worst parts of the, you know, almost.
Why I asked for explanation on intelligence though is because if we're talking like social intelligence as a means, as in talking to reach a point, I feel like the world's gotten amazing about complaining into submission. We've gotten good about that. There's a lot of things that, whether you agree they should be around or not, have been enacted because people have learned the proper way to complain and the proper way to voice their opinions to reach a goal that would have never been attained elsewise, good and ugly.
True.
And so and that's why I asked for define intelligence, because if we're talking social intelligence in terms of how to speak,
how to just really make friends.
depends
like,
on
in the
the-
real world.
I understand. He
In the
was
real
really
world,
just kind of saying like, really like.
There's not kids walking around the streets playing in the streets.
Like back in the day,
Yeah, but there's-
you would have like, hey, hello. And now it's like, I'm not going to talk to you
weird.
at all.
Everyone's
You
getting
know?
a cold shoulder.
So in that sense, but then you have the electronic side. But then on that tip, you don't know who this person is, really.
valid.
And such you got AI and whatever they're
I was
talking
gonna
about
say nowadays you don't know if it's a person.
Exactly.
I think also now you have like it's like a niche thing where people have the stuff that they do and they get so pocketed into it, and because we don't have like community events that get everybody to go to the same place and do shit, people don't have those shared experiences that they can now like see someone and be like, oh, we have this shared experience of something that we both like to do. There's a billion video games in the world. Like everyone, there's like we're both playing balloons right now, right? We're talking about that zoo game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The person next door is playing Call of Duty, next door is playing 2K, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And the most popular ones, they still have that, you know, community kind of thing. But other than that, it's like even video games is super niche in its own space of what you like to play. And then if you play sports, it's niche in what you like to play. It's like everything's specific. Like if you go to the park, kids are playing basketball. You don't see kids playing soccer. So it's like you have these things that are niche and these things that are like just everyone does this or no one does this, but the people who do that don't have a space.
But that brings up tapping back into that like electronic thinking and that second world presence. You saying that made me think of how many times I've seen on whatever social media platform that ad for like the gamers all coming together, find a party, find a group, find a chat. Like the different niche specific things lead to like synced off community. I feel like
separated.
I feel like part of the reason we're sitting, because there's who knows how many things, groups and organizations we don't know about.
Yeah.
We learn things every day. There could be 100 million people all believing in this one thing right now, and we've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
And so,
'cause
like, all
definitely-
living by like jazzercise. Tell me 3 jazzercise moves. You know the word, but how many people are jazzercising in the world right now?
I
And
actually
so-
do not know what that word means.
And then so that's what I'm saying. So it goes into that, and I think about this. We were walking down the street the other day, and there's like a lady, and she's walking, and it's like the way your culture is so different. Everything from the way you even just walk.
Mm-hmm.
People walk different based on what they do. So and there's so many different things that the walk is so different. You walk down the road, I won't find maybe one person who walks like the way I walk. And I can recognize it immediately. Oh, that person walks like the way I walk. But it's like 99 other ones. It's not like you're either this, or this. It's like you're this, but then there's all this. And the walks are so different that people don't interact because it's like, oh, that person's probably like this or that person's this. And the lady was like older, and I was like, oh, she's probably going to go pick up her kid from school. So it's like this older, I'm not, in my mind, it's like there's no interaction here that I'm going to be like, hey, how are you doing? This is like a probably 40-year-old women, like in that small point of time, because it's like the connection, the pieces that we can connect on. There's so many different things versus like back parents' generation or even before that. What did they do? They had like the same things. You couldn't play video games.
Yeah, it's a little. We were alright. We were alright.
okay, but
So to answer that question, I think the actual skills, the skill set now is like you have the iPad warrior kind of thing where people can just talk and connect on the internet and do stuff like that. There's so many different things and ways for people to connect, but because there's so many different things, everyone has their own pocket and people don't know how to relate to each other anymore.
Right.
And that's the one thing, I'm not going to say what I do for work, but that's the one thing I strive, like without making money, that I strive in my position at my work is because I know how to do that. I know how to sit down, look at someone, figure out where they're at mentally based on their walk, based on their talk, how they move, and then be able to shift my energy to be able to relate to what they're doing, who they are, and therefore I can connect to them and learn something about them, and they can learn something about me. And I don't have to be fake, as it's just like, I can just channel a different part of my energy.
Yeah.
But people don't know how to do that anymore, where it's like actually finding like, oh, you're interested in cars. I really don't care about cars. I never have. I have a friend growing up who loves cars. So when I would talk to him and we'd talk about cars, it's Michael.
Mm-hmm.
I would be able to be like, oh, I like can respect them as like an artistic thing, the power of them, the machine, the history, whatever. So I have enough knowledge about it that I can connect to what he's saying, even if I'm not super passionate about it, but I can connect enough to have a conversation and learn about him.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
But people don't do that anymore because it's like everyone just wants to talk, no one wants to listen.
I also feel like it has a factor in like you always want to be right too, and I feel like you have to like put in a kind of sense of vulnerability when you don't really know much about a topic.
Yeah.
Like with the cars, right? You said you didn't really know much about it, but you would still try to have some type of conversation. I feel like how you would have that conversation is by asking a lot of questions about what they're interested in.
Definitely.
And I feel like people are afraid to ask questions
I look dumb.
because they look dumb, yeah.
And that's the thing, I love that space when you ask a question and somebody tries to make you look dumb and you just don't, it doesn't hurt your feelings at all. You don't fall into that like, oh, now I'm going to belittle you type shit.
Right.
Because I experienced that a lot. He would set you up in a conversation. He'd like bring a subject up. You start engaging in it even if you don't know much about it. And then be like, you don't know what this is? Or you don't know what this is? And I'm like, no, I don't. That's why I said I don't know what that is. Like,
I feel like Calvin drank my root beer.
you guys should have put koozies on those cans.
Should put some koozies on your cans.
I just
Go
yeah.
grab Ryan a root beer.
Oh yeah.
Cracking his root beer.
Did I finish the root beer? You drank it? You drank the root beer? I finished it.
No,
You drank the root beer?
I was like,
I definitely didn't finish it. Though.
I was getting up to go get one, saw one, and was like, I must have already done it. So yeah, definitely drinking the root beer. Tragic. I would have gone and gotten it too.
Well, now my question is, what was that word that you said earlier, and what does it mean? Like
Jazzercising.
gastricizing?
Jazzercise.
Jazzercising.
It's jazz exercise.
Yeah.
So it's just a compound word.
Yeah.
I think it's like a dance exercise.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, wait,
I'm
Coogie's
sorry.
coming soon. And he's snagging me. Who
the
is this guy?
We might as well have just like a
guy that.
some plate of like fruit and stuff in front.
That's a good idea.
That's valid. But I snagged the pizza because I was like, I'm gonna go get those packs of root beer and it'll balance it out. But it's ironic because I did not put the root beer thing together yet. No, I would not have put it on my own. I was just like already, yeah.
And it's like, I didn't steal anything already.
That's why, like, when we had the
kidding.
awkward pause, I definitely thought it was gonna be about because I had the pizza tucked.
Do you remember what your train of thought was?
Just essentially the line of communication is different, and everybody communicates to everybody differently, and you have to be able to find, no matter who somebody is, you have to be able to find those spaces that you're able to be like, oh, this person is interested in this, or this lights their eyes up. That's the main thing. I look for what lights people's eyes up, like when you talk to them or what they bring up, because that whatever lights their eyes up is the thing that they have some sort of love or passion for. And if you can dial in on that, then you essentially can have a conversation with anybody, no matter who you are. And I don't think people do that anymore because you don't have to. Because you can easily just say, hey, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm well. You move on with your day, and you don't actually have to give a shit about anybody else because it doesn't require it. Like, you don't have to do it. So because of that, I think people miss out on like those conversations of like just different stuff people do. and learning about their lives and having those things that you can connect on. Like I went to the night market.
Yeah, common ground.
And it's a bunch of different artists, and I'm sitting. There's like this 40-year-old. There's like 2 40-year-old dudes, and they had this little booth of like photography. And I'm not a photographer, but I'm an artist. So I go up there and I start talking to them, and I'm like, I don't do photography. I make music. They don't do music. They do photography. But we're sitting there having conversations about music, and then that they listen to, and photography and scenes and all this different stuff that it's like it's not really my thing. But I can connect to it on an artistic level, and that's the thing we have to realize. Like video games, like remember back in the day, it was like Halo or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And people just hated it. It was like you either were one or the other, and people were just hating each other, PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah.
And PlayStation or Xbox doesn't exist the same quite way anymore.
Yeah.
I think the PlayStation is better, but I play Xbox. That's my stance on it. I like Xbox better, but I think the PlayStation is better. But it used to be like a war. Like people would like hate each other in school.
Well, they had a whole South Park series about it too. You remember that?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, and they had like the kids like beating each other up and like in front of like the Black Market or Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
It was a bad episode, but it really depicted it well. I felt
So you
like.
have like the war of those niches where it's like, do you play Call of Duty? Or do you play Halo? Yeah. Even inside Call of Duty, like what gun do you use? Like it used to be everything is like so warring instead of being like, oh, you play video games, what do you play? And I still see it today because it's different. Like I don't play 2K or anything. A lot of people play 2K because I don't like. I play repetitive games, but I need to feel progression. That's not aesthetic. That's how I need that in games.
Well, the only player would be like my player.
But it's mostly aesthetic. I mean, yeah, you get your skills.
You get the my career stuff, right?
Yeah, you get your skills and you get better. Your player gets better.
You try to get 99. Then when your player gets
Yeah,
to the
when you're 99, it's
Hall of
over.
Fame, what happens?
I did the UFC. I sat down. I played UFC. Now I played on easy mode because I'm not really good at the fighting games. But I did the UFC game in like 2-3 days. I was a legend. Hall of Fame. I won every title. I went from the lowest weight to the highest weight that my guy could do it. I won every single title. I had all the titles when I retired, and I was a Hall of Fame legend in 3 days.
Well, I guess the only thing would be for progression would be that you could feel physically would be in like the esports tournaments, or if you got your boys and you got like a team and you're playing the 2K games, or you're playing Rocket League. These things where it's like in the game you don't really progress. But in your human life, you might be able to progress too because you're now in the esports field and you're making money off wins in tournaments. Or I got a friend who watches all of the esport like shooter tournaments and stuff. So I'm sure there's people that watch like the 2K ones and the Madden and stuff like that. Smash Bros for the Switch. Like there's out there. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna make like incredible money, but that's something that you could progress in where it's like you feel accomplished. Where I am the number 3 2K player in the world, you know. But I do see what you're saying though on those games because there is no like real progression.
I don't really feel the progression.
And the game's usually the same like every time.
But I would say that communication today or the way people interact is actually better because like back in the day, like I can say some crazy shit today and like the worst that will happen is I get ridiculed for the most part. Like unless you're right and you're really right in a really bad way for the people who it's bad for. But back then, you could just get bodied for saying some shit. So on a communication on a like intellectual, worldly level, it's better now because I could talk about world politics or the government or the distribution of wealth and not get murdered tomorrow.
Well, not everywhere in the world can you.
Yeah, but I
can.
can.
But you can.
Yeah.
So
you know what I mean? So therefore, like people back, because my grandma told me this story, and she grew up in like communist Romania where people get shot and like thrown in jail for speaking against the government. And she told me when she wanted to speak about shit like that, like how we'll just talk about some shit, like, oh, did you see that? They had to like go in the bathroom, turn a fan on, turn the shower on, turn the sink on, close the curtains, and then whisper in each other's ears. Because if anybody heard them talking about what they were talking about, they would get taken away. And you'd never see them again. So in that side of it, now it's a lot better because I can go out, I can just be like, fuck the government, and nothing's going to happen because there's enough people doing it that it is what it is, right? The only thing is it's your sphere of influence. If you get too influential and you have too much to say, that's when people try to shut you down, but it's not just like a governmental thing. It's just a position of power. You know what I mean? If you have the power, then, when you seek power and you seek control, you'll do whatever it takes to keep it. It's the same thing from jobs. Like you have those managers who just suck. And they're assholes to people who are actually nice because those people who people like are a threat to them, the way they see it.
Facts.
But they're assholes, so they treat that person like shit, and that person leaves, and that's why you have turnover rates of good workers. Like the job I work at, one of the best workers, he left. like top 3 for sure. It's one of the best workers. He left because he was asking for a raise or a different position inside the business, and the people wouldn't give it to him. But he was one of the best workers in there, and now he's working somewhere else. And in my mind, I'm like, you guys suck. Like, all love because I worked there, but I was like, you guys let this guy walk away, and he was one of the best. Like, what are we doing? If it's just about making money, you're only looking at the bottom line, and you're not looking at the bigger picture, because you keep the good employees. If you have a business that has 30 good employees, even if you have to pay them a bit more, people are going to want to come back, and you're going to make more money because people are like, oh, we like that person. That person, we had a good time there.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, that person was an asshole, I'm not coming back. How many times you walked into like a store or a restaurant and the person who worked there was just an asshole, and you're like, fuck that place, and you don't go back.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? One bad experience, you're like, nah.
I mean, if you keep enough good people at the place, then every time someone that would come in, you know, eventually they would have someone that they like, and they would ask for every time. And now you just have all these people just like going there because I like Ashley, or I like Erica, or I like this person, or I like that person. You know, and you just, and it's on a Friday night, I'm just going to go here because I like going in there. And on a Tuesday night, I'm going to go here because I like seeing them, you know. But by the time you get to the point where you could get to there, those people are already gone.
Yeah.
Because they moved on to something different or whatever.
Yeah. And there's a dude I work with right now who just asked for a raise and got shut down. And he came up to me. He's like, I was listening to music, but I could tell just by the way he was walking that he was just sad.
Oh,
as
not the
hell.
defeated look.
Yeah, I was like, damn. And he's one of my favorite people there. And I was like, damn. So I started talking to him. He's like, oh, I just asked for a raise. He's like, I got flat out shut down.
Damn.
And he's making less than like people who do a lot less than him.
Yeah.
So he's just like,
I feel that.
don't. And I was like, bro, you gotta go. Like, as much as I love you, you should leave. Like, get the hell out of here.
True.
Because, I mean,
Makes sense.
yeah.
I feel that 100%. So.
So at some point in time, you
I'm
have
definitely
to.
in that.
It's like when we
Yeah.
both worked at the place we both worked at.
Yeah.
And we were both working, and I got promised a raise. I did everything above and beyond what I was supposed to do. When the time came, I didn't get it, and the person tried to like make up some bullshit reason why I shouldn't get it or why I didn't get it. And I was like turning up on him, and he's like, if you want to walk out, you can walk out. And I was like, I'm finna walk out. I'm addressing this. And I told Eddie, I was like, we might be gone. Like, we might get out of here. And he was ready to go on the spot. He's like, all right, let me know.
That's hilarious.
But I ended up leaving, not that day. I finished out what I was scheduled for. But I ended up leaving off principle, and I needed the money. We needed the money.
Yeah, we definitely need.
But there's always going to be something else out there, and I do agree that if you shouldn't stay in a place too long, especially if there's no growth or anything for you there, and when you do try to grow, they stop you. My situation, every time I try to leave, something pops up where it's just like, don't leave yet, don't leave yet, don't leave yet. And like first I was like, am I like creating? Am I just like denying the inevitable of that I should quit? But then like something pops up, like I make this, and I'm like, I should probably wait till this dries up a little longer, and then the other things pop up. But I definitely agree that if you don't feel respected and you don't feel like you're gonna progress there, or when you do feel like you're doing better than other people, then they don't give you anything, 100%. Because it's like, especially when the next guy gets hired and you make the same, and you're like,
You see your competition.
I've been here for how long? I know everything about, and this guy's getting paid the same. Like, come on.
No, it's worse when they get paid more than you.
Oh no, yeah, when they come
I've
in.
experienced that before
facts.
firsthand.
When you
Damn,
get paid
That
more.
hurts. That one hurts
True.
more.
Like I worked
Because
at.
if
Go ahead.
That hurts definitely more
If
when
it's
you've
the
been there and
same-
someone gets, or they hire out of position.
And
out
you
of
train
company.
them. And you train them.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Especially because nowadays they really big you up, like companies hire within companies. So if you're in a
Yeah.
company, you've been there for like 15 years, and it's your time, and then they just hire some other dude from
Yeah.
Dell. You know what I mean? He just comes in. Now he's the Microsoft guy, and now it's like you're just like, bro. And now what do you do? Because you can't just like, it's not like, oh, let me just go do it somewhere else.
Camera got cut. You can keep talking, but there'll be no.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, go. We can put like whenever there's something like this, we can put like an OA logo or like something like, you know, something, or maybe like a little like GIF or something funny. You know, we could do something for these moments in time. But
Yeah.
I lost train of thought.
Well, I'll say what I was gonna say, just to tell the story of my occasion with that. Right. I was working at this place. Calvin used to work there with me, but after COVID happened and everything, he wasn't with that company anymore. If Calvin wants to share that, I'll let him share that. But
I can share it in one sentence.
Don't give any.
Yeah,
anything.
no. I can share it.
Absolutely
I can
not.
share it in one sentence.
Absolutely not. I will delete it.
Hold up. Let me finish the sentence, then you can say your sentence.
Okay.
No free promo for that.
But
place.
my boss at this place, I asked him for a raise. He denied me, and like I was pretty much fed up at this point. But coworkers that were I was really good friends with at the time, they taught me a lot of what I know about like cooking and everything. They asked me to stay a little bit longer. And so I stayed a little bit longer, waited through the Christmas season, and I put my 2 weeks in left because I wasn't having it.
Yeah.
And then my boss walks up to me at the end after like my last day, and he's like, "Well, just so you know, if you quit, you can't come back." And I was like, "Oh?" He's like, "'Cause you already quit once." And I was like, "I haven't quit. I took a little morning shift because I had a second job, but I never quit." And he was like, "Oh, well, I guess you can come back then." And I was like, "I don't want to come back, but I never quit." I had to prove him up, you know?
Yeah. What I was saying, I remember my train of thought was that people who have been in a job for 15 years, you can't just like, oh, let me just go right here or let me just go right there. You can't just reverse the past 50. You can't just be like, all right, fuck you, I quit. Because then at that point in time, it's like there's only so many lateral moves that you can make once you're already so high in the company. And that's why I had an internship at this one company. And when they bring you to this orientation and they like get you like started. And these guys come in, they're like 20 years in, 25 years in. They're like talking about their lives. Like, I make this, I got this much vacation, my life's great, blah, blah, blah. And then you're in there, and then I left, and I was like, wait a second. I don't want to do this for like my life. But they make it, I was like, they can suck you in right away because it's like, especially people who need structure. It's like, oh, there's a structured thing. But the kick is, there's not like, you get to a place and you're there until you're at the top. It's like you're going to start as an assistant manager and you're basically training and to become a assistant. You're going to be like a management trainee to become an assistant manager, to then become a manager of the branch, then we go to the next thing. And there's always a next thing. So it's like you could go 15 years and by the time you get to that last spot, there is no next thing and they just fire you because they need the other people coming from the back. They need the train to keep going. And it's like, you can't even guarantee me I'm going to get to that 20 years. Yeah. Nor do I want to spend 20 years of my life to get, like, the free amenities I have now. Except for the money. Everything else I have. I have time. I have this. I can go on vacation. Maybe not to Italy, but I can go to, Florida if I want. So it's like...
Venice, Florida.
Or you can go to Vegas and go to the, the Mirage and just... the Venetian and just walk around Italy there, right?
Which goes deeper into the thing of, like, you can't beat the system by yourself. Like, it's impossible. Mm-hmm. Because financially speaking, even alone, you can't do it by yourself. It's impossible. Like, you have to... Unless you're in that position where you know somebody and they give you a good job and you make a lot of money... You can't do it. No matter what you do, it's like you need people who can come together to thing, and that's where like the husband and wife thing comes in. But even deeper of like people under the same roof, putting on the same thing. It's like if you can sacrifice space, then you'd be way better off. If it's like, oh, we share these things, we have these amenities, you're not just tucked away by yourself. You'd be better off overall than like, oh, I'm gonna just find my one person, have our own house, have the kids, on and on and on and on and on. Because if you just team up and it's like, oh, the mortgage is let's say $3,000. Well, 2 people to pay that or 1 person to pay that is $3,000. 2 people is 15. 3 people is 1,000. 4 people is 750. 5 people, my math is good, is 600. On and on and on, right? And so the point where it's easier and easier and easier and easier and easier and easier and easier, but people don't stack up like that in this day and age because of how we operate. So in that regard, if you make $1,000 a week, you can't pay for a $3,000 mortgage unless someone else makes $1,000 a week too, and then half of what you pay goes to house. Right? But if you make $1,000 a week and you split the mortgage 5 ways and you're only paying, $600 a month, then you can live off that because now you're only paying a smaller percentage of what you make. And even though you don't have a lot of money, you can't do all the craziest stuff. We can't get a nice-ass car. You can't go on a yacht or go a cruise every single summer or something like that. You can live day-to-day better than the person who's going to go spend 40 hours a week or 40 or 50. I was doing 55 hours washing dishes. That sucks, right? And barely making it, right? To the point where I didn't have enough because I quit. And I was like, I don't have money. But it is what it is. But if you team up and you work together, it's not as hard to do that. But people don't do that. That's not a concept that we all do because it's not what we're used to.
Definitely not. And if everyone's putting towards the pie, then, what you can do is endless, Even
food. Like, we were at the place the other day, the wholesale place, and no free promo, and they had like the little dish of food for like $10, and it's big, right? So it's like you split that 5 ways. That's $2 a piece. You can't go to the and you're getting about the same as you would go to like a fast food place.
Yeah.
You can't get $2 for your fast food. It's like $10, but you can stretch it when you team up.
And that brings up a point I was thinking about.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
While you were going about how the concept of everybody being together is an increase of income, right?
Mm.
But mathematically, decreasing expenditure does that same proportion. So I feel like the people who are, I feel like that like top percent, the reason everybody assumes they're together is because you'd have to be. You would have to have enough people together to increase your income. While, like, people say rich people live broke.
Because also rich people spend money. And you got to spend it. But if it's like, all right, if I'm going to spend this, but I know that y'all are making money, and I'm not going to go broke and starve, like I'm going to be able to eat tomorrow, then we risk it. And then we hit on that, and now we got this. And now it's like, now everyone gets boom. And now it's like, now we all leveled up because we got to take a risk. But you take a solo risk by yourself and you miss, it's a long way back.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do it with 2 people and you both miss.
Yeah.
It's a long. Now you got kids. It's a long way back to where you can actually just live your life. And it's not like you're going to die, you're going to be alone, but you're going to spend 40 hours in the dish pit. You're going to spend 30 hours here, 30 hours here. You're going to see your kids barely. And blah, blah, blah. That's not living.
And even
know
if
what
you
I
make
mean?
$1 million, even if you're at that point where you're like, you make $1 million a year. Like if you make $1 million a year, you're in like the top 1%. If you're making $1 million a year, but you spend 40 hours a week working, you're literally you sleep 8 hours, even if you sleep less. Like if we reduce cost, we reduce the sleep cost and we go to 6 hours. But let's just say we go to 8 hours. You work 8 hours a day, you sleep 8 hours a day, you have 8 hours to live. You can't have 8 hours to yourself because you want to spend time with other people, but you also want to spend time by yourself. So your time that you're actually doing stuff that is fun is so minimum versus the time that you're essentially just working to live.
Yeah. And then when do you stop working? And then how much time do you have left?
See, but like,
You know?
and I am biased in this conversation for the first time in my life because I enjoy my main job right now. Like,
Yeah,
I
but that's
thoroughly
right.
do.
But yeah. But think about
And
a year
that's-
ago.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So it's like, but you
that's why I
found something
said
that in lines
for
with
the
what you're
first time
doing.
I'm by, especially
Yeah.
the other job that I'm.
But is there something else that you'd rather be doing?
Well, but that's what I was getting into. The other job that I'm starting tomorrow, like, covers that void for me.
Okay, strip the money thing. If you didn't have to go to make money, would you still go?
To the first one, yeah,
Okay.
1,000%.
Every day?
Yeah.
Facts. And that's just
The
something that
amount-
you like to do.
I picked up more days.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
That's like-
but that's
yeah,
why,
and that's good.
that's where
That means, but that's people should do that. People should
do things
that.
you like. Do things you
Fall in
love,
line because
and you're not really worried.
Not everyone's gonna get the big ticket item. Not everyone's gonna make $1 billion. You know what I mean? But you don't have to make $1 billion to have a good life.
Mhm.
And you just have to have the people around you. And
Bro, I think about this shit when I'm sitting outside at the end of the night when everyone else goes to bed. Because I've been going to bed later than him usually. Or lately. Usually it's him. And I'll just sit out there and I'll just thinking, I'm like, damn, like I'm blessed right now. Like I'm blessed. Like, okay, I'm not rich. I'm still living like month to month essentially. But, you know, I have a way to get money. I don't hate my job. I like you were out there, but I like doing that thing where you talk to people and you find what lights up their eyes and you talk about that. I love that. So I love I like what I do. I won't say I love it, but I like what I do enough that it doesn't eat my soul. Right? But I only work 2 days a week. And that's the only reason I can say that with a smile
I
on
don't
my
work
face.
any days.
Well, there you go. I work 2. I'm gonna say I work 2 days because
yeah.
if I could,
and that's good
The
that you're there.
job that we split, I don't work any days.
But when I was trying to have a off-air podcast with you like a year and a half ago, we're not
Wait,
talking.
are you
this
talking
thing,
about the?
Calvin.
Are you talking about,
Granted, that was like pre me almost marining Calvin.
Yeah,
Like, that was
but
a
even
whole-
after that, being at the
But
place
yeah,
and
that's
just
valid.
slaving away
Yeah.
and just know
Giving it to the
and
man.
have all your music on your phone. And you don't see like how to get it off your phone. You know what I mean? And things
Yeah.
like that. Like
Well,
all
it
these
was-
things. You're recording, like not that it's bad, but recording and like doing everything it means to record versus like having a place to just be free and record. You know, so I just think that like it's good that you're there now, so people can see that. Like,
so okay,
you
hold
feel
on.
like working. You
I
don't.
got to think. So a couple things. The job that we both work at.
Yeah.
You enjoy that?
Oh, that when I go in, yeah. because this week I don't work there.
Yeah.
And so like when
You're not
instead of-
stuck.
And when you
instead
do
of
it in
being-
pieces, it's a lot different.
Instead of being a
100%.
character, I'm a guest star now. When I walk in,
Yeah, that's true.
everybody's
Yeah,
like,
it's a
"Yo!"
lot,
yeah, I feel
and
that.
it's a whole
Especially-
different kind of episode. So I
And
get
it's
to
a
watch
lot
that
easier to
episode
get
that I bring
paid.
that energy.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for
Versus
that
being
place
the picture on the wall.
Yeah.
to pay you that much to be in there, because everyone knows we're not getting paid anything
No.
to be in there.
Yeah.
So it's like it makes it a lot easier to
Well,
accept that and just come in and be like, on my one day. But when that is your only job and your only source of income, and you got the slow
Oh, yeah,
days,
it's way
and you got the
worse.
people around you and they're all negative,
Especially if
It's just
like-
you don't want to be, you can't be. But when you can pop in and pop out, it's like the
Yeah.
city. I love
yeah.
going to the city.
oh yeah.
But I will not stay there for more than like a
No.
little bit. I'm gonna pop in and I'm gonna pop out.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna be.
I couldn't do.
Because it's fun, but also I'm not gonna like stay there and just
I
be around
genuinely-
there.
Yeah, I genuinely don't think I could do like more than a year of living in like a midtown.
Oh, I was thinking like I'm spending like a week there. Max.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm talking about like if it boiled down to like even once it blows up and we're there, like if it was like, hey, Atlanta was just like, hey, we want to take y'all on, we're gonna give y'all lodging, da 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 da, like we want y'all to just kind of be around the city.
Well, if there was opportunity that made it
Maximum.
easier, then I would consider it. But at the same time, like I
I'd do
like.
a year. That's my whole point. Like if it was on the table to just be like, yeah, come move into Atlanta, like I'll take care of this, and this. I would
just-
do a year max.
It's
I wouldn't do it though.
It's just
I
so.
would do
no-
a year max.
it's
I'll try
so
it.
noisy. One, there's so many people around. You never like. And it's not that it's bad to have people around.
No,
but it's
I'm just too skeptical. I'd be like,
and the
this
thing
is
about it
set
is that
up.
the one thing is
They're
that
trying to get me.
the one thing about the
I'm never coming
cities
back.
is
Yeah,
that
like,
they
nah.
never really like try to figure out how can we like rebuild.
Yeah.
You know, it's always like these little, you got road projects, you got this and that, but it's never like 20 years ago that building looked exactly the same. It's not like we're in like Meet the Robinsons and you see that future city and you're like, look what they're doing. That's so, look at that.
You gotta start
It's
from
really the
scratch.
same. All they're doing is the same things, and you just like fixing the brick that fell off instead of like let's try to figure out a way to
I mean,
re-infrastructure this.
When you look at architectural terms, right, we are innovating always, and there's curved building. There's the building that we said looked like the at the AT&T. That we're who was that you that showed me that? It was like a hotel, and it was slanted, or not the. No, I think I'm thinking of AT&T, but
I don't know.
it was
I
like
don't know.
it was a hotel, and it was the front end of it. It was long and skinny and like rectangular, but the front end of it was curved forward. So like the door was at the bottom, but it went up and out from there, and it looked like a hangar almost. And so it's we are innovating, and the goal is to get to that. That's why we have so many things about it and so many concepts of like buildings that Futurama's building elevator. Like those things are in the works, which is why they're being put out.
So going back to what you said earlier though about like moving to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
The artist was or somebody was like, yeah, we want you to come live in Atlanta, be around, have your presence here, right?
I don't think it was a setup.
Well,
Well, that's
let's
for
say,
sure.
let's say it's in, well, hold on. Let me finish this thought. Let's say it's in contract, right? Like, there's no setup involved. Like, like
We
like,
can
perfect-
100%
always
with
a
full
setup.
with 0% anonymous. We can decide it. It's not a setup.
It
Yeah.
is not a
Okay,
setup. Yeah, it's
continue
not a
to-
setup.
continue
No.
to.
Because
Alright,
But based on our
my premise was
location,
City of Atlanta,
now obviously
so-
not saying where that is. Based on our location, why would we move? 'Cause we're close enough where
No, 1,000%.
like we could have our influencer just go up there in the mornings and
The
be
only thing
influential
is,
there.
I would go to a lot more games if I was in the city. Tell you that.
That is true.
That makes you around. You have because even when it's 25, 30, 45, 50
I mean, I feel
minutes,
like-
it's still a little bit. It's
Yeah.
still like out of your day and out of your way to get there. It's not like you can just hop on this train that they should have built 20 years ago to get you there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or taking away the trains that were already built 20 years ago to get you there. You know?
But,
so.
and that's why I say I do a year. Like I would try it.
I wouldn't
Purely
move.
The amount of things that
I would
I would start
meet
doing.
you in the middle, and I would say I would get a place.
Well, first of all,
and when
why?
you pull up there, you just stay there.
Yeah.
Hold
Oh
on.
my God.
We're doing like the what, which is like moved, but why? That's my question. Why would they
said-
want you to come?
So my premise was the city of Atlanta wants you to like represent Atlanta.
So just be around.
Yeah, they want you in
Go
the
to
city. They
games,
want
So
you
you're like a
so-
mascot.
So
low-key.
they're paying for
Fact.
food. They're paying for
Yeah.
you to go see Falcons, Hawks. They're paying for you to go see this, that. Like they're spoiling the fuck out of you.
Okay.
And they're like, as long as you want to stay here and do this.
But then hold up. Then you become me at the job. And the visitor becomes you, the one who pops in and basically, oh shit, versus that's the whole, that fly on the wall. Because there's places you can go in Atlanta and you can find the same people, celebrities, right? And you go there and you'll see them time and time and time again because we've gone. And we see the same people there. So you become, it's like, oh, there's that person again.
Yeah.
You become the staple, the picture on the wall versus
It's work.
the thing. It becomes work.
Yeah.
So going into
Well, I
that,
would-
it's like, I was like,
I would
Well,
work
people,
for
that's
Atlanta
definitely a
for
job.
year.
That's definitely a
Yeah,
job.
1,000%. That's my whole point. I would work for
1000%.
Atlanta for a year.
They just pick the,
Saying this
whatever
now,
people to do.
I don't
I'll
know.
go to games. I'm cool with it. I'll go to concerts. I'll support other people. Like, I won't go to everything you want, but I will go to the ones I want to go to, and I'll let you know
you know
what
what's
you can buy
gonna be
me.
funny, dude? When these opportunities come, and it's gonna be like them trying to get all of us to come. And some of us are gonna be like, I'm doing that. Some of us are gonna be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's like, if we don't have all 4 of them, you're not coming.
Yeah, they're gonna have to, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be what it ends up being.
It's gonna be hard. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does anyone else have a
I'll
question
sit at a
for
game.
the team?
Yeah.
I'll sit at a game.
Were we still on your question? I missed.
That's definitely
Yeah,
the one
sure.
question. So whoever wants to go next, did you find a topic and?
I got one, but
Okay.
do you want me to do mine?
Yeah, do it now. Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
What do you guys think the difference between art and entertainment is?
Ooh, big one.
Because I could go on.
Money. First thing, money,
Mm.
and not
Well-
what you can make off of it, but why you made it to begin with.
Mm.
That's a big one. Did you try to make a hit song
That's where
to
the
be a hit song,
Hold
or
on.
did you make a song and because it's
Oh,
so pure
why
and
you
good,
made the art.
why you made the
Okay,
art?
so I heard.
I
like,
disagree with that.
When you said that, I was thinking you meant why you made the money to begin with, and I was like,
No.
no.
After you said why you made
Because
it, I just heard
if you
the
make-
ancient aliens.
If
like,
you make the
dum.
art purely for money, that means you're entertaining. And if we're talking about music, the money, not especially now, is streaming. You don't make that much money off the streaming. You make the money off the shows and the merchandise and the podcasts and the talking around and being a public figure, an entertainer. You're doing it for the money. If you do it for like Bob Marley, he's doing it for the good of humanity in the world. That's art. That is, you just created something that was for an expression of how you feel. And some people are going to do it for money, and some people and there's going to, when you start doing it for money, that's when you start fading into the entertainment line. It's not going to be pure, not going to be all one and all the other. It's not black and white. It's a mix.
So I can definitely see where you're coming with that. I think the money is definitely
That's one
like,
aspect.
the number one reason of the differential. I think like for me, my definition of art is, I guess, like something made for everybody else to view. Right? That's my definition of art. And like I don't think you can have
To
art.
view,
Yeah, it's
To
to be
view.
viewed. And
not to entertain though.
Yeah. You can't have art without, like, let's say I make a painting, right? And nobody ever sees it. Well, it's not art.
I beg to differ.
Yeah,
It's definitely art because you
I was
created
actually
it.
gonna say no.
Because it's yours.
1000%
It's
babe.
yours.
I'll give a perfect example of this, right? I'll give you
Okay.
a perfect example.
Perfect.
So
a little
I
bold,
found,
but
I found this notebook, and it was like grid paper, like math grid paper, and I was like, fuck yeah, because I used to love those. And so I literally was up till probably like 5:30 a.m. just writing in it, like getting life together, thinking about my schedule, calendar, thinking about everything I want to like actually dive into. I was doodling, I was doing whatever. But my go-to on the grid paper is like some dope kind of Super S, but like different. And
You
so
said what? Super what?
the Super S with the 3 lines.
Okay,
or
that's
something.
what I thought.
Yeah,
I just didn't
yeah,
know
yeah,
for
I
sure,
have a
yeah.
tattoo. We all know this, but you didn't know? You definitely knew this. We
Where
the
is
definitely talked
original
about
Where is
doodle.
it. It's down.
That was
It's down
Calvin's
on my
first
foot.
You
one.
never
That's
saw
why
that
I don't
one?
know.
Second.
Was the dollar sign the first? No, the smiley
The
face.
smiley face.
Smiley
face.
face was the
Yeah,
first
I
one.
remember
I actually
seeing.
just got asked about this by
I mean, I was there for both of them.
one of the.
This man told me that first job we worked together.
It's the day we met. So.
Yeah,
I
facts.
think I got it.
First thing he said that came out of his mouth.
Yo,
Hi, my name's Calvin. I have a
Honestly-
dollar sign tattoo on my leg.
Yo, just you know how much
doesn't have a line going through it.
you know how much my mind blew up when we were all working there, and you told me the relationship cycle
Yeah.
of you, and I was just like, what is happening? Like, it
Yeah.
blew my mind. 'Cause I was like, I'd never seen that. That was just like this
Those of us-
cycle of working together and just this and that and being so young and just it was like, dude, I was blown away. I was like, dude, that's so nuts.
It's an insane story. Like the entire story is insane. That's a podcast in it.
Yeah, back.
But as to what I was saying, which was
The S thing in the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was outside. I was just writing, and I drew probably like it might have been my number one S ever.
All time.
I'm so serious.
Not the
Like
number one.
it had
Book of World Guinness Records.
I split it in half.
best
Like I
S.
drew
The
the
best
big
S.
S. I drew the big S in the middle, and then I split it in half. And then the entire top side was absolute chaos in
2007.
terms of like the amount that I figured out how to squeeze in based on lines that were already there, and just kept going, and it built up, and it was 3D coming out, and then the bottom
It's pretty
because it was
sick.
layered. Yeah, it was so fucking fire. And then the bottom was like 2D highlighted, so it looked like almost it had a turn to it, like shading wise. And then it was all super symmetrical, and there were a crap ton of them going down like chains,
Okay.
linking with each other.
And how is this
Prevalent
related to art versus entertainment?
Well, really, how is that
certain-
related to art not being seen is still art?
A certain someone in my life happened to.
Because you saw it.
No one saw it.
Because you saw it.
Yeah.
That's why it's art.
And that's why. That's
Unless
what
you're
I'm
denying your own
proving.
existence as
No,
something
no.
real.
But that's when it becomes art. It wasn't art until I saw it.
No,
Until somebody else saw it, it wasn't art.
no, it's not.
But you're
art until
making
you see
it. You're creating it.
because there's a million.
I think
more
art is
pieces.
not just what the piece is, but the creation, the process.
It's the whole eye of the beholder.
The connecting of wherever you got this idea, or if you didn't get the idea, you just transition the idea from a place to this world. That is the art. That is art.
See, I feel like that's crafts.
I feel like. No,
That is-
Because like I feel like
'Cause
art
crafts-
has to be seen by the world.
Let's look at the definition of art.
factual.
Let's say what
But-
the third dimension tells you what art
Yeah.
is.
So this image being in my head as I imagine it versus in my head as I viewed it, as I drew it and was able to sit.
Well,
there,
you were also
like,
a different person at that point in time in your
That's-
life, so that could be an argument too.
The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. The various branches of creative activity such as painting, music, literature, and dance. So it's saying that the act of painting and the act of music is art.
is art. Yeah,
Facts.
that's my point.
So that's
So,
what I was kind of feeling.
Where I'm.
But I see what you're saying.
Where
it
I'm
makes
ending
sense,
the story
but-
though.
I just feel like now I don't think that's entertainment if no
Definitely
just because
not,
no
yeah.
one sees it. Like entertainment is
Has
because
to
you
be
want
seen.
people to come
Yeah.
and see it or to be influenced by
Mm-hmm.
it or to be satisfied. Like, oh, we want to laugh, so let me,
So maybe
let
that's
me make
number
these.
two barrier. That's the second barrier.
And that's
right?
where the art, we can go comedy right there. We can have a comedy. Someone who knows that these jokes are gonna, like, they're gonna do the classic like mom and dad joke thing to get the little laughs
Mm-hmm.
or the laughs that you know will hit because someone else did it versus like writing new material and just trying it and testing it and it's gonna
No,
fail and
Dave
it's
Chappelle
gonna bomb.
does not care if he gets booed off.
Yeah.
stage. Like he doesn't give a.
He just literally
he said what
he just
wanted
says
to
what
say,
he wants
and that's
to say.
the art of
Yeah,
his act.
exactly.
But in my story, a certain someone close to me put a certain someone else's diaper on top of it because it was upside down, and it said diaper was coated in oatmeal, and it ruined that because it was also soaking wet from the water he was drinking, and it ruined the entire drawing, like because it was right on the middle S. And so all of the hard work shading I did, all of this just ruined. And I folded up. I couldn't bring myself to throw it all the way away. And so I folded up. I put it on top of the trash can and just watched as like trash built up until the
Yeah, sad.
bag was full. And I was the one that took it out. And it hurt.
You know, but
because
because
it
you
was
still
art.
remember it.
It hurt because it was art. I didn't do
Yeah.
it for entertainment. If I did, I would have shown Bree. I would have taken a picture. I would have tried to save it.
Yeah, and you
I
would be
didn't
trying to recreate it. Right?
Care. If she saw it, it would have been dope. But I didn't care who else saw it. I was drawing art in that moment. I had so many emotions and feelings I had to get out, and I chose art. And through drawing, through a physical drawing. with a pen and.
And what does anyone remember what the
written.
actual wording of the question was?
It was, what do you think the difference between art and entertainment is?
And so
Money.
I think money, and then by what that definition
I
is.
think intention.
Intention. That's a big one.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what we're saying.
Yeah.
Is
Because
are
is
you
your
intending
intention
to do it for money? Are you
money,
intending to
glory?
do it to be like famous?
Yep.
Versus like you're just intending, because there's like I would like to be famous for the right reasons.
For
People
sure.
know me
1000%.
because of like Bob Marley is someone who's famous.
Mhm.
Some people still might not know who he is, but which is sad. But Bob
So-
Marley is a famous person, an entity of life.
I'm
That's
gonna
it.
cut you here to let us know that we just hit an hour.
Facts.
So
Cool. Hell
one
yeah.
little marker.
So that was good.
Um,
Eddie's was a good one. That was a good.
Yeah, that was a very good one.
And that's the idea of this, right? Where
Yeah.
everyone brings one, and it could be a 15-minute, like, third dimensional idea
Mhm.
versus something that anyone we can dive deep to and boom, boom.
And like, even like other questions and topics got stemmed
Yeah,
off
exactly.
of it too.
So-
And then that's why it's almost creating like natural, incepting a natural conversation but with guidance of maybe try to just bring this out and see where it goes with it.
So
Which you would normally do in conversation anyway,
Right.
except prior thinking.
I just had a thought process.
Which he didn't bring one, so that was just the thing. He
Yeah.
thought of one based off what.
I just had a thought process, right? And I feel like he's gonna really enjoy it, so I'll repeat it when he gets back. But
Or you can just listen to
theoretically,
it. After.
theoretically, right, with where AI's at, if you were to script it to just come up with prompts on its own for no sake, hypothetically, well, I feel like you'd have to get an AI to develop an AI to come up with prompts. That then becomes, by definition, entertainment without art. Because I was just sitting here thinking about how people's art turns into entertainment so easily. And I was like, could you ever go from entertainment to art? And I don't.
Yes, based off.
I don't
You
think
try
so.
to recreate something, or like you saw that this entertained people in the '80s, so you try to recreate it in something new as entertainment.
See, but
Here's a
if
good
But that's
example
still
of that.
art though, because you're still creating.
Here's a good
Exactly.
example. So, fan mail or fan art, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
for like, I'm a big anime fan. Animes, right? People will make like fan fiction and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and like I think that is more of an
snitching on himself.
totally. I think that's more of a art form than an entertainment form
Mhm.
because I feel like it's more personal for the user. They're not getting any money off this. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it all depends on intention. I feel like intention's that big.
I think
one,
it
because
is. I think
if-
that's it. It's
if
intention.
I've never even seen One Punch, right? But I saw a picture of this person and a picture of that person, and I saw somebody else get a whole bunch of likes on it. All right, cool. I'm gonna come up with this quick short story, draw it out a little, blah blah blah, blah, post it. Please get likes.
Well, that's the intention then.
That's
Maybe
what
I'm
saying.
thinking
That's
back.
entertainment.
I'm thinking back
where I mean
10
is
years ago, I
that's
guess.
what
You know
I'm-
what I'm
the
saying? Where
second-
you don't have like social media's not as big. It's not like people aren't trying to get likes,
Okay,
likes.
But it was
followers.
it was
but
record plays.
even then-
and TV time.
yeah, it was
That's
still
true,
the same
too.
It was
thing,
a
just
different
different
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different intentions.
Exactly.
And so, but why I say, and why I even brought up the thing about the AI is because by definition, art is about human expression. By definition, that we're right? And so if you have, and that's why I said it'd have to be a like squared equation. If you had an AI generate an AI that develops prompts, that is sheerly entertainment.
By prompts, you mean like writing
The
prompts?
only art, anything,
artist-
by anything,
artistic
just
prompt
comes
or
up
the
with things.
visual.
Like the entire
Gotcha.
point of the AI created by an AI is to come up with things, right? So
Yeah, getting into the robots, that's where it gets
Yeah.
tricky.
yeah, because
Like that.
I feel like that squared fact. But the
Well-
argument there would be that the art form was creating it. Somebody was passionate enough about artificial intelligence to create that, and yeah, that's their art form. But that's that person's. The end result of that is just sheer entertainment. So my question is, do we think we're already experiencing that? Is there anything that we think is just for like literally nothing but sheer entertainment? It's somebody pressing a random generator
Are you
to
talking about in the world
Generate-
or for us personally?
in the world.
Well,
Okay.
in the definition of art is human.
Hmm.
So anything that you talk about with AI is no longer art at all. because
So you
it's
get, like,
human
Wall-E.
expression.
Oof. No, but
Okay, I'll tell you this.
Human.
I'll tell you this. This is
That's a big
my
one.
definition
why I
of
was
art
saying
is
square.
this,
You might be
right?
right.
I don't know. I missed the part where you guys
Yeah.
looked it up, but my definition of art is expression of soul through the reflection of time. Meaning, when you drew your S, the only reason you drew your S, and it was an S, the act of you drawing it, that was your expression of soul. But what it was, that's the reflection of time. You drew the S because when we were kids and we went to school, the S was a thing. If you go 200 years ago where the S doesn't exist, the artist is not painting the S. The reflection of time is different. Therefore, what you express in this reflection of time changes, but the expression itself comes from soul, spirit. So when I asked the difference, really to hear, I missed it, of course. Like that was my question.
Well,
but,
we kind of got down to intention.
Yeah.
so in that space, it's like if you go in there and you go in the studio or you go on your book or whatever it is, and you're like, I'm going to find these parts of myself or reflections of the world, and I'm going to express these things that I feel or that I see or that I think. To me, that is art. And money is like an income outcome type thing where when we do it, the outcome could be you make money.
Yeah.
But your goal was I had to get something off my chest.
But
I hope it moves the people, but at the end of
Yeah.
the day, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm gonna go be inspiring.
Yeah, but
Those
you're
people
making
say-
the music to make the music, and the money just might come with it.
Yeah.
You're not making the music to make money, and it's like
But
the reason
also,
why I'm doing the music is
it's
to
not
make
just money. It's also influence. Like it's also power.
Yeah,
Like you also.
that's why it's intention. That's why we got down to his intention.
Yeah,
An intention to make money versus an intention to reach people. Intention to find something within ourselves.
Yeah, but reach people
Intention.
can also
It's
go
all-
both ways.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the whole. Like it is literally all about attention because that.
But intention is the difference. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Y'all's conversation even took me to like the art of making money, in the sense of like, yeah, we have all had thoughts about, all right, what can I do to help like reach the point where we're getting paid for this so I can do this. The intention is the follow up so I can do this.
Yeah, facts.
However, the art of making money
Money
is
is a
what we're
tool.
trying to show.
Yeah, money
That's
is a
the
tool.
dance we're trying to do through our other art forms.
Yeah.
That way we can be solely focusing on art, which includes the art of making money.
Yeah.
And that's part of that intention. That's part of that. What is your brain? It's the human.
Yeah.
What is your brain focusing on when you decide to display this thing over time?
Yeah. And that goes into what you were saying earlier about the work thing, where it's like I'm going to work.
Yeah.
Because as for me, I would not do that shit if I didn't have to. This I would do regardless.
Yeah, 100%.
Rich or not, I'd do this. Music, I've been doing it broke, so obviously I would do it broke.
Yeah.
Rich or broke. So, but that shit, I would only do that shit because I'm making some money. Gotta live, right? This is America. Need to survive.
So,
Facts.
You know what I mean?
anything else to?
You want to give your, or do you want me to go?
Well,
So it's bullshit if it's
we're-
entertainment. It's
well-
real shit if it's art.
Facts.
I know I'm gonna get shut down.
But it can
on
still
this,
entertain.
Go ahead.
But I told was he
Got me
here
a
for the hour
chocolate.
mark? No, you were out.
No.
We hit an hour, right? Because I started
Mhm.
stopwatch when we first.
Oh,
started.
nice.
We started at 9:30.
And so
Yeah, I felt like it was longer, and I looked at the time and it was short. I was like, shit, I hope we didn't miss anything, but I guess that makes sense.
But we were also 2 questions in. If there was an intermission point,
I'm good to keep going.
Wait, you're talking about? I'm trying to
I
smoke.
just want to. Yeah.
I'm not
That's
gonna be
fine. That's pretty fine. I'm
I'm
down
not-
to smoke real
yeah,
quick if you want.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said. If there was an intermission break, and I said intermission, so I didn't just say let's
Facts.
take a smoke break.
Well, that's good because I was
Let's go on
honestly, I was
Smoko
like,
Yeah.
since we already broke.
I was
the
gonna
ice.
I was gonna
So-
I was gonna simplify my question, but I'm gonna let it rock.
What's your question? We
Well,
can-
no. Like,
Oh,
when
because
we
I
come
don't
back.
want to think about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
2 in.
But I was
We're
gonna
two
say
back.
like if we're like I didn't know we were
We're
gonna
just
go
not
with
gonna
that.
talk. Yeah.
So
But that's the reason I wanted to go ahead and get it in because I was like, I'm either gonna get heavily shut down,
No, we can charge
or
the
I'm not
battery.
the only fiend here. So
Yeah, I'm down for sure.
I'm cool.
Well,
We can pause it.
That's
yeah,
definitely-
we'll be
All right,
back in a
Intermission.
second.
Episode with intermission.
Bye.
the kids really just hit me.
Somebody farted.
I was gonna do it. Now you did it. I don't know if I should do it anyway, just because you did.
We should
it,
have
so
just
it's
done
like-
it at the same.
All
Ready?
right,
3,
2.
Ew.
Oh, right when we
Right
started.
when the recording.
Always.
Perfect timing.
Exactly.
You just had
Well,
to- thank you for the intro.
Jason left on his. So I guess
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
leave
drop
on
yours.
mine.
That'll be
Yeah.
good.
So basically, what the thought process that was going on was primarily about the the aspect
Teamwork
of
makes the dream work, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
how we, because we're capable of doing more as human beings, have
I'm
completely
sorry. Go ahead. I'm just hearing.
decategorized all of our life aspects from animals. Like case one, we don't have fur, we have hair. And yeah, I know there's a further distinction and reason we use these words, but it's also just like the fact that like when a bear stands up to show presence, we consider that standing like a human. What about
Making human first over
Yeah.
animals versus.
what about a human being would cause it to come first outside of the things we can do with what's already here?
What about what? The bear?
A human being, like what I feel like if we were to wipe everything again and we started fresh, like
Would we become
even
human?
caveman times, like our modern. I thought something that was black, but it was just
Lint.
no. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about right here.
I'm not looking, motherfucker.
You
But,
tried.
Our
got Eddie.
modern,
You
I did
could have
get
got
Eddie.
me if you were there. If you came up at first. No,
I
the fact that you reached over the
I just
table, I knew
didn't-
you were trying
Yeah,
to.
I didn't think about it on the first one. I should have gone for it. I saw the opportunity miss, and I was like, well, I might as well try the rebound.
The thing about it is, I saw the lint on my shirt and
Definitely
didn't
not
get
gonna
it,
do
so
that.
I knew there was something there.
That's
But,
hilarious. I say you reword what you're trying to say.
yeah, like in terms of one-on-ones, I don't think human beings are the best species on Earth, like the most advanced species on Earth.
Are we going aliens, or are we just?
I'm
saying-
not-
Are
on
you
Earth,
saying-
on
are
Earth?
you
Here we
saying
go, aliens,
animals?
episode 1.
I mean, yeah, right. No, I mean in terms of like, let's really think about it, right? You're, in terms of combat, in terms of intelligence, in terms of if you take everything
physically.
into account.
Talking about physically right here?
I'm talking about like
I
our
mean,
genetic
Because
structure.
mentally,
as
like,
a human
you could
being.
just nuke an entire bear population.
Yeah,
and,
that's
and,
Technology.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking like
But human
bare
physical,
yes.
physicality.
Like let's say you're in this giant arena that's slowly shrinking, and it's you and like another animal, and we're just like doing that for.
Do we have tools or no?
Well,
You
you're
know,
just
it'd be
in this
super
arena.
dope,
If you
actually.
can find something, make something. In
You know, it'd be
time,
super
but it's all
dope
about
if you
time.
had like a costume like that, but it was one of every animal,
Yeah.
and it was like
Who
who,
wins?
like
Okay.
the Royal Rumble, like who's
Okay,
gonna
okay,
come
okay.
out
What do you
on
think
top.
the humans really coming out of that?
Okay, well, hold on.
It depends. Is it
Let's
just an
take
empty
it-
pit? Because
No, this is it. This is it, right? If you removed water, because water would just make it unfair, and you just pick a random location
Why would it
on the
make it
earth,
unfair?
just
That-
you'll see why.
Because like dolphins would smack us.
I think it should be like a little Minecraft, like a
Yeah, but
15
we're
by
not-
1500
we're not watering
Minecraft
it.
sea, where it's like a small little world, like it's a little island, but there's like everything on it. You can have like you'll have like a little mountain. You'll
No.
have like a
So we're
rain-
talking
No,
about
not
animals
realistic.
only.
You drive-
Hold
I
on,
was
this is
What do you mean it's not realistic?
This is no, because that's not.
Because that's how you're gonna group every animal together. You create
No,
all their
no, no,
environments
no,
in one,
no.
like Hunger Games. Yeah, like Hunger Games.
You-
Can,
the only-
can you repeat the question, please?
It wasn't. There's
No,
not a
hold on.
question.
The thing
to
is,
repeat.
right now, this is where we're at. Hold on, let me get this thought across. Right now, right where we're at is if you were in an arena with a bunch of animals that was slowly shrinking, like Fortnite or some shit, would you win? Now, if we took a random spot on the earth, you remove water, and only remove water because if we spawn in water, we're not winning. Period. And
That's
most,
why
but
we
most
suck.
of the things are not winning. So water's not a fair playground. Let's take
No,
the water,
no,
but
I-
we're
But I
not
think
a
it
water
is. I
animal.
think
That's
having
part of-
every you
that's
bring
part of
every
living as a
species
land.
and
No,
you
'cause
have
then you
you have an
lose. No.
ecosystem for every single
No,
thing.
because
No, because
not
it's not
every
you lose
land
because they have to
animal
try to come
loses.
get you. You have a better chance of trying to go get
Then
them.
I'm going. I'm
All I'm saying
going
is-
with.
You get a boat.
if
You make
you're
a
sitting
boat.
there
You're a
having
human.
to-
You get to make a boat. You know what I'm
If you're
saying?
sitting
But
there
I'm not
having to
making a
figure
boat in
out how to
time.
float,
How
you're
do
gonna get
You know how
smacked
long
by
the
a
Hunger Games
beaver,
is gonna
bro.
last.
Like
No, I'm taking the polar
The
bear.
animal
then.
games.
Everybody's
polar
dying to
species
bees.
games.
Because if we,
everybody's dying
No,
of bees.
dude.
Everybody's
Dude.
dying to bees.
Are bees aren't.
No,
There's only
it's
one
gotta be
bee.
a
It's
ocean
not.
animal.
It's
These are
just one
top
of each
apex
thing.
predators.
That's
It's just
hilarious.
there's one of
Can
each
we?
thing.
Can we? Let me. I'm gonna Google like. Is there a way to just? Because I've seen that thing where people just Google like it goes one random place on Earth. How do you do that? Is there
Type that
a-
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Random
start
place on
Random
there.
generate one place on Earth.
Random.
Boom.
But the main question here is why do humans assume that humanity is the peak? Like, why do we really put ourselves above every other animal?
Humans
Because
think they're the top
I feel
dog.
like think about
Basically.
the dog. Like, you give dogs fucking buttons that speak actually talk so we can communicate. They know exactly what they're
Okay. Sorry.
doing with the
Random
buttons.
location is in the middle of the ocean.
There you go. That's part of it.
So,
We're fucked.
then it's
Okay,
like
why?
a whale.
Okay,
We're
hold
fine.
on. Before you know what your thought is, so you're not gonna lose it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in this arena we're talking about, if you just had a circle arena and one animal release, like that's not fair to the world of the best
We're
species.
talking land.
So that's why I think a Hunger Games setting where you have all these different terrains in
Yeah.
the setting and you release all their animals in their terrain and it comes down to the
Oh,
one who
we're
survives.
releasing
There's
them
no other.
in their terrain.
There's
a
no
human's
reproductive. They're
terrain?
all. You can do either all males or all
Houses,
females
cities.
or random.
That's my point.
But I'm gonna win.
But there's only one of each species.
So is there a shack?
So that means out of all the humans,
Is
you're
that
the
where
one
we
they
start?
pick.
We start in a shack.
No, like I don't
Because
think
that'd be
so.
our terrain. That'd be our
Because
only
realistic, this is our terrain, and we have guns. So I'm winning.
terrain. No,
I'm gonna win.
No, because that'd be
You're not gonna have a gun.
that would be
though.
the
You gotta build a
equivalent
gun.
of being like
No, that's not the stance. If we take a random place on Earth, you might spawn in a location. If we spawn in the ocean, it's over. But if you spawn in a
Okay,
house
how about this?
or
How
a
about you
building,
spawn with Minecraft chests of all the
bro, I'm gonna win.
things.
You
You
get
have
it.
to build what you want.
What do
you
they
want.
get though?
That you get like sticks. You get some like.
So that's
diamond.
like our.
So say if you spawn into a Minecraft world.
So in order to really
Right.
consider a human being winning this, we're saying he has to have a whole chest full of.
Okay, yeah. So that's why also okay. So nothing.
There's always starting gear for human video games. There's
Okay, you know where you put them.
primarily starting gear.
You know you put them
Well,
right
the
in the
animals
middle.
should
middle.
start
You would need
building.
starting
Then,
gear.
like,
Yeah.
Yo, you put them right in the middle. There's like a middle like pillar, and he can choose which terrain he wants to go on because that's literally what it is. You choose
So
where
you
you
still
want to
gotta
be.
give him the advantage.
There's not an
'cause
advantage.
there
How is
is
the advantage be in the middle?
You get to
Everything's.
choose.
But
Your-
think about
your
this: if you're on the
advantage is that you can
outside,
think.
if you're on the
You have a
outside, you have more
consciousness.
advantage
See,
because
but
you
now
get to
you're-
walk inwards.
Okay.
There's
Yes,
only one
but
way people
you
can come
just
get
said,
you.
You just said you put in. So you're saying like
You're
start
saying
in the
okay.
pillar,
I'm saying put
and
them
I
in their
gotta jump
environment.
off the pillar
If you're saying
and
the
then go.
environment is our environment right now, if you're born, is going to be the world we live in. It's going to be.
It's gonna be a
You can go
building,
buy
more than
things.
likely.
You can go this and that. So, but if we're gonna just break it down to terrain, if we strip everything where we are right now, we're just in a wasteland of suburbia buildings.
Yeah.
So if you take if you just say the U.S., like if you look at the U.S., there's not like a big tropical rainforest. They have different deserts and stuff like that. So if you put them in the middle, right now, if you want to move to Florida, you're moving houses. You can pick up. It might not be the best financial decision. It might not be
But
whatever,
yeah,
but you can do it. Or you can go to Montana and be in the mountains. It's your choice. Once you get to a certain age, you can make the choice. It might be hard, but you can get there. And even if you're broke at first, you can still do it. So that's why in the middle,
See, but
you
can
choose
only
which
do
way
that
you go.
because of the building. I'm not gonna go live on a mountain.
But
and
some
it's
people do
just the
though.
mountain.
But that's you. Some people do.
I mean,
though.
yeah, valid.
Some people do.
That is valid. That is
That's
valid.
and that's why it's not.
But-
You're saying it's you, but right now we have 4
It
U's.
still takes
But
start.
only one of us is getting put in that
the
in that ring. So now you decide where you want to
okay,
go.
I
but
just
here,
feel
okay,
like
we talk
there's
about
not enough
starting
time.
gear. Starting gear. Our
There
starting
is no starting
how-
gear.
Okay, I'm saying.
You just drop.
But
in.
you're saying even if we have no starting gear, our evolution today is our starting gear, just like the bears have claws. That's their starting gear because we've evolved differently because the tools we use were different.
See, but we need tools. That's my point.
But in that
If-
way, the
if
claw
we're
is the
talking-
But
tool.
you can make tools,
but
which is why
a
are you?
bear
Does that argue that
it
you're a
came
better
with it.
species?
Like
Yeah,
that's-
but we
so,
didn't
so
need
my
to.
my follow up question to this arena style is how long is it gonna take until we all actually like run into like how far away how big is my bubble?
Well, you got to fit all the things in the planet. So I would say that it's not that big. It's like
Yeah, and
10
like,
miles,
so
all in the circumference.
so
around.
what are the odds of you not
I
getting
can
a
see it being
predator on that
25.
pool?
I think you could be 25.
What is it? No, there's gonna be one of each species everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but if you know that, like, more if lions live in safari, and you walk into the safari zone, you're an idiot.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Go and
You're
build.
an idiot if you
go
walk
into the
fucking
woods,
anywhere.
Go into the
Okay,
woods, build a
okay.
boat, and then get on the ocean, and fish, and try to find the
I-
one.
and
And you
then
get, but
get
you only
eaten
get
by a
one.
whale.
You only get one grouper, and you only get one mahi, and you only get one. You know what I'm saying?
But the whale like
The whale would fuck you
won't
up on
kill
the
you
boat.
though. The whale won't kill you.
But you're gonna get the alphas. This is gonna be the
doesn't
alpha.
matter.
the
I mean,
alpha
unless
child.
it's an aggressive
Dude,
whale.
there's a whale that's gonna eat another.
Bro, if you're in
predator.
the water, we lost. It took me 4 tries to get land, and we landed in Russia. So we have a 25% chance that we actually land.
or a
somewhere that
human
we
parachutes in. You parachute in.
You parachute in.
You parachute.
So
you
choose.
dropped in.
So are we talking like modern Earth?
knew. Okay, we
no,
just checked.
we're talking
the
like a
odds.
Hunger Games setting.
That's
right
what-
now.
alright,
so
that's
now,
what
do
I
you want to
figured.
add tools for the human? That's why I said you could have items, because you know what a hammer does, or you know what an axe does. You have a stick and you have steel, and you figure out how to put it together. You know what I'm saying? You choose. You
I feel like a
what?
monkey's gonna beat you to it.
It could. That's why I announced the argument. What would happen? But what is the
Orangutans are
stipulation?
so human.
Is there a Minecraft chest of like items, and you as a human, based on your knowledge of what you can do, use the tools around you, and instead of, or you do it completely like Minecraft, and you just have to go like break a piece of wood off the tree.
It all depends on what, I think it all depends on where you
That's
spawn.
why I asked. Like, it really does depend on time.
That's why I don't
'Cause
think
if
it's a
you
spawn thing. Like all the people get to spawn, all the animals get to spawn where they're most comfortable. So if you're a lion and you're on the Farmkid Safari, you're in the safari.
But how are you gonna track each? Is it just a small terrain with everything?
Yeah, it's gonna be like, think of it a piece of a pie. Safari, Arctic, all
So
the
why
way
can't
around.
you spawn in a house with a
Catan
gun?
map?
Because if you're
Is
gonna
what
give
I'm
every
thinking.
animal its
Because
natural element,
not
then
every
why
human,
don't you?
not every human being spawns in a house with a gun.
Because not every human has a house. Too, there's homeless people.
Yeah.
Okay, well you spawn where you're most comfortable.
That's why
so.
you just parachute in. You should just have to parachute like Far Cry. You parachute in. You're on this island. You got to figure it out.
I just don't think if you're gonna say like I understand biologically, yes, we will die. Like the bear, I will lose.
1-on-1.
10
No.
times
I could beat a bear.
Ten.
I just don't.
No, we're losing. But
because
if
it's
we
too
are
depicted
fair-
on time. Because let's say
Just
you
kidding.
land,
I could not
you
beat a bear.
land in an area full
The
of.
time is endless
Bear
from when it
fuck
starts until one person becomes victory. We should do a poll.
Look, this is how I
We
would
should do
do
a poll.
it.
Yeah,
Who
that
would-
should be the-
which
Nah.
What
animal
animal?
would
thing
come
is,
on
you
top? And we'll do
can't-
like
you
a.
And we're not including water. in
All right,
this,
I'm gonna hit you
All right,
with
we
that.
need somebody to make a
Water,
simulator. We need
Yo.
a
Well, I
simulator.
feel like
I'm
we all
gonna
need
hit
to
you
pick
with
one.
that. There we go. I'm gonna hit you with that. You cannot judge a fish on its ability to fly. If we're doing a fair competition, you judge it based on what its ability to do innately. We don't do the things that the bear does or the fish does. So
Yeah.
in their territory, we lose. In my territory, I win.
But at the same time, you think about it.
Maybe.
Period.
Dude,
But-
motherfuckers
Maybe.
have gotten chomped by bears
Yo,
in their own house.
Think about it. Okay.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, were they?
Not
were
always.
It's
they
Hunger
prepared?
Games.
Like,
Yeah, you're in the wrong room.
But
But
even if
eventually,
they had
you're
a gun,
gonna need to eat.
I've heard stories.
You're gonna
from
need to eat.
hunters
yeah, but
getting
you
mauled
gotta
by
play it
bears.
smart.
You're gonna
If
have to
it's
find food.
if it's every animal, you don't
Hold on.
have to take the bear on right away. You let the shit
Yeah,
get weaker.
exactly.
You let it fight
But at the
other
same
things.
time, think about it.
No,
Hold on.
smart.
Let me get a
That's
point
why
in.
humans can strategize.
Let me get
Yeah.
a point in. The bear, eventually everyone's going to have to start eating. Once that bear kills that deer, you can no longer have that deer as a meal. That deer is gone. There's only one of
Yeah,
each
but you
animal.
can pop a
So-
few rounds in the bear when it's eating. And
Yeah,
then
but
take
if you catch it on
cover.
time, but depending where you spawn and where you land, you don't know how. When the Royal Rumble, it
Okay,
doesn't matter who's
bear
the best.
can't get in the attic. Actually, could the bear? Bear's probably tall.
If
enough
the
to get in
Undertaker
attic.
throws Rey Mysterio off the thing, and then Kane throws Undertaker off, and then John Cena throws Kane off, now all those big guys are gone,
yeah,
and that's just how it goes. Depends.
And
No,
you
you
just have to
never
take
know
on
how the
John Cena.
bracket falls. Yeah, now you got to take on
which is
John
still
Cena.
pretty hard.
That's
You can't
it's
see
too
him.
time based because it's also assuming I can land, especially if I'm parachuting in, right? If I land and happen to be in a land full of herbivores, like I'm safe when I first land. I have to now
Yeah,
gather my materials and get to where
Yeah,
I
exactly.
need to be.
But there's
in
only
order to
one of
take
each
on
animal.
something.
And that's what we're trying to figure out who's the alpha
See, but
species on the
even
planet.
some of these
And that's how you do
herbivores
it.
I think
You
it's
go-
environment.
I think we
If
gotta
you land
break
next
it
to a
down.
moose,
Hold
you're
on.
fucked.
I think we gotta break it
fucked. I
down.
don't
We're like
care
jumping
what
around
you
so
built.
much.
Yeah, but
I
if
think
we-
we start with the first question at hand, right? The first question is where are we landing? We land on land, right? Then we have a chance.
Yeah,
we
okay,
land on the
where?
sea.
You
We're
What
scared.
kind of
parachute.
land?
You decide where you land.
Yeah, but I don't understand that.
Okay, so what's the middle point? You either land in the forest, you're gonna land in the desert, you're gonna land. Because if you take everything away from here, where are you gonna land? We're landing, or you land in a
Is
deserted
it
town.
random?
Yeah.
Is it random?
You wake
Are we
up
all
in-
fighting on the same playground or no?
What do you mean?
Like, is it random?
There's only one. There's only one human being.
You
Doesn't
speaking
matter.
for that one
Okay, yeah, but
human
we as in
So
me and all the animals, or you and all the animals, are we
I-
all fighting in the same place?
yes.
Yes,
So
there's like
then-
a big arena.
No, it's gonna
So
be
I
one
think
section,
that
just like in
nature-
Hunger Games 3 or whatever, when there's the clock and they got all the different terrains and the different things.
Okay.
That's
so one
gonna be
terrain
it.
has to be like a human, like a city, a small city.
That actually is a good idea. That should be good.
And that's
And
where I would
whatever you
spawn.
find in the city is what's there.
And I would stay at the top of
well,
the
there's also
desert.
like rats in the city.
Okay,
too.
okay,
There's a lot
okay.
of
So the
it's
humans is a
biome.
random city in the whole. Google random city in the entire world. You know what I'm saying?
And it's that
It could be
random city.
anywhere from an island to Wisconsin. One city in the entire earth. Where do you spawn? And that's the city you get. And the city limits or whatever
Well,
is in it.
and
Yes.
this is just to like that.
Okay, we got Las Vegas.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's perfect.
Ooh.
That's
That is
pretty
so
good.
perfect.
We got lights. We got tall buildings.
But do we? If
We
there's
got
only,
guns.
If there's only one man, you don't have lights. Let's be honest. You have
You just
lights
turn 'em on, but
until
who's paying?
Well, they're automatic until they get turned off.
Yeah,
I'm
energy just said who
only
pays
for so long.
Well, think about it this way, right? If you're whoever's supplying energy to the house, they're not touching a switch. They're not holding a lever that's saying electricity's going.
I mean, yeah,
it's
obviously.
turned on. If everyone just ceased to exist, everything would just keep going. until whatever is fueling the energy from the core of it, like the very first source of where we're getting the energy from, until that runs out. Everything else is going to stay on.
I don't know.
Because how would it turn off? No
But
one's there
that
to turn it
battery's
off.
not that big. Our power grid sucks.
Well, eventually,
Eventually it would
eventually it'll
fail.
crash, but you just got to beat the other animals before it crashes if you want the energy.
So we
you
land
just
in Vegas,
preserve, you
where
preserve.
like what it
I'll zoom in.
but it's
We're
not
in
full Vegas. It's
It might
gonna
not
be-
be.
It's just a
it's gonna
strip.
be-
It's
yeah,
just a
it's-
strip. That's all you get. You get from the top of the strip. They just built that big ass sphere thing.
Yeah, right. You
You
land.
know?
You get. The
They had
strip.
this stratosphere which I jumped off.
Okay,
of.
so we got a strip of Vegas, right?
Dope.
So that's like.
And we got other biomes around us. We got our location,
Yeah,
right?
so once you leave the strip, once you get one street off the strip, it's
It's
like
straight.
it's like forest.
Like forest that
so
way,
a fucking
desert
cheetah
that
could
way.
fly, or a fucking
That's what I'm saying.
pterodactyl from
Yeah.
the prehistoric
I
time
don't
could
think-
fly there.
are we using non-extinct animals in this? Or extinct animals?
Yeah,
Are they
it's
part
Calvin's
of it?
equation.
We're no,
Dinosaurs?
no.
No,
I'm
so
talking because
today's
If they're
planet.
extinct, they weren't the alpha. Period.
Oh my god.
in
Mother Nature
originality.
decides.
In originality.
Aces in their times.
My
aces in their
question was
times.
posed from the question like if all animals, let's say
So I'm
that
gonna-
random drop point is exactly where we're at. If out of nowhere every animal decided to just turn on each other right now, and human beings decided like, I know as of right now we're murking motherfuckers, and we're gonna figure out a way. Like even if you are trying to snap at me, I'm still gonna tame your ass. You're still gonna mate, and I'm still gonna eat your young.
The hard part about
that's a human.
Vegas is the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be you're gonna have to go off your terrain to get
Yeah.
water somewhere. So hopefully you spawn in the random generator biome generator where you get water near you.
Yeah, that would be
But
lit.
if it's on the other side, you fucked.
All right, so the next question that needs to be answered is what materials do you start with? Is it nothing? Do you get like piece of paper?
I
whatever
think
you find in your-
whatever's in Las
They
Vegas
get-
right now.
That's what I'm saying. They get whatever they find.
If you
we get whatever
turn,
we
if
find.
you take
You
everyone
gotta
off the,
scavenge.
if you take everyone off the
Yo.
planet and you put one person in Las Vegas and you remove the
Right.
strip and add it to this thing, that's
Okay.
what you get.
So
whatever's
what
on
we
that
got
strip.
in Vegas,
know
we
exactly where
spawned
we
at
landed.
a helicopter like tour place where it has a helicopter like for
No
tours.
way, we're starting off
What a
good,
drop.
guys.
What a
Across the
drop.
street, like
And
in
there's gas there.
the
We got some gas.
In the
What a
same
drop.
block, like without leaving the block, we have the Burger Den. There's an Eagles Wings support program. Oh, that's like a veteran thing, so I don't know what they have there. There's a Dairy Queen, which is temporarily closed, unfortunately. There's a chiropractor place, and there's a I don't know what HMC Innovs is. There's a hair lounge. There's a job enrollment corps,
A
and
lot of stuff that won't help. But the
And
helicopter, so you can
accessible-
fly to another
accessible
place
healthcare.
on the strip.
accessible healthcare in our block. I don't know what you got there, but healthcare.
See, but like
I
Medical
mean,
supplies.
I guess.
What's that?
Medical supplies.
I guess that
Exactly.
makes
how do
sense,
we
yeah.
how do we shut down the block like
So
that?
we have a
'Cause that's
helicopter.
the real question.
Can you
like-
fly a helicopter? Is the real question.
Can
just
you?
stay up in the air?
And that's why it's a random human being. You never know who it is.
Yeah.
So it's like it could be us, one of
Tom
us four,
Cruise.
or it could be
Tom
John
Cruise
Cena. John Cena's out there, attitude adjusting.
Let's
You
see
know,
how many
rhinos and
people
shit.
can fly helicopters
Average.
on average?
Do you think more people flew stuff back in the day?
Flu?
Yeah, like do you think there's more pilots back in the day now than there was, or back in the day versus today?
Like in like World War II and stuff like that?
Yeah. Based off the ratio of people on the planet. Because you had a lot of people who had to go to war. There's a
But not
lot.
everyone
There's a
flew.
lot of charter flights today. And there's a lot of like
I think there's more pilots today, I would say.
Yeah, and back
per ratio
Yeah.
of how much people were on the planet back then, though.
Ooh,
Like ratio, like
proportionately.
Like 33% of people on the planet are pilots versus like back in the day it was 15 or 45.
Are those like actual statistics? or you
No.
guessing?
I'm just
Alright, go.
giving you like
I would say
examples. It's tough.
that's tough.
Honestly, it's because there's still people who are in the military now and we still have war and stuff. I would say probably today because of all of the like Delta and Southwest and all those ones, and then also all the international flights.
Well, yeah, and a lot of countries are now have flights that didn't necessarily have flights back then either,
Yeah.
too.
You
How many
know,
people
yeah,
are in
probably
the
now.
world?
what'd you say?
How many people are in the world? 8 billion.
Yep,
Something
about
like
that. But yeah, I think definitely today.
But I think Calvin's original thing was why do humans view themselves as like the top person, and if like a bear stands up, why do we say that that's like
I'm most afraid
he
of
stands
dolphins.
up like a human
I'm
does
most afraid of
versus
dolphins.
like that's what a
One-
bear does, and we stand up like a bear does or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what his point.
1
is.
in 80,000 can fly. So 1 in 80,000 human beings can pilot that helicopter.
So he might die on
So
site.
if you're lucky, you know how to pilot a helicopter.
I'm
Based
not
on where we
getting that thing
landed.
up, bro.
Roll, you
Yeah,
know how
yeah.
to just pilot naturally.
I think I can hit
D20,
some
oh.
buttons enough to be scared.
But wait, it's a core. Wait,
Like,
wait,
if I
no,
can
no.
get the thing spinning.
It's a helicopter training place, right?
No, it's a tour.
Oh.
They tore the Grand Canyon.
There was a
would've been
training. You could
over
watch the
there.
videos. You could get a little YouTube video action in there. Get up there. You only got to go so far.
Wi-Fi still
They
up
got- and
before.
hold
You
up,
ain't going,
not for
like, cross
nothing.
country.
Not for nothing. They got a 4.9 review, so I don't know what that helps us with, but they
What
got
do you-
good reviews.
I don't know.
So the helicopter will work. We just
Yeah.
won't work in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have a training video.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be
no,
nice.
it's just that was the main thesis of my
But if
question. just
I mean,
what
if
makes
you're
this
just
thing
gonna
rate
do
the
like,
pinnacle?
if you throw a line in a human in a fucking like UFC ring, like
You think
Yeah,
a
no.
bear
If we're
could-
talking 1v1s, we're
you're
getting
done
murked
Yeah,
by
because the
most of
line's gonna
players.
rip you up to shreds. But
unless
if you have a knife,
no,
now you have
I
a
would-
chance. It's still gonna be.
I
like,
think it's situational, you know. I still
'Cause
think
there
that
is
like
a-
I'm
there-
not I could not kill a swarm of bees. Yeah, and I don't think anyone here
But
in
it's
this
one
room
bee,
But it's
could.
Yeah.
one. It's one. It's one.
It's just one.
Yeah.
Like one. There's
one-
one
mono,
rhino.
mono.
There's
It's
one
just
rhino.
not
And
fair.
there's one giraffe. And there's one.
Well, then it goes back to what Jason's saying, right? It's like you can't judge a fish's ability to climb a tree, right?
Yeah, be strength.
But at the
with
same
numbers.
time, like, eventually things are gonna get hungry, and when you get to that state, you innately turn into something, where a hungry lion is gonna be more savage than like a one you just
Yeah.
ate.
The hungry lion might fight the bear for you.
Yeah, exactly. And you could. So that's why it's like.
But what
and
about
if
the
it's
Eagles,
random, if
dude?
we're gonna do a random human, then
Well,
it could
see,
be
but that's-
a
What
random.
about sponges?
It
That's
could be
the
a
other
girl
thing.
or a guy. So you
They
never know
regenerate.
what type of generator you're gonna get.
Dude, the starfish will
I
win.
think the starfish or a sponge would win.
Someone just
Well, the
kill it.
jellyfish will last the
Someone
longest.
eat the whole thing. It'll
Jellyfish?
digest.
Yes, that's probably fair. Yeah.
Especially that one
What
that lives
about
forever.
axolotl?
Someone's got to go find the one that lives forever. And
Oh, yeah.
how do you kill it?
Axolotls?
Technically, that's.
I don't even know what that
technically,
is.
isn't the jelly?
Dude,
isn't
it's
that
a-
what is it called? There's a jellyfish that lives forever, and technically that one is the best. Is that not the epitome species?
It could
That
just
never
if it can
ever
hide, but it
kills?
could just get chomped by a shark
It could.
and it's over.
But if it lives forever, like
no, the cells
it just can't
regenerate
die.
indefinitely.
It can
doesn't
die.
It can die, but
But-
the
Well,
cells
no.
regenerate.
It can be killed, but it doesn't die.
It
like
can be
naturally.
killed,
It
but
won't
doesn't
die
die
of old
by
age
itself.
or it
Yeah.
won't die of disease,
Okay.
but it
facts,
can be rare.
facts. All
Yeah.
right, then I guess not.
That we know.
At least, yeah. I don't
You
know.
cough on it.
Maybe-
What about that?
Maybe it
little-
just comes out whole the
what-
other side.
What
I
about
don't
that fish from Nemo with the light? He's like really deep.
The,
anglerfish.
anglerfish.
Those are
Yeah.
super tiny. Way tinier than I
Facts.
thought.
There's
they
probably
were when I
gonna
was a
be
kid.
some big ass like.
It's gonna be some
megalodon.
big ocean
You got a
animal.
megalodon down there.
Oh yeah. Phew, dude.
See now that is your
under that
prehistoric shit
second
right there, but
ocean
we don't
layer.
know about it.
Yeah, it could
And
still
that's-
be
and
alive.
you have never seen this thing in your life, and you're like, "What the is that?" And it flies, scoops you up, and takes you out like a
Nice.
big ass. Like,
Yo, do we got the charger for the laptop over there?
So then,
nah, I took it up. I'll go get it.
Well,
No worries.
So the question was, why do we think we're the best?
why do humans think humanity is the pinnacle? That was the main thesis.
I
of
think
my question.
egotistically because excluding aliens, because we can't stand on fact with aliens.
No,
But
you want to talk about freaking well, I don't know.
no, I'm excluding
I don't know if I want to
aliens.
go in this.
That's what I'm saying, because you can't stand on fact.
But
That's just opinion. You can't prove it, so we'll
Yeah.
leave that out of it. But I mean, if you look at it, like, yeah, we're not perfect and we kind of fuck a lot of shit up, but we are the ones who make it. Like, we could, if we wanted to, we could destroy the planet.
easy.
If we wanted to, we could also make it so every single piece of life on the planet could benefit and live enriching life, from the ants to the biggest animals on the planet. If we wanted to, we have the power to do both. Not every animal does.
Yeah.
A bee can't do that.
definitely not.
You know what I mean? Now, a bee can pollinate and do some things, and bees can also, if they leave, they can destroy.
Mm.
But
See,
we could
but-
also replace the bee with a mechanical bee that would do the same thing that the bee does. The bee can't replace us.
I
don't know if we could be able to replace the bee.
but there are things that I genuinely think could. Like, if given enough time, if just the right parameters, there are things that I genuinely feel could.
What?
Like orangutans. I mentioned
Yeah,
it
but
earlier.
then you also go back to that the thing where we just spawn in. You're spawning in what you got. If I can't use tools
yeah,
because the
yeah,
bear has
in that
claws,
scenario.
then you can't give the orangutan time.
And
We've already figured it out.
in terms of totality, but that's also what terrifies me about the concept of like introducing all these different species to technology to see how they feel about it. Like that fucking terrifies me.
I think everybody should level up. I would love to live in a world that has like talking dogs and
Nah,
you know what I
Straight
mean.
BoJack Horseman.
I'm not afraid of it.
I'm good on that.
You don't want to live in the BoJack Horseman world?
You're good on talking
Because
about
I
it.
looked at it like, okay, I looked at it
Really?
like this, and this is when I didn't eat meat, right? Like I didn't eat meat for like 9 months of dairy or anything like that, and I was always like in my mind, I was like, I imagine just some alien planet that would, because you walk into the supermarket, like right now, if you walk in the supermarket, it's just like a supermarket, it's whatever. But when I stopped eating meat, I started looking at it differently. And I walk in there, I just see slabs of flesh that was once living beings that's just chopped up, mutilated, for people to be like, ooh, look at that juicy cut. Like it's actually sick, but we love a good steak. But it's actually disgusting if you think about it, if you break it all the way down.
Nah, because that's what that lion and bear we talked about.
Okay,
see
wait.
Yeah.
Let me interject on this real quick. Because one point of historically, we've been doing it for years, for many thousands of years, like chopping up animals and shit. But the way we did it back then versus the way you get the animal now,
Yeah.
Sorry,
you know what I'm
buddy.
saying? The quality of the meat you're getting now versus when you actually.
So okay, point
hunted
being,
one.
right? If you look at it, it's an animal, so I get it. I'm not saying don't eat meat. Everyone, you do what you want to do. What I'm saying is, if you cut your arm open right now, I'm not gonna look at it as like, oh, that's a delicious piece of meat, right? That's disgusting. I don't want to see it. But when we go to the grocery store, we see it differently because that's food. In our brain, that's food, right? Just like for the lion, that's food. We see it differently. But imagine an alien planet somewhere far off, and they got their own grocery store, except it's human beings that's in there, as well as other animals. Just like you don't go there and it's just chicken. Like you see chicken, steak, all that, but we're just another piece of meat on the table, right? You would look at them and be like, oh, that shit, that's just wrong.
Right.
So I don't even know why I started with this.
So you're saying, like, what if, like, the cow was a real, like, came to life or, like, had
Yeah,
intelligence?
okay. So in that no,
Yeah,
when I
right.
didn't eat meat, I would always look at like if aliens. I was never afraid of that because like if you know the episode of Rick and Morty where the dogs become sentient.
Yeah.
I always treated dogs with love and respect.
Yeah.
So the dog wouldn't trip on me. I didn't do nothing to it.
Right.
The alien wouldn't trip on me. I didn't do nothing. The alien could be like if you found out aliens were eating people and you're like, oh, that's wrong. Alien could be like, well, you eat other beings that you see as inferior to you, and we see you as inferior to us, so we're gonna eat you, and you can't be mad at it because you do it,
And then you get chomped right there.
and you get chomped.
Yeah.
But at that point in
Okay.
time, I wasn't eating meat, so I was like, you can't say that. You can't say that I deserve it.
I feel like anyone who's like talking about aliens now is like just needs to rewatch Men in Black 1. Men in Black 1, I feel like told it the whole story. Like,
So before we get too far off the topic, I wanted to pick back up what you said about, like, the poll. I think that we should all say right now, and Calvin can say his when he comes
Yeah.
back, who we think would win,
Who would
and like
win.
not like even like the mano, maybe unless you want to do the mano.
no, I think the only way to truly tell is you have to create a smaller sized
We
Earth.
should make a large bracket. We should make a large bracket.
We should.
Put
That's what I was
100
thinking.
Animals on it, and then
We
just
could
like
do-
line them up and see who wins who. Also, in like counting in factor of who did they fight beforehand.
Fact.
That
Yes.
determines will they win the next battle.
Yes,
We should make a large.
fatigue.
The next podcast we start with our bracket.
Okay, is
We
it
go
like
down.
the Tenkai tournament where all of them were fighting at once, and you got like
No,
the first
I just
round?
think one's
No,
on
the
one
first
on one.
round. You got
How deep are we?
no.
going
Like think about
with
it.
this?
You
So we have
got
a winner.
like you have
But how
number
many
100.
animals?
Like
100.
you have a number 100
Okay.
and you have number 1, and they're fighting at the exact same time as number 2 versus number 99. And then after those games commence, whenever you possibly can, is it like you get a break period? Because if we're gonna do like depending on who they fought, we have to decide is it fatigue or is it literally like you're back to back, like gauntlet style?
I think it's just back. Like there's 50. It's 100 things. So there's 50 arenas going on.
Okay, yeah.
And there's
Just
both-
tournament style,
Both
yeah.
terrains, right? You
Yeah.
have each one has their own terrain. So
on
if
each
it's-
side, like
if
Pokemon.
it's like a bee and a shark, the shark's in the water and the bee's flying. The shark wins because the bee can't touch the shark. The shark can just chill until the shark can live longer than the bee. Then we look up how long does the bee live before it dies. That's how hungry the shark is into the next battle. How long can the shark go without eating? And they eat after they win, right? And you do it like that. And so
So
some of
wait.
the battles will be who can outlive the other one
Oh,
without
because
eating.
they would never see each other.
They would never see each other. So some of it has to just be what can innately live longer, right? It's not even combat.
Well, then you also got to keep in fact, right?
Well, it's got to be randomly generated.
Yeah,
though.
the
random
shark
generator.
and the bee. I think the bee would win because the bee in its terrain is around flowers, right? But
fair.
But how many times is a shark getting chomped? One. And two, like, how long can a bee live without eating versus
what kind
a
of
shark?
bee do you want? Let's just
That's the question. Because, like, if a shark starves before a bee starves.
And how do you decide who
That's
faces who, though?
Okay,
Because a bee versus, like,
Yo.
a raccoon versus is, like, a whole nother tournament than bee versus shark to start.
For
So that's
sure.
crucial.
Okay, a bee, based on location, the longest it could live is 180 days.
The shark is definitely living longer than that.
Well, yeah, but starving or not?
Yeah, because you can't put any other animals in it. For a bee, it just needs the flowers.
All right, look
It's nature.
how long can
Yeah.
a shark survive without eating?
It's not going to be 180 days.
And that's why I said the bee's
It
going to
moves
win.
too fast for that. Only the animals that are slow can live longer because they don't use as much energy without eating. Shark can only survive 6 weeks. So shark loses to
Oh,
a bee.
damn. That's crazy.
That's what we need to do. I want to do the bracket.
Okay, but how do you randomly, like, is it randomly generated where you place the people? Because that means the tournament will change every year.
Yeah, remember we did the bracket and we're like, what are our best songs? And we put all the songs in
Yeah.
there. And then we just randomized where they lined up. Just like that.
That's what I think we should do, yeah, 100%.
Right now?
I'm going to do it right now if I can do it. I'm sure I can.
Oh, no. We're about to
That's
what's
a
that,
long, I feel like
gonna be
that's,
a
like,
commitment.
that's such a long
But it's
thing,
not that hard.
Because
We
we're going to
we
go
just found
through
the
it.
answer. I mean, I guess it is a long one. But
Because we just debated
Because we're
it.
going to be debating also
Each one.
I think that's another
You know how many
podcast.
matchups 100 things is?
Single-
That's a
I'm
lot of
gonna do it.
matchups. That's a lot of matchups.
He's over here working on it right now.
Yeah, bees.
First of all, you
Just
got to
throw
think of
out
100 fucking
animals.
things. Turtle,
I spelled turtle wrong.
pig, cow.
Human.
Cardinal.
I'm gonna just say bird.
But there's like totally.
Yeah, but we can't. But we gotta do 100. I'm not doing.
I
it.
didn't do like eagle,
We'll
hawk,
do bird,
cardinal.
then eagle. Yeah, eagle, hawk.
Okay, we'll just assume bird is just like a peasant bird.
And I'm gonna put vulture.
Like,
in there.
you know,
Just
like-
Yeah, okay, like a small bird.
Like a
just
fucking
bird.
pigeon,
one,
or a
two,
robin,
three,
or a
four,
blue jay.
five,
Not a
six,
peasant
seven,
bird, but
Yeah.
blue jay, a beautiful bird.
Why'd I put car? What was I trying to type?
Cardinal.
Oh,
That was actual.
Bird,
if you're gonna do
Bird,
bird,
and just,
then
yeah,
don't
it
do
falls under
cardinal.
that. It's like little birds.
8, 9,
Eagle,
10.
hawk.
Okay, I'm at 11. Cow, I didn't put.
Jellyfish, shark,
Horse.
whale,
Manatee, elephant,
seahorse,
giraffe, jinx,
you owe me a soda.
Seahorse. Starfish.
penguin.
Penguin, I love that.
Polar bear.
Yeah. No, I put bear. Oh, we can put polar bear.
Yeah,
'cause
polar
it's
Yeah,
bear.
that's
a
what
bear.
they're talking about. Yeah. Orangutan.
For Calvin. That orangutan though. Just regular monkey.
How
We
about
just
ape?
Imagine a small monkey.
Ape. Or is it orangutan's not an ape, right? Or is orangutan is an ape?
Let's just go gorilla. We'll go
Yeah,
orangutan
gorilla.
and monkey. And
Yeah,
I think
that's
covers
cool.
the monkey ground.
Um,
We put the bee, spider.
lion, tiger, bear.
Oh my.
Let's try some more
Dog,
fish.
cat.
This is a challenge.
We need some more fishes, like more ocean
how
creatures.
fast do you get 100 things?
Swordfish.
Cheetah,
You got squid already?
I did.
the
Or
leopard.
jellyfish. If I put cheetah, I feel like cheetah and leopard, you're pretty much
They're
the same
different.
ballpark. Yeah, but we need 100 animals. Alright, fine.
We're not even on 25
You
yet.
can puma.
You know what? We should just put the best because we really want all the best, right? Which ones do you think? No,
Okay,
we can't do that.
no.
No, do 100.
Bee,
You gotta do 100.
ant,
Oh, ant.
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper. Take the pebble from my hand.
Hit the bug.
dog, cat.
I put those fish.
Oh, okay.
We put fish, right? No, we didn't. Fish isn't just small fish, like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like house fish type shit.
Okay,
Um.
we're naming animals to do a
Mosquito,
tournament right
dude.
An
Get you with that.
anglerfish is a small fish.
An anglerfish.
That's the one.
We can put angler. because
Finding
we know
Nemo,
that-
little
now. Okay,
dude.
anglerfish. Alright, can we put megalodon on there?
No, we can't do anything that you can't prove.
How can we prove it?
I have a megalon tooth
Is that-
in my room right
I'm
now.
Have you seen the movie The Megs?
I have just
Like
I have
huge
killer
kid.
whale.
Is that a
Okay.
button?
I say
Pause
killer
from
whale.
there.
Oh,
You
okay.
did. Beluga
Yeah,
whale.
yeah.
That's like the bigger one.
Double down just in case Jason missed some. Elephant.
What are like the Nemo?
Mouse.
You heard elephant,
I
right?
got mouse. I got
Mouse is a good one.
Ferret.
Fair.
That's a good one.
I don't know what's
Guinea
called.
pig.
I do
Scorpion.
wanna get to Ryan's
Ooh.
question though, and that.
Snakes.
What is
Copper.
Oh,
mine's a good
water
ender.
moccasin.
I'm gonna do.
But
Yeah, no,
that's
it-
what-
it- it's a good ender
snake,
because
we'll say
We'll do
poisonous.
poisonous
Everyone
and
can
then
be how
and
long or
boa.
short they
Yeah,
want.
that's
And then
cool.
what's the other big one? The other
Yeah.
big snake. There's the boa.
You'll see when I get it.
You know,
Oh,
and
I got it, I got
yeah,
it.
yeah, most definitely.
What's
At this
Yo,
point, you
yo.
got he's on this.
Yo,
Hey, what's the other big snake?
Cobra, anaconda,
Anaconda.
I think the boa is an anaconda. Oh,
Anakin,
no.
sorry.
Anakin Skywalker.
Both
Cobra.
constrictors.
Alligator
Yeah.
and gator.
Human.
I put human.
Okay.
Poor
we'll,
Calvin.
We'll have the list. Should we count how much we have?
Yeah, see how much we have right now.
I wish it would just tell us.
Calvin, if you want, I can say the question and you do yours.
Probably should because he's not gonna say.
Facts.
So,
And you drove with him?
Yeah.
I'll drive you home.
Word.
Okay, the question is, what does, and I'll detail it when I actually want
We
to
got
deliver the question,
47 so far.
but just so you can get yours in. Progression, the word progression, what does it mean to you right now in your life currently?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, and that's
It's a good one to end on,
And I
I
want to
feel like,
deliver
too.
exactly. I want to deliver a little differently, but just so you can get yours off.
you just kind of saying it. My first thought is just like the next literal footstep. Because there's so many things, and I'm walking towards so many things right now. And so it is literally just the next footstep.
Facts.
The step towards him to get him to stop screaming.
Yeah,
The step
yeah.
towards making sure we have time in the day so it's not this late at night. Like
Yeah.
that little next
Hey,
footstep
buddy,
in
it's
terms of like
okay.
each step I walk that my phone picks up for Pokemon Go. Like that is progression for me.
Facts.
The word
Because
of the
it
day
is moving
is
forward.
That
patience.
means I'm going. If
Keep
I'm just
moving
sitting
forward.
on my phone, which I've been bad about recently, then I'm not progressing.
Yeah.
Even if I'm progressing on my phone, like
Yeah.
that's okay. But the aspects of like how many video games I've been making time for, that time isn't progression.
Well, it depends.
In the game, yeah,
How you look
sometimes.
at
It also depends because sometimes
But-
you need that to be able to do what you have to do
Yeah.
over here.
But
But
you
all right,
could just
cool.
sit 'em.
Keep moving forward.
Sure.
he's not gonna be
The phone?
quiet. No.
Sorry, you want to do this bracket thing? It's gonna take a minute. So
Yeah. I'm cool with it, yeah.
Yeah.
I need more animals just so
Yeah, well,
love
we're trying to
y'all.
send
I
Calvin
told
my
y'all I'd
phone.
be on it, huh?
Just grab my phone from him.
It will be on the couch.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
I told you I'd be here. So
oh, yeah, keep moving
lick my
forward. Good
pee-pee.
job.
but
job,
yeah, love y'all. I'll see
how
you
it's supposed to be.
Congratulations.
in the next one. Thank you.
Get some rest.
Let's see
Yeah,
progression.
I need it
man,
bad.
progression.
Early morning tomorrow.
All right, man. Good luck, bro. Love you, dog.
Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will see y'all on the next one.
Bino signing out.
Bino signing out.
Yeah.
We might as well. Do you want to stay where you're at?
Kind of.
Okay, stay where you're
I
at.
feel comfortable like this.
All right, I need more animals.
How many do we have?
Around 60.
It's pretty
All
good.
right, pelican,
Just anything now, because
Puma.
rhino,
Rhino.
Rhino's
How
a
did I
good
not
one.
get
hippo,
Oh,
You get manatee.
I do now.
stingray,
I got stingray.
kraken.
Crab. Lobster.
Crab, lobster,
Not putting
yeah.
kraken. I'll put giant squid.
Okay.
I even though I love mythical beings and I could list a bunch of them, but I'm not doing anything that we can't like see at a zoo. I don't think you can see a giant squid at a zoo. But
Zebra.
Orca.
zebra.
Did we say deer?
Orca? We did not.
Fox.
I'm gonna put deer and then
Rabbit.
buck. Deer's gonna be female, so I'm just gonna put doe
Okay.
because I feel like that's the difference.
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Frog.
Frog.
Poisonous frog.
Moose.
I'm just gonna put dark frog. Cause
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know how to spell poisonous.
You heard moose?
Don't think. I think we already. had
Moose. That's not bad.
I have mouse. The mouse versus the moose. Who wins?
No, the moose is definitely
Alright, we have the
winning.
moose. What else? Cave.
This is a
cave
challenge.
lion. You know, there's like mountain lion.
Mountain lion,
that's
yeah.
a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Then billy goat.
Billy goat. That's a good
Otter.
one. Otter.
Um,
Octopus.
we said that already.
You did.
I put the giant squid. I don't think I put octopus.
Cockroach.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Spider.
I put spider.
Okay.
I'll put a tarantula there as a difference.
Mosquito,
Let me save everything I have.
maybe. That one's getting whacked first round, but
Copy.
Maybe. Depends on which one he's fighting. He's fighting a rhino. He's not really able to whack it. Mosquito kills it, plays with malaria.
What sport are they playing?
but can it live long enough for the rhino to get? Maybe it just infects the rhino with malaria.
Roll for infection.
Yeah, we need a D. I'm getting a dice.
Go get it, guys.
we're at 79 right now.
Alright, 20 minutes more. I'll think it's
No. Do we feel like a human baby? No.
Do you have human in there
I
yet?
got human.
Okay.
Taxpayer versus outlaw. Is there a difference?
Off the grid versus
I think
on
so.
the grid.
Human on the grid, human off the grid. I'm down for it.
I like that one.
I'll put human off grid. The law-abiding citizen versus the square, or the non-law-abiding, whatever.
They're gonna make fun of us because there's probably like a couple animals that are like really obvious and that we haven't thought of yet.
Like, what's on a farm?
Lizards.
Chicken.
What lizards? Alligator, crocodile.
I put those.
You did.
I'll put lizard though, and I'll put Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragon. That's the one I was about to say too.
Pin. Oh, I was thinking of Pokemon.
He's a pincer.
No, Pincurchin or whatever it is, but it's one of those like.
The
sea
little
urchin.
electric guy. Yeah.
The urchin, the sea urchin.
Sea urchin. Yep.
Yeah. What else we got? Tarantula was 79, I think. So 80, 81, 82. We're at 83, I think.
If we were live streaming it, we'd already have it.
Yeah.
Because people would be flooding with answers.
Like, what's the? I put butterfly, caterpillar. Some of them, obviously,
You did a seal, right?
I did not do seal.
And you did like broke out the bears: grizzly bear, brown bear, polar
No,
bear.
I just put bear and then polar bear. We can't put 4 bears. That's not fair. Can't just put 4 bears in there.
That's fair.
Like 2 is, I think, is good.
What's
What's the one? The walrus.
That's a good one, walrus.
And then what's the
Seal.
oh seal? We put
We
seal.
put that on there.
What do seals eat? We just need like a small like river fish. Like what would that be? Like a salmon. Bear versus salmon. That would be a funny battle.
What's some more fish? Snapper.
No, I don't want to specify that much.
You don't want to fish that. I mean, those are bigger
What about
fish.
a piranha?
Piranha's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be like a staple. Even though snapper's a food staple.
Porcupine.
Porcupine.
Yeah, raccoon.
Do not have raccoon. Raccoon. Moth. Cause you
Prairie dog.
That big moth. Remember that guy, Eddie?
Oh, dude, that big moth.
I wish
yeah.
you took a picture of that motherfucker.
Right,
Dude.
he
That
was
kid
huge.
Okay, what would you think the most dominant? Let's put pit bull because we have dog. And we'll just say it's random dog, but a pit bull I feel like is
Okay. Yeah. A wolf.
wolf.
I think you should just take Pitbull and keep Wolf because the Wolf's like the ancestor of the dogs, and that's like the more.
But
Dominant.
it still exists today.
Well, I think
That
you should
is
still
true.
like Chihuahua. Like we can randomly roll like what
Yeah.
dog it is.
That's fair.
we
I
can
like that.
specify ones that we probably would put in there.
When we get to dog, we should randomly roll a
Yeah.
random dog. That's what it is.
What else do we need? Let me see how many. I'm gonna copy all this just so we don't lose it.
What are we at? 80 something.
Let me see.
Star
You gotta pick
U.
a sport. They're playing Dragon Ball Legends. 94.
6 more.
6 more.
Okay, cool. We're close.
How long did it take us to get to 100? Find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Definitely some time.
Still recording.
I think it's like some Australian animals. Kangaroo.
Oh, yeah. Which is koala.
Koala. There's another one.
Panda bear?
Sloth. I'm down to put panda. That's
Panda's
like
cool, yeah.
distinction. Okay, that's
Sloth.
4. What were we at? What did I
You
say?
need.
93 is what I
You
said?
said 94, I think.
Okay, so it's 98. 2 more.
What's animals that are?
Crocodile?
Put that.
Alligator?
Put that.
What's an animal related like from Japan?
Komodo dragon.
A
Put that also. Bat. That's a good one.
Or snapping turtle.
And then, that big bat.
Dude, snapping turtle needs to be in there.
That big bat. What you mean?
We're going to have more than 100. We can do, what's divisible? 100. What's
By 4.
What's 64
102.
times 2?
No, one you
128.
need.
We'd have to do 128 if you want to even bracket. That's it. Because there's that big bat. You guys know? The vampire bat or whatever it is?
Okay.
The really big one that's like 6 foot tall.
Did you hear what I just said?
No.
Did you hear what I just said?
You said snapping turtle.
Snapping turtle?
Oh, yeah, I put that down.
Okay.
Are we at 100 or are we at 101 right now?
Now we're 101.
I think we should just take one out.
You need one divisible by 16.
Well, if we do 120, it's 128. If we do 128, we'll have an even bracket. We got 101.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need what? 27 more.
Yeah, we can get that.
I think we need to allow some extra ads then.
Yeah.
But
Whatever we got. I mean, you want me to specify the bears now? Might as well.
yeah.
Brown bear, black bear. We already did polar bear. We did panda bear.
We should. Well, you gotta take the regular bear out of there though. Yeah.
Gotta go back and find that. That was the third one, so easy. I put like pig and
Dolphin?
hog. Oh, we don't even have dolphin.
Wow.
That was when Calvin was like, "I'm afraid of the dolphin." Oh, sea turtle. Let's do that.
What's that? Manta ray? Manatee? No, like the thing from Finding Nemo that was like the teacher.
Oh yeah, it's a stingray, right?
A stingray, yeah.
That one's in there already.
Mm.
Calamari.
You did not actually put calamari.
Calamari. Got him. Zucchini, sick.
Hammerhead, great white.
I put both of those. I don't think I put great white though. I think I just put shark. English muffins.
Chicken,
Parrot.
cows,
Chicken,
horses,
horses.
Parrot,
Don't have parrot.
parrot,
Parakeet.
sheep.
eagle,
Sheep.
hawk,
We got eagle, hawk. What are other farm animals?
Mm.
What's the lamb? Lamb.
vulture,
Got vulture. Parakeet, sheep.
armadillo.
lamb. Armadillo.
Roadkill.
Roadkill. What's the possum? We got possum, didn't we?
Yeah. What we at right now?
Yeah. 111.
17 more.
What can we do, guys? What more bugs? Let's go more bugs.
Okay.
Caterpillar or butterfly.
Got that.
Okay.
Earthworm.
That's a good one.
Worm. Beetle.
Wasp. We have bee, right? I don't think we have wasp.
Yeah, I don't think we specified. So we
Okay,
got
so do like regular bee, like
wasp.
pollination bee, and then
Starfish.
Sponge.
Clam. Sponge.
oyster.
Oyster.
Really digging deep here.
Is a barnacle an animal?
Mm.
What's that animal that like lives in like the little hole and it's like long and just like puts its head out and it comes back in? Underwater.
A snail.
Is it a snail?
I think it's just an
Snail's
underwater
a good
snail.
one.
But snail.
Should we do like king crab?
Yeah.
We'll do snail too.
We did gorilla.
Flamingo.
We did chimpanzee.
We did the monkey is just like the regular monkey. Unless you want to do like the small monkey and then chimpanzee. I guess we need it. Why not? What did you say after flamingo? Did you say anything? No.
I did not. No, I don't think I did.
Flamingo.
Ostrich.
I think we did ostrich.
Did we do ostrich? I don't think we did.
Let me see. Or maybe we didn't. I got bit by an ostrich once.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I cried. I think I was like 10 or something. Tried to feed him a carrot.
Zebra.
Did zebra.
Said that. Yeah. Let's get some inspiration from our friends over here. Nope, we got all those already.
Do we dare look it up for the rest of them?
How far are we? How close are we?
We're close.
I know we're like only like 10 away or something like that.
122. We need 6 more.
6 more. We can do it. We can do it.
Alright. What's like... Think of like sports teams. Should we put a raven in there?
Orioles.
That's too specific of a bird.
Yeah.
We did
Ravens,
stingrays.
Panthers.
We did that, I think.
I think we did puma.
Facts.
Panther.
Excuse me.
What else is out there?
Charmander.
I was thinking.
We're almost there, guys.
So close.
I'm just gonna look up random animals.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. We're so close.
Okay.
We need 5 more.
Lizard.
We did lizard.
You have like a basic lizard?
Did you Komodo
We
dragon?
did Komodo
We did
dragon.
do Komodo dragon.
Did you do cobra?
I don't think I typed it.
Mr. Z-Man over here.
Ow.
That's a good one.
There's something.
Rabbit.
We did rabbit. There's something called.
Fox.
Didn't do fox.
Now I'm thinking of night animals. Like you put my brain at night
There's
time
like
now.
this small hippopotamus looking thing. I forget what it's called though.
Hippodon, say.
Nocturnal beings. We did meerkat, right?
No.
Groundhog.
It's a good one. I think we're like 2 away.
Let me check. I feel like we did meerkat, or maybe I wrote it. 128. Okay,
That's it?
we're good.
Nice.
Let's
First
go.
battle.
Congratulations. Yeah, we just named 120.
First battle. I randomized the seeds too, so they went in order. Urchin versus anglerfish. So they're both in the water. That's easy.
I think the anglerfish is winning because it's just going
Is
to walk
it-
up and swim and get it. But the
is-
urchin is not going to leave.
Is urchin poisonous? Stings are rarely fatal.
How deep can urchins go?
Not as deep as an anglerfish.
Then
And
I
if
would
they
say-
can, they're in the same realm. We gotta pick the anglerfish.
I think the anglerfish.
Definitely the
He has more
anglerfish.
depth in the ocean.
How do I pick him as the winner?
Okay, wait. Roll for poison.
Facts.
The
What's-
poison's not fatal
But
anyway.
what's the mind? Yeah, but he's still fatigued. We're
I
talking
would
about
say
fatigue.
it's small chance, so I would say like
Minus what?
-6.
no. Okay, that's fine.
You're rolling for fatigue.
I'm rolling like that. If I beat you, he gets poisoned.
He gets poisoned on a -6 roll. He's poisoned.
Wow.
Roll to
Okay.
1.
But it's not fatal. He still wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just put like we gotta keep note that he's poisoned.
Do you have an account on this thing?
No.
Nah.
Who was it?
I can't select it until we make an account.
Okay, we'll make an account. So.
Alright, I'll just sign up real quick.
How did we do it last time?
We did it on the other computer.
Facts.
What, did you make an account then?
Yeah, probably. I have no idea what it was.
Oh, while you make this account, I'm gonna refill my water real quick.
Oh, here, I'll try to log in, and then we'll see.
All right, so sea urchin leaves a poison. Wow.
Toxic.
Big dog. That's
Poison point.
huge. Huge for the anglerfish.
Poison points.
Anglerfish needs so fine. He's fine something down there.
Yo, can you bring me another like can or something?
Yeah, what flavor do you want?
Actually, would you bring me a coffee? Do you know how to do it?
No, I'm not doing
Eddie, do you know how to do a coffee?
I think so. We just gotta put a little water. Put a pot in.
You just gotta put a pot in. But then I want a little bit of like the the sweetener thing and a little bit of ice. I need ice and some sweetener in my coffee, please.
Starbucks.
Where's my phone? Oh shit! I took the koozie out. Just me, guys. This is the ASMR. Yeah, I mean, I have to log in, dude. Like, what do you want me to do? Damn, it's hot in here. I should have wore shorts. There's no caffeine in this soda. So what's the point? Reset your password. Nope, found my username now. They're gonna see me type hack into my shit. I'll probably cut this part out. Just because it's just me. Oh my god, I can't spell. Yo 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 yo. I just farted. This is about to be a crazy showdown. Yo, who needs Pokemon Showdown when you got Animal Kingdom Showdown?
Did you get it?
Yeah.
So before we get into this too deep,
Alright.
who is gonna win? Who do you think is the most dominant animal at the moment? I got my guess. Eddie?
I'm sorry, I got you. West and
Is it on? Did you open and close the top of it?
There it goes.
Oh my god, where did the thing go?
Piece of brewing. I'll let you do your cream and sugar. But to answer the question, are we talking like these animal like one mono on mono, right? That's how we're doing this.
Should we do a 2-stage tournament? Or no, just single elimination?
Single elimination. It's gonna be way too long. We go round robin or a double elimination.
I think you're overthinking this.
So
we just need to
mono
rapid
on
fire.
mono, right?
Yeah. Well, is it a random terrain?
No, I think they all get their own terrain.
Facts. I would say mono y mono on
All
the
get their
Earth.
own terrain.
On the Earth.
Facts.
So
I think the killer whale's winning.
I'm going with
Dude, I
gorilla.
can't find let's go back.
And are we forcing them to fight each other? Like they're
Well,
like
if they get there, who knows how the bracket will unfold. That's why I'm just picking, because who knows when one could get taken down in a big argument. You never know.
that's true.
So that's
I'm
why
trying to
just
figure out how
going
to
gorilla.
operate this shit. Like I have the bracket, but then it's like I just want to start because the page before, but it doesn't let me slide.
Do you
Oh, here we go. Okay, it changed. So
Okay, sorry. Where do you start?
where we start?
salmon versus koala.
We gotta pick an animal first, bro.
Oh, I think it's the polar bear.
Okay.
How could I not? Shout out to my album, Polar Bear. Streaming everywhere on thing.
A platform of your choice.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Best
Alright,
in the business.
What's the first?
Salmon versus koala.
I think the koala's
Koala's
winning.
gonna get that.
And that
guy.
koala's dig.
Wait,
It's
does
too
koala
high.
eat fish?
Good question.
But the koala could mangle the fish. And the koala's just
He doesn't have to eat.
disease-ridden.
He doesn't have to eat it. I guess.
Yeah.
I say koala. And we don't
Yeah.
need to look up everything.
Damn, I wish we lost the poison. That's tough.
Right. That would be crazy.
I wanted the poison on that.
Got a full story real quick.
Oh my god, how do I... Okay, start the tournament. Shit is, like, unnecessarily, like, annoying. Like, no one actually is using this for a real thing. We're all making fake brackets. Gotta report scores. 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay, koala. Brown bear versus urchin. Brown bear.
Brown bear. Chance
Scorpion?
of poison. Hold up. Chance of poison.
Yeah.
-6.
-6.
The bear could stomach that poison.
Not poison.
Yep. Not poison.
D20.
D20 natural.
Alright, scorpion versus king crab.
Ooh.
I think the crab's winning.
Because a crab can come out of water.
Oh, and just grab him.
And
If
the
they-
scorpion's
if
not
they're
breaking that
intentionally
shell.
fighting though. We're setting the stage. Like the
Yeah.
animals, they know they're fighting.
Like their only purpose on this earth is to seek out their opponent.
It's a hard loss for. But the scorpion.
It's not breaking through that shell.
I would. Okay.
Maybe not. Yeah, this king crab is pretty
Yeah, he is
bulky.
pretty. Yeah, he's pretty beast.
And
he
king
can,
crab could just squish him.
and he can stay near the water.
Okay.
Entice him
Chicken
in.
or porcupine? I'm gonna go porcupine.
What was the first one?
Chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, the porcupine's got the
It just
spikes.
Yeah.
Chicken
You
wouldn't
just
be able to
drop.
do anything.
You can just drop down on him from the tree.
Monkey versus orca.
Ooh, just a regular monkey,
Yeah.
like an average
Like a
size.
small, just regular,
Yeah.
like chimp type. Not
Versus
even
an
chimp.
orca.
Yeah.
How can we look up how aggressive orcas are?
I mean, they're fighting to the death. They're aggressive in this situation. They're all aggressive.
Monkey versus orca.
Yeah.
I think the orca's
That could
fucking
be
that
one.
monkey
The
up.
moment the monkey
Okay, but
tries
can we?
to,
All right, can we just look up real quick? How does an orca kill? Can I just look at that up? I just wanted to know how. Like, what's his method of choice?
That orca's fucking that monkey up. As soon as monkey jumps in the
okay, it
water.
does a tail strike to stun them, and then,
Oof.
yeah.
Yeah, monkey's
The
gone.
moment that monkey gets confident and touches the water, it's over. Lion versus the eagle. I'm taking the lion because the
Ooh.
eagle has to come down eventually.
But it could come down with. The eagle has great vision.
Yeah, but the eagle will use more energy avoiding the lion, and so it'll have to.
But
it'll die first.
even
But
though
I
these
feel like
animals
the
are
eagle's
funny,
smart.
I don't
It might
think that
wait
these
it
animals
out.
have GPS. I just think they have, like, they're in the same vicinity, right? So it's like
Yeah.
they're gonna find each other eventually. But
Yeah.
the eagle's gonna have a better chance of.
Yeah, but when the eagle comes,
Oh.
the lion gets one good smack. And
But if
grab,
the eagle
it's
comes from
over.
behind, if you're the lion right now and the eagle's coming from,
I mean,
through
is it a
through
bald
right
eagle?
there.
If it's a bald
Yeah.
eagle, that's so hard because the bald eagles are pretty big. They get like.
Because if he comes and he snatches your neck right there quickly,
But he's gonna have to keep swooping and cutting until the lion bleeds out. It can't just grab. There's no way.
Yeah, I think the lion's winning. I think the lion's
If the
winning.
lion gets one hit on the thing, like what are the odds? Okay, roll.
All right, let's roll for the sneak attack, right?
okay,
You're rolling for the sneak attack.
Yeah. What are the odds that the sneak attack can occur?
I think it's pretty likely. It's fast.
I think you have to like. I feel like you have to roll higher 5 times if you're the eagle. You have to swoop in and do a huge strike 5 times without the lion grabbing you once. So you have to roll higher 5 times. Doesn't matter what the roll is, just higher.
Well, I think the first one
It's
is
sneak. Do I get a sneak attack on you?
Okay, so like.
the first one. He definitely can because the lion's not looking up
Yeah.
unless like he knows.
But
he's
you know
fighting
it's
you.
about. They come out and they're like, "Where's my opponent?" You're trying to find who
But
they
he
are.
doesn't know who.
So I
the
guess
I'm
that's
rolling
fine.
for sneak attack hit.
With a +5, I guess.
The first one. After that, it's not a
12.
sneak attack.
Okay, you
Okay,
get the
yeah.
sneak attack. So first one. Now you have to outroll him 4 times. Because if you get caught once, you're dead. So
Was
you have-
that one count?
That
is
counts.
dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
He's damaged from that sneak attack.
2, 5. Okay.
All right, 2 more times.
2 more times you outrolled on the
13.
Line.
15.
Oh, 15. 2, 1.
Oh, that
the last
lion.
strike.
So
A 2 versus 1. The last strike, the eagle gets fucking
the lion
waxed.
wins.
Damn.
But that lion's hurt.
All right, wall.
Well, yeah,
That
that lion's
lion's hurt.
scratched
All right,
up.
we'll note that for the next round. Walrus versus wasp. I think we established the. wasp
Wait.
wins.
Can you put in the scores like 2-0 or like 2-1, so we like remember like that the one did damage, like the eagle did damage.
Sure. I'll do 1 to -1
Or
instead. Okay, walrus wasp. I think the wasp wins.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we said before.
wait, why did we think that the
Because
wasp?
the
wins?
wasp, it's in your natural element. The wasp can just do what it needs to do and live. Well, how long can we looked up bee? How long can a wasp live?
And is a wasp poisonous to a walrus? Because if not, then like
The wasp, it doesn't matter. It's not going to
How many
sting.
times-
It just has to outlive it. That's it.
it's to outlive it.
Mm-hmm.
But the walrus could smack the wasp up.
Okay, a queen can live for a year. The worker only 22 days. So which one?
When does a walrus starve to death?
Yeah.
Facts. That's why. I was trying to remember what it was.
Yeah.
The walrus should get a +1 for stomp.
Definitely. Well, I mean, I think if
Or is the bee just staying away because it knows that
yeah,
it
it's
can't
not gonna
fight
have a
it?
fight. Yeah.
So it just stays away. Okay, fine. That's fine. Bee stays away. Retreats.
Or wasp stays away.
Wasp.
Is that not information that's available?
It's not as easy to find as the shark one was.
guys can Google too.
It's like watching you do it.
I don't know.
How long does walrus live?
It's
without
like
eating?
walrus don't have as readily facts as.
I
I'm gonna go with the shark. The shark was what, like 2 weeks, 6 weeks. I'm just gonna go with that,
Just look at what a walrus.
That's
is-
way longer than two.
You look at walrus
22
lifespan.
days.
bro.
Walrus lifespan.
That's
God
way longer
damn.
than 22 days.
40 years.
Okay, so 40 years.
So how long can a human go? 30 days.
Okay, so 15 days.
15 days.
And how much was the?
The worker bee is 22 days. So it's gonna, whether we do the queen or the.
So we're
The
saying
queen
the
is a
wasp.
year. Let's just say a queen. 'Cause
Okay.
We're gonna go with the pinnacle.
Queen bee.
Right?
All right, yeah, wasp. We'll
Alright,
stay
wasp wins then.
So
yeah.
wasp wins, and we spent how long was it? What did we say? 14 days.
14 days.
So we're
yeah.
gonna put 14 0. That's gonna be how many days it's been alive, because we
Okay,
don't
yeah,
count
yeah.
as the bracket goes on.
Word.
Black bear versus worm. Black bear easy.
Yeah.
Because the worm can just hide, but the black bear can just dig up the whole dirt. Like
The
this-
worm
this
is
thing
literally
can't be
just
infinitely
the
deep.
worm's just there to lose.
Yeah.
For real. Sorry.
Great white versus a parrot.
Oh, the great white's killing it, I think.
Parrot probably can't live as long.
Yeah.
Parrot.
Facts. And if the parrot tries to come close, it's getting chomped.
Was getting chomped.
Because the great white can jump out the water too,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah, let's just go great white.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to look up every single
yeah, I
one.
say it's the ones that we
The
just
ones that
kinda-
we were debating and we look
Beluga versus mosquito. Beluga.
at. Beluga,
Yeah.
yeah.
Seal
Mountain
in a different state, maybe the mosquito. Seal versus mountain lion.
mountain lion.
I put the seal. It might be because mountain lion can't win on the water. The seal can get out, do some shit, go back in the water, recover.
Yeah, but it's not running out of the water. If it gets out of the water, that mountain lion's killing it.
Because the seal has to make a move at some point.
But they can both just wait. So who goes after who? I think the seal hops out because it's in its nature, and then mountain lion kills
The
it.
seal can't live in the
All
water.
right, I'm gonna go mountain lion.
The seal has to come out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, seal will come out and the mountain lion will fuck it up. All right, snapping turtle versus wolf.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say snapping turtle because of the
They're
shell.
fast.
If
And
get
they can be underwater.
one good chomp, dude, they're snapping off a leg.
So I'm down to
Snapping
roll.
They got strong things.
But what could a wolf do to the snapping turtle?
You think a snapping turtle could chop a wolf's leg off?
They can chop your. I don't know. They can chop your hand off. I know that.
They can chop a finger off.
I think they could chop it off.
I don't know.
I don't think they're chopping the leg
I
off
think you
a
just.
wolf,
I
bro.
think you need to rewatch. Just watch a quick video of a snapping turtle snap some shit off.
No way a
Turtle.
snapping turtle's knocking a leg off a
Okay,
wolf.
we're doing this. Snapping turtle bite force 209 newtons. And let's go bone. Wolf. Bone.
Intensity.
Strength. Wolf bone. Strength. In newtons. Maybe we can do that.
Fake news, hey.
My search is not gonna work. How strong is a wolf bone?
How much pressure can a wolf bone?
Yeah, how much pressure? .400 psi, and it can bite at 1,000.
So what's newtons of psi?
Yeah, let's see. Snapping turtle psi.
There you
PSI bite force. 1,000. It can snap it.
go. He doesn't.
400
really-
psi is what the. Oh
It's-
wait, that's the wolf's bite force.
1,000's the wolf's bite force, yeah.
Some people can bite with 1,000, but tested animals bite force can be different. So it's 400 is proven. A snapping turtle is 1,000 proven.
But 1,000 to 1,000
Can
bite
punch
power,
through
but you have to
finger
bite a
bones.
shell.
Okay, can punch through finger bones of these. So maybe it doesn't get it in one crack, but a couple cracks, dude. One good chomp is weak.
Can the wolf get through the shell?
Can the wolf get to the shell? And that's what I was about to look up.
Okay.
I don't know. Because the
How?
turtle can stain. Because this is going to be a beach battle. You know? Turtle's going to stay near the water to move a little faster. It's going to be a beach
But
battle.
the wolf's way faster than the turtle.
I don't know. Have you seen the snapping turtle bite, dude? Watch a video real quick.
I've seen it snap. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, it has to be in position before it can. It
takes
it.
15,000 or 1,500 psi to crack a turtle shell. The wolf cannot crack the turtle shell.
Wolf bite's only 1,000.
I'm going snapping turtle.
All right. Well, then maybe how we should scale it, the votes is 2-1.
That's fine. Because, dude,
Because I still think the wolf's winning.
the wolf will outlive the snapping turtle. The only way the wolf wins is if the snapping turtle gets bit on the neck by the wolf. But if the wolf is fucking around some other part of the shell and it comes out, gets a bite and comes back.
I feel like it's a 50-50.
I'm assuming the turtle would live longer though.
Turtle would live longer.
Yeah. And turtle could have also water. Turtle could just outlive. Snapping turtle could just chill in the water.
But it has to come out eventually.
Yeah, but those things live like 100 years. So we don't even have to add the
All
time
right.
on this.
I'm cool with that. Snapping turtle.
Yeah.
So 3.
It would be a good battle.
Are we all
It'd be a good battle.
That would be probably the best battle.
Camera died.
Canada.
Can I get someone? Should we just keep the audio?
Yeah, we're cool to keep talking.
That way, because this is gonna be like a while, and we could just put something else.
I think whenever there's a pause like this, we should put like the I would love it.
Okay.
Just something out.
Yeah. All right. So Stingray versus Panther. I'm honestly just gonna say Panther because if the Stingray doesn't get the barb on the Panther, it's over. You can roll for poison. What do you guys think? Panther jumps in, takes one bite of the Stingray, dude. It's gone.
I think
Sting-
it's a roll battle.
I think it's a roll off. Yeah.
Stingrays hang out in the shallow, dude. Panther could just claw in there, and Stingray's barbs on the back. So
That is
it
true.
would have to see it coming, which means it'd be facing the Panther. It wouldn't see the Panther coming, or it does see the Panther coming and it can't barb him. Has to turn around in time. And Panthers are sneaky. I'm going Panther.
I think you might be right.
I'll take the Panther. That's fine.
All right, ostrich versus pit bull. I'm going pit bull. I don't give a fuck how strong that ostrich is. I think the pit bull will get in there.
I don't know about
One
that.
of them strong, dude. Oh my
Ostriches
god.
are fast, bro.
Yeah, fast. But the pit bull is fast, dude. Do you see those big, huge pit bulls, like those massive ones?
All right. Well, I think what you need to look up is who has more stamina, an ostrich or a pit bull. Because I say like who can run longer.
But this is just who can run away. Can an ostrich run?
Because if the pit bull gets exhausted before the ostrich does, and the ostrich attacks it.
35 to 40 minutes is ostrich.
Okay.
Um, +40 miles. So how fast can people run a mile?
I'll give it to the pit bull.
How's he running? I really don't want to do this forever.
5 or 6 minutes, and it can do 40 miles. So it can run for a lot longer than the ostrich. That'd be 8 miles. And the ostrich runs out, pit bull catches it, it's over.
Yeah.
I feel like we just make the decisions. I feel like if we look up stuff, it's gonna take too long. Might get boring. I don't know. Cobra, whale.
I think the whale's winning.
Yeah, I'll give it to the whale. Tarantula versus polar bear. Polar bear.
Polar bear.
Tarantula's getting fucked up. Guinea pig versus the doe. The doe. Like a female deer. Or the guinea pig.
You know what, the guinea pig? A little
Guinea pig's not winning.
The
I'm
guinea
sorry.
pig's not
dude,
beating
you're
a
a skinny
deer.
motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
A
that
horse?
thing's gonna
A
get kick it in
doe?
the back, try to kick it in the
Okay,
face, bro.
horse or ferret?
Okay, let me get a -15 roll.
No,
on
no.
this.
Dude, a guinea pig's gonna lose. One
Dude,
kick,
it's so
over.
feisty, bro.
Doesn't matter. One kick, it's over.
Thank you for knocking me into it.
1918.
Get out of here. Horse or ferret? Probably horse. 'cause-
Probably a horse,
Alright, well,
yeah.
if you're not gonna say the guinea pig, then the ferret's definitely getting his ass whooped.
Clam or leopard? Leopard.
Yeah, that.
Because there's just leopard can get in the water to find it. Sheep or beetle? Want to see you to the beetle?
No, we're not
No
this
way.
game.
The sheep's eating that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the sheep's gonna chomp that shit like it's grass.
Jellyfish or dolphin? Probably dolphin. It's a bit smarter.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Butterfly.
Well, they get high off
Well-
jellyfish, don't they? Or like some type of.
Can we look up can a jellyfish?
You can look it up.
kill
I don't want
a
to keep
dog?
looking stuff up. It'll slow down the thing, and we can go back.
Honestly, dude, if we're not gonna do this right, like I'm not gonna sit here and just bullshit the.
What do you mean, do it
animals.
right, bro? A jellyfish
Because it
or
matters
a dolphin?
who wins.
The dolphin's gonna win.
But can a jellyfish kill a dolphin?
Okay. I'll look it up.
I'm already at now.
Yeah, but I don't like the way you search it. Something about it. There's no evidence dolphins have died from
Dolphins
eating
eat
jellyfish.
jellyfish. There you go.
Okay. Fair. Rhino or butterfly?
Rhino.
Probably a rhino.
Smush
That
shit
would
out.
be like a cute battle though.
It would be a cute battle.
Alligator or turtle? I'll give it to the alligator. I think it can crush that turtle shell. It's not a
Yeah.
snapping turtle. Do we
Yeah.
agree? Yeah. Lamb or otter? Otter with claws. Lamb would have to kick.
What is a lamb?
Lamb is like
yeah,
looks like a sheep with no fur.
it's slaughtered.
Otter.
Yeah, I'll go with the otter.
Frog or starfish?
Was it slaughter the lambs? Like something like that.
I think the starfish just outlives the frog. How's the frog gonna kill it? It's not a dart frog, not the poisonous one, like a toad or something.
And what was it again?
Frog and starfish. Starfish just outlives it. You disagree?
A normal frog.
A normal frog, right?
I would say
Just
the normal
regular
frog
frog.
goes down.
Yeah.
Starfish.
Yeah.
Set that.
Billy goat and, and giraffe. I'm giving the giraffe. The giraffe swing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
giraffe head swing is no
Yeah.
joke. And a billy goat isn't as serious.
Crab
as
or
that.
calamari.
Not calamari.
You kept that in there?
Calamari is not a fucking
That's
animal.
a
Yes, it
squid.
is. It's a baby squid. It's a calamari. What the fuck do you think a calamari was?
Lily just chopped up squid.
No, it's baby squids. That's why the legs are so little.
Are we sure?
No, that's not why.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
We need to clarify.
Look
We
it
need to.
up.
That's what you do need to look up.
You guys
What?
All right. Hold on.
Yeah, calamari.
I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong.
Calamari.
Pretty sure calamari is just
Man said-
fried squid
man said-
or just like sauteed squid.
Calamari is the Italian word for squid. So I don't know. I guess it's not baby squids, but when you get calamari, those legs are little.
Well, you gotta buy.
I still think the crab.
the crab has a buy. The crab has
The
a
crab
buy.
beat the calamari, dude. It's over.
Wait.
Moose or axolotl? Moose.
Smack down. You got like a treasure chest.
Moose. Yeah.
Moose, yeah.
Armadillo or snake?
Snake.
Armadillo probably eats the snake though, low key.
Like a.
Oh, this is a regular because we got cobras in there and shit.
This is like a garden snake. I think armadillo.
Yeah, just a regular.
Cause they're thick, dude.
But there's also like coral snakes, right? Or like
Yeah, we got like cobra.
like rat snakes.
We'll just count cobra as like the poisonous snake.
Or what about rat snake though? Rat snake probably could eat an armadillo.
I think armadillos eat.
But the shell though, you think you can digest the shell?
Oh, dude, if it was
That's a good idea. That is a good problem.
It's pretty big.
Okay, armadillos eat vertebrates or vertebrates to a lesser extent, including I don't know what a skink is. That sounds like a bad word. Lizards, small frogs, and snakes.
All right, so the
Oh
armadillo.
yeah, armadillo.
If it's part of its diet, then we should
Yeah.
just assume
It's
that.
over. Parakeet.
You know
or
you didn't
giant
add
squid?
a skunk.
What was
on
it?
there.
Parakeet,
Or giant squid.
giant squid,
Giant squid.
instant murder.
Vulture or sea turtle? I'm gonna say sea turtle.
Yeah.
Because vulture has to wait for something to die.
Yeah. And
To
the
eat,
sea turtle's just
so.
chilling. Cow and penguin. Penguin.
Moo.
I'm gonna say cow.
I'm gonna say cow.
Cow
also.
gives it one big, and penguins go flipping.
That's
It's
fair.
over.
all the way back to
But
Madagascar.
a Cody Maverick surfs on
All right,
him.
bat or groundhog? I'm gonna give it to the bat.
I'm gonna give it the back just a flying advantage.
Yeah, and it can see better even though it has no eyes. Just a
Yeah,
sensory.
okay.
Gator or spider? I go gator. Spider
Yeah.
tries to do anything to a gator, goes underwater, spider dead. Cockroach and hawk.
Hawk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. a hawk.
Cockroach getting picked off.
Sponge and fish. Fish. We just nibble at it
Mhm.
until it's dead. Octopus and moth.
Octopus.
We were definitely stretching some of these.
Dude, you know what'd be funny? Like 20 years from now, someone makes or what if we make a video like a animated video and all the battles is like little shorts of the two battling. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Grasshopper, puma. I'm gonna go puma. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chimpanzee, gorilla.
Yes.
Dog and mouse.
Gorilla #1 seed. Hey.
Dog over mouse.
Yeah, dog.
Yes. Cat
Zebra.
mouse would have been
Does the dog
Okay.
get?
Damn, cat mouse would have been a sick battle
Yeah.
right there.
Does the dog get sick from the mouse?
He doesn't have to eat it; just have to kill it.
Does that kill it?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, zebra versus the human who's off the grid.
Okay, wait. We
The
should
human off the
know
grid, definitely.
right before we pick the next ones for the next round. We should know if they ate them. Like just to know
We'll
if
look
they're
back
still
and-
hungry. Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean. Versus just
All right,
kill
bird versus hog.
them. A hog. Ooh, a regular bird.
Regular
Bird's
bird.
going down.
Eventually.
For a
Dude,
hog?
hogs. Dude, hogs
Hog,
like
yeah,
a
hog
serious
wins.
pig.
Okay.
Pigs are smart too.
Yeah, they're
so
smart.
hog-
Oyster versus elephant.
Elephant. That thing's just.
Okay, yeah.
Raccoon.
Stomping the oyster.
Raccoon versus seahorse. So raccoon, I think, just eat it. Probably. Little grubby paws.
Versus
The
a
seahorse
seahorse?
doesn't.
Seahorse is poison.
Seahorse has really no tactical advantage. Like no.
We just. Yeah, I think the raccoon would win.
It just produces a
But
lot.
like, how's the raccoon gonna kill it?
And like imagine like a small. I'm imagining a small grid and it's like cut in half. It's one territory, two.
It's like a
territories.
zoo.
It's not that deep.
Half of it's the tank and half is the fucking.
Got you. Okay.
Killer whale versus rat. Killer whale. The rat
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to swim long.
We got killer whale number 1 seed.
Komodo dragon versus lobster. The
Komodo
Komodo
dragon.
dragon.
Pelican versus bee. Pelican.
Ooh, wait, hold up.
Ooh.
Do you think the Komodo dragon would beat a lobster?
Yeah, we'll just go in there and eat it. Crunch it up. Lobster. I mean, the Komodo dragon.
Dude, Komodo dragon's pretty thick.
Facts.
Yeah, it's not like a
Lobster. It's not like the
soft-skin
lobster
animal.
pinch is like a 1-hit KO.
Yeah,
You
lobster
know what I
pinch
mean?
is like a stun. A human can take a lobster on the hand and be like, ah.
That is true.
The Komodo dragon's gonna be like, the
Yeah. Chomp it up.
Just chomp that guy down.
Pelican or bee? I would say pelican simply because the bird could probably.
Yeah, Pelican's definitely
The
eating
pelican's
the
getting the V
V.
there.
Yeah.
Big ant versus. Oh, I thought it was big ant versus ant. It's big bat versus ant.
Big bat.
That's like the 6-foot bat. Anglerfish versus camel.
Who'd you pick? Polar bear? Polar bear.
Who's winning?
Anglerfish versus camel?
Yeah.
Camel.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't think either one could touch each other. It's just who outlives who.
Yeah.
Yes, because the camel has all the water in its back.
That's true.
And,
Well, in its territory, camel.
It would be in a
and they
desert.
can always have water
Yeah,
because the anglerfish is still
Yeah.
there.
that's true.
So,
15 days.
For a camel,
Yeah.
anglerfish is gonna be hard to find.
yeah. But like, would the fish come up?
3 days for the anglerfish.
Okay,
Oh,
it's
nice.
done. It's
Quick.
out.
Yeah, it's gone.
Anglerfish has been-
Camel wins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shark
Stay
versus
hydrated.
lizard. Shark.
Shark.
Yes.
Panda versus swordfish.
Ooh, man. That is a good
That's a
battle.
tough one.
I'm going to go to swordfish.
If it's in water,
Pandas are pretty big though. Even if it got stuck, like it like rammed it and stuck it with the needle, the panda,
I think it has
would
to-
just eat it. I think panda wins.
yeah, I think panda wins.
Panda wins. We
but
should
he's
roll to
hurt.
see if it gets hurt.
He's hurt.
I think
he's
I
hurt
think
either
it
way.
gets hurt regardless.
I think
'cause
he's hurt either
as soon
way.
as the
Alright,
swordfish
alright.
makes the strike, the panda gets hurt. Centipede, sloth. It's got to be sloth.
Yes.
Sloth would just eat it, right?
Mhm.
A centipede's
Centipede,
not beating a
sloth.
sloth. Like think
Yeah.
about it.
Centipede.
Cheetah or piranha? I think the cheetah wins.
Yeah.
Because the cheetah could just like swing in there, try to like hit it.
Eventually.
Or
If
dip
it
its-
tried to pop out, it
Oh,
could smack it out.
stick its tail in there, let the piranha bite the tail, and then lift the tail out and just
They're smart.
yeah.
Yeah, they're really smart.
Owl versus dart frog. I think the owl win or lose. Oh, actually, they might both die because the owl swoops in, hits the dart frog, kills the dart frog, but the dart frog's poisonous to the touch, and the owl dies. I think they both die.
That might be true.
I don't think either of them come out. Dart frog can't win without getting fucked up. Dart frog's not jumping in like hitting the thing and running. Like no.
Yeah, he's not
Does
Spider Man.
the frog outlive the owl? Because then the owl wouldn't make a move.
No, because if the owl can't like swoop down,
I think it's an instant
No, but
kill.
live longer as in the sense of like without making a move.
I think
Because if the owl knew
if the
that,
owl's just like, oh, I'm not gonna attack.
yeah. And then could the dart frog then get? Probably not because the owl can just fly from tree to tree.
Yeah, or just fly in the air.
Yeah, but not forever.
That's true. Yeah.
Several weeks, so let's just say a month.
Okay. Roughly a month. The owl can probably survive because it can probably eat berries.
True.
That's true.
That is true.
So I'm gonna say the owl, just for the sake of so we don't have like a bye next round.
Oh, 3 days for the dart frog.
I think we let the owl rock.
Yeah, I think they let the owl rocket.
Based off its intelligence that it's not gonna attack this dart.
Wait, that can't be right. Hold on. Oh, a week, but either way.
Because if we're going, they both die instead of the dart frog winning, then I say
Owl wins.
owl.
Rabbit versus flamingo. I say flamingo.
Versus a rabbit.
It's bird rodent. If
Yeah.
You break it
Yeah,
down.
flamingo's
Flamingo.
pretty slick, and it's flexible as hell.
Yeah.
Shit, what did I do? I gotta put the score in there. Unfortunately, flamingo. Okay. Hammerhead versus orangutan.
I think that hammerhead's winning because the second the orangutan touches the water, it's dead.
Yeah. Calvin would argue that the orangutan would just wait and make a tool.
Do orangutans make tools?
Monkeys are starting to make tools now. And
Hmm.
the orangutan was the smartest animal besides Caesar. In not to base this off.
Dude, but Planet of the Apes is history, you say.
Yeah, exactly. Do orangutans
Use tools.
use tools? The tools usually consist of branches, sticks, or other pieces of vegetation. Spend most of the time with their canopy where stones are not available. Therefore, orangutans are considered naive in terms of exposure to the use of stones as tools. But they use sticks. He could throw sticks at it.
What do you, a hammerhead?
But what's a stick
The sharks
to
live in
a
like
hammerhead?
what did we say before? 2 weeks for the shark?
It was 6 weeks.
6
For
weeks.
eating.
So
Yeah.
how long can the orangutan live?
Yeah, because we should base it off once they're about to die of starvation, they're going to try to fight. Right.
Facts. 'Cause they gotta get something to eat.
And if they're close enough, they have to battle, and if the other person, they have to just try to go battle. And if you're not going to win the battle in the water, then if the orangutan has to go to the shark wins. The shark has to go to the orangutan wins.
The argument could be made that the orangutan could fool the shark. Because it's smart. You know what I'm saying? It could dip its tail in, like you said, and
But the orangutan can get berries too.
And that's true.
Can get berries, so it doesn't have to starve.
It doesn't have to eat.
But the shark, there's nothing in there.
animals.
You can't have animals.
Yeah.
It can only be vegetation.
Exactly.
It's
So
wild.
that's why I think the orangutan,
So
The
the
orangutan
orangutan
probably
wins.
would win, yeah.
because it has other life.
Okay, manatee versus boa. I'm gonna give it to the boa. But what's the manatee?
A manatee is like a big, like, water
Think of the
bear.
Pokemon.
What Pokemon?
Manatine.
Manatines. That's a different animal.
No,
though.
think of like...
Oh, it's like.
Oh,
this
isn't
one.
it that,
Yeah,
that
it is.
fat jump?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
fat.
Okay.
Who's
Versus
he
what?
facing?
Versus a boa, but if a boa gets the wrap on it, it's
I
a
don't-
wrap.
I don't... How long is a boa?
Boas can be like I don't even 30
Yeah.
feet.
Look up.
No way, really?
Yeah,
Average
longest boa.
length. If it can get that long, you
If
can
you get 30 feet, then yeah.
Oh, 18 feet is the longest recorded one, but still, that's pretty big.
All right, so let's roll for rap. That's the
Wrap has an 85% chance to hit. For on Pokemon. Facts. Does damage every turn. I don't know. If
I think the
I
boa
think it's a
would
wrap.
win.
I think it's a wrap.
I think the boa would win.
Yeah, because a boa could swallow that joint. 18
Yeah.
foot.
a manatee doesn't seem super like.
Well, look up the size of a manatee. I think you're underestimating the size of a manatee, bud. It's pretty freaking big.
But not 18
But-
feet,
No, it's not 18 feet big.
dude. 18 feet. That
Oh, it's
motherfucker
10 to 10, or 9 to 10 feet.
still can rap once,
Let's just see like
Can
Once.
wrap once.
half the twice. So it's gotta
if
be
it,
neck.
but
It's
also
gotta be neck.
also the manatee is gonna be slippery and slimy.
Yeah.
Might not be able to.
That's what I'm saying. Roll for rap.
What do manatees do?
Straight up, just roll for rap. And there's 85% chance
They're
that she's
vegetarians.
winning.
Oh, they're also known as
No
sea,
rat.
Is also known as sea cows. So if you compare it to a cow of the sea, that's what this thing is. So it's not exactly helping its case.
No rap though. Sliding off.
They also
Slippery.
frequently eat flesh.
I would say that the cobra.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to the manatee now.
Really?
Yeah.
What about the bite? Like, how fast is a bite of a boa?
If it's 18 feet, it's not gonna be crazy fast.
Not bad.
It's either big and it's gonna wrap, or it's slower.
A manatee, I think, might escape this
I
because of
think
its
yeah.
size.
manatee got it. All right, electric eel versus fox. I think electric eel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fox would probably just
Fox
try
would
to
try
eat
to
it like
just
a
eat
snake.
it and
Get electrocuted.
Cat versus prairie dog.
I think the
Cat.
cat's winning.
Yeah, true. Because prairie dog's more like a rodent,
But prairie dogs do have claws.
and they can hide in the holes.
I would still
The
go
cat
with
could get in there probably.
I think the cat's getting messed up, though. I think the cat's definitely getting hurt.
We'll go into the next round. Anaconda versus buck. I think the anaconda. Ooh, the buck though. The horns would pierce through.
It would be hard to get around those horns, and if he can chomp you,
I think even if the anaconda swallowed, well, if he wraps him, it's over.
If you can get wrap him, it's over,
So you
yeah.
want to roll for wrap again?
yeah,
I think if whoever wins, who's rolling for what?
I'm rolling against rap.
No wrap.
No
So
wrap.
buck wins.
Buck wins.
I feel like that one is like gonna be a toss up.
Is the buck poisoned?
Anacondas aren't poisonous.
They're not poison.
No.
That's embarrassing. Kangaroo versus tiger.
That's why it was a question.
Tiger for sure.
You're all good.
Tiger over kangaroo? I think
Tiger,
so.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Not to take out the kangaroo's punch. Water snake versus the human who lives on the grid.
Human.
Yeah. Because that's like people who go to like the lakes and shit.
Uncle Andy battle that.
I missed the question.
Water snake versus human
Water
on
snake.
the grid.
On the grid?
That's like a lake.
My uncle
lake
battled
goer.
a water snake, dude. He was like bleeding all over, but he survived.
Oh, I remember that. Snail versus hippo.
Hippo.
For sure.
Absolutely wrecked it.
Hippo was like, okay, pig,
hippo's good.
Pig versus meerkat. Pig.
Pig. No,
Pigs are
meerkat.
smart.
Pig
Pigs
would
are
eat it.
smart.
But how are they going to kill it?
Either way, they're fighting a hippo in the next round. So.
How's a pig
We're
gonna
not
kill a
looking
cat?
into the next game,
Yeah.
one game at a time. But what is Meerkat gonna do? What is Timon gonna do?
There's Pumbaa.
Pumbaa versus Pumbaa, technically. But no, Pumbaa's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
scratch the
the.
crap out
Yeah,
of
the
it.
warthog.
He's gonna scratch the crap out of that pig.
Yeah, but the
pig
pig's
might
just-
knock it over.
Yeah, the pig's just gonna just running.
What if this pig's fat as hell and he just lays on him?
Yeah, he squishes him.
Cause he's smart. He says, "Fuck you."
We
I'm
say
laying
pig?
on you.
Alright.
Squish you ass.
Roll for squish. I'm rolling for not squish.
All right. We got a 15 over here.
15.
All right. So what's the other roll?
We got squish versus like scratch out the eyes.
Scratch out the eyes.
So Eddie
Okay.
can roll for that.
You want to roll?
No, I was gonna hit you.
Alright, I'm rolling.
I'm doing
two
this.
Scratch,
Yeah,
out.
let's
Scratch out the eyes.
Scratch
Got
out
it,
the
yeah.
Alright,
eyes.
so the meerkat.
Meerkat wins.
survives
Okay.
to be destroyed later.
Yeah. Next round, meerkat versus hippo.
12-6, by the way, on that roll.
The hippo's getting messed up. I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
No, the hippo's going
Hippo's winning.
Hippo's a good pick. That's
Dude,
probably the
that's
last
gonna
number
be in
one
there.
seed for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
tiger versus human on the grid. Tiger.
Is that who you picked? Pick hippo, right?
Yeah, put hippo.
So now we're in the second round.
Yeah, second round.
All right, bet fire.
So
yeah,
Did
tiger
what did the
versus
human
human
fight?
off
He
the
didn't
grid.
get to eat.
Tiger
He
is-
didn't get to eat. So the tiger. What did the tiger fight?
no, the tiger fought the kangaroo.
So the tiger's fed.
Tiger's good.
Tiger wins.
He ate.
Yeah, tiger wins.
Tiger's gonna win. It's a human on the grid. This is like a regular person, like just a regular Joe Smo. He's not beat the
It's
tiger.
like business this, business
Like,
that.
if you're a fighter or you're armed, then maybe. This is the on the grid human. You're not a fighter. You're not armed. Like you're fucked. Cat versus
We
buck.
should have had an arm. We should have had a hunter.
We have the human off the grid.
That's
Okay.
like
Oh,
our
okay, okay.
Anyone you
guy.
can think of that's not the whatever.
All right.
All right, buck versus cat. Go buck.
Buck.
But
Electric eel versus manatee. I think electric eel. They fight in the same ground.
can we look that up?
Yeah, I think we should look that one
That might
up.
be one we can actually see. If there's
That one's tough.
who would you draft?
Yeah.
Who am I starting this week? Manatee or
Electric eel.
yeah.
Eels can shock and kill animals
Yeah.
in surrounding waters.
Okay, yeah. So we'll go eel.
But can it take down a human?
Is manatees susceptible, or do they have like
Yeah.
a fat proof on the electricity? Because they're fat, you know what I'm saying? Do they got thick fat? That's what I'm asking.
Okay, with a alligator with its bite force, I know it's not a manatee. When the jaw locks shut on the electric eel, they get stuck in a shocking stalemate because the jaw gets locked shut on the electrifying eel. The alligator's muscles spasm wildly, and eventually its heart stops. So they both die if it's an alligator. So I think versus a manatee, the eel wins because the manatee's not as strong.
Yeah, it's true. Alright, I'm cool with that.
Okay, flamingo versus orangutan. I'm going orangutan. It's gonna beat the shit out of that bird.
Currently, the largest currently living electric animal is the electric eel.
Orangutan versus flamingo.
Orangutan.
Orangutan.
Yeah, for sure. Cheetah versus owl. Cheetah. Too fast. Owl can't come in.
But the owl moves at night.
Owl had to also wait 2 weeks to kill that dart frog, and the cheetah just fucked up
Oh,
the
that's
piranha.
right.
Yep.
The owl did.
I was
yeah.
dying.
So
But he's
owls-
been eating berries though.
He's
He
been
has
eating-
been eating berries.
What has
So-
the cheetah done?
The cheetah just ate the piranha, so its
Ooh.
tail hurts.
But hasn't eaten.
It ate the piranha.
Ate the
Had a
piranha.
snack. They fight back to back.
But he
But
had to
the
wait.
owl
He had to wait on the owl.
He
Yeah, wait. Okay, is it day or night? All right. Whoever rolls
Even
higher.
odds.
This is
No,
night.
even
This
odds.
is-
Even day.
No, because you got the light dice.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, we're like that.
It's nighttime.
Owl wins then, because cheetah is only for 5 to 6 days without water, or 5 to 6 days without food. So they would have already been dead in the waiting room.
And now
We're not feeding him in the waiting room now.
And when the cheetah
I
decides,
guess we feed them after the battles.
okay,
Yeah.
so when the cheetah decides that it can't live any longer without eating, it has to fight at night.
No, you're not feeding it because this is like in retrospect, it's a large gauntlet.
Facts.
So if
yeah.
they don't get to eat, they don't eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. Yeah.
So right now the cheetah's hungry. It's at his last point. And it's got to go fight this owl in the nighttime. That's what we have
Yeah,
to
but the
look.
cheetah technically wouldn't even survive. But we'll play that it does survive, like the owl had fought before or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, that'll be next time. Panda versus sloth. Panda.
We
So
said
wait,
owl.
We said owl.
Yeah, we said owl.
I don't know about
You
that.
said
You
owl.
said owl.
I thought we all said owl. How
No,
is the
I'm
cheetah
saying
win?
this. The cheetah is at its hungriest point. Now has to fight the owl at night. And we're saying owl is gonna win that.
Yeah.
Well, the argument would be because cheetahs are nocturnal, also, right?
Yeah, but I don't even care. You could fly. Cheetah can, the
Owl swoops in. It's the same thing with the lion and the eagle.
Yeah, but if we have trees, if it's natural habitat, we have trees, right? You fly from this tree to this tree. The cheetah can leap, leap, leap. You fly this tree. Leap, leap, leap. Fly this tree. Leap. This thing is.
I guess it's hunting you. I guess.
Yeah, eventually it's gonna fall, and it's tired. It's hurt. It needs
Yeah.
the food. It's gonna die.
And it didn't
You're
have,
right.
it didn't
Okay,
have a
you're
good
right.
first start. If it had the deer,
Yeah.
then it'd be
then
good.
I would say maybe.
That's fair,
then it
yeah.
doesn't
But
have to
in
eat.
these circumstances,
It's got a
this is what
deer
happens.
chilling.
I can agree with that.
All right, panda versus sloth. Keep in mind the panda just fought the swordfish. I still think it wins.
Versus
Sloth
sloth.
is too slow
It's
and
too
panda's
slow,
too
yeah.
strong.
And he's eating that boy up.
Yeah. Okay, shark versus camel. I think shark when the camel tries to get more water.
Who did the shark face last time?
A lizard.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because the camel tries to get
Yeah,
water.
the camel's gonna go for water, and the shark will bite it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Unless
sneak
we
up-
want to
they'll
go
sneak
like
up
the
on it.
camel just waits.
No.
He goes a month without
Well,
water.
how long can the camel hold his thing? Does the camel have water? What happened with the last time? Where was the camel?
He was fighting,
He fought a water animal.
Yeah.
whatever it was.
So he's good on
Yeah.
water.
He
but I think it's a month. That's what we decided, right? It was a
can
month.
go 15 days without water.
And
How
the
long
shark
can
can
the
go
live without-
6 weeks without eating.
Yeah.
Shark wins.
So shark wins.
Okay. Pelican versus big bat. Big bat. Big bat's like 6 feet. I don't know the name of it, but it's a bat. It's like 6 feet tall. Bat. Big.
Batman.
It's a big bat.
Batman wins.
Alright, I get it.
Versus the pelican.
Yeah, okay, well, I've never seen this 6 foot.
I've never seen
bat,
this
though.
6 foot bat either.
So it needs
But I guess Batman wins.
I guess I'll look it over.
They're actually not aggressive.
But since it's versus a
Here's a
pelican,
picture of one.
Holy snap, that thing's huge.
Yeah. Everyone just Google 6 feet bat if you're watching, and you'll see this bat hanging upside down.
like, this looks like some dude hanging upside down in a car.
It's totally photoshopped.
I don't know.
But
Look,
I
there's a
guess
guy
we have it
standing
in
next
there.
to one. This one's not quite 6 feet, but
Alright, so he'll murk the pelican.
that's a
That's
bat,
fine.
dude.
That's fine. That's
They're
fine.
not aggressive. Look, dude, look at this wiener.
Alright, the pelican's
Got
getting murked.
chode. Alright,
Alright,
that's legit.
Batman wins.
Batman wins. Alright, killer whale, Komodo dragon. I'm gonna say the
Killer whale.
Killer whale.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Has
too
to go
big.
for water.
Yeah. Elephant, raccoon. I'll say the elephant.
Elephant.
Stomp on that motherfucker. Human off the grid versus a hog. Human off the grid.
Off the grid.
Because on the grid, humans will hunt those hogs. Those
Yeah.
people. Yeah. Dog versus gorilla.
But I think the human's hurt.
Wait, where did he fight?
The hog
No, human off the grid fought the zebra. Oh, he hurt after fighting the hog.
hurt after fighting the hog.
If he doesn't get the clean shot where it's rushing him, then yeah, you can get like hit in the leg. All right, gorilla versus dog.
Gorilla.
Gorilla definitely.
Yeah.
Destroys it.
Yeah. Octopus versus the puma. This is hard. I don't know. Octopus, I think.
I think the octopus wins, yeah.
Puma's gonna have
What,
to. Go
what did
after
the
it.
puma eat last time?
Puma ate nothing. Yeah, the grasshopper.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's dead, yep.
Man, starving.
Yeah. Hawk versus fish. Hawk, obviously. That's just,
Yeah.
One day's work.
Yeah,
Easy.
just sweeps in and grabs it.
Easy.
A regular bat versus a gator.
Gator.
I'd say gator lives longer.
Mm-hmm.
Gators in the nighttime too.
I mean, the gator probably could eat the
Those
bat.
eyes
And
at
the
the
bat just
nighttime?
had a battle with a groundhog versus the gator and a spider.
Yeah, the gator's good. And now
Sea
he's
turtle versus cow.
Mm.
This is just a who can live longer.
I think it's a sea turtle, yeah.
Yeah.
sea turtle can probably.
Cow can eat grass and go for
Sea turtle
water.
eats grass.
Yeah, they can.
But
eat-
sea turtle just battled the vulture
Dude.
and the cow battled the penguin. So they're both kind of like.
Just kind of sitting there.
That's really a toss up.
I think they would just
How
live
long do
out their
cows live?
lifespans.
Because the cow could just.
That's we have to roll. On.
They would just live out their lifespans.
Well, no, because the sea turtle. What does the sea turtle eat?
Grass, like seaweed.
Oh, so
Yeah,
which
sea-
lives longer?
It's a sea turtle, yeah.
So, yeah, sea
They would
turtle.
just live, like it would be how long is the lifespan of a cow?
It's not as long as a turtle.
But what is it? So we know when the next battle is.
Well, the cow.
Yeah,
died.
this is the long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
This is important.
Well, dude, by the time it battles anything else, everything else could be dead.
You don't know exactly.
That was a big battle,
That's
dude.
a big battle right there.
15 to 20 years, so let's just say.
Let's say 15,
15
years.
years.
15 years. That cow dies.
That battle took 15 years to commence.
Just watch the cow die.
Wither away.
All right,
Peacefully.
everything else is dead.
Had a great.
Armadillo versus giant squid.
Giant squid.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Dragged it armadillo
Crab
to the depths
versus
of the ocean.
moose.
Moose. I think the moose is just stomping
Yeah,
that crab.
yeah.
Yeah.
Starfish versus giraffe. I think the one
Giraffe.
giraffe takes a bite.
It can dig its head long
They can
enough
grab the
under its
starfish
ear.
and just launch it out the water.
Alligator, otter, definitely alligator.
Alligator.
Yeah.
Dolphin, rhino.
Rhino.
Ooh.
I don't
They
think
really
dolphins are
can't touch
aggressive
each
enough.
other.
The
They-
rhinos. I think the rhino's more aggressive.
Dolphin came off a jellyfish fight. Rhino came off the butterfly battle. If that helps. But dolphin eat jellyfish. That doesn't even matter. All right, let's see. Dolphin lifespan.
But the rhino could go into the shallow water, so they could meet.
That is true, but the dolphin just might avoid it. Dolphin is 55 to 60 years.
Sheesh.
Without eating.
No. They can eat just... Oh.
They're carnivores, I'm pretty sure.
So they had to come fight. They had to come try to get this rhino at some point.
But I think rhinos are omnivores. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I think they do eat grass.
So the rhino wins. He chills and waits for the dolphin to meet
10
him.
days.
But the rhino can eat grass?
10 days is how long a dolphin eats before they eat.
Okay, yeah. So the dolphin's going to pull up on the beach shore trying to...
Yeah, you can eat grass.
So a rhino wins.
It's a battle at the beach.
And the
It
rhino-
actually is an herbivore.
Yeah.
Which is...
So the rhino just
It
chills.
only eats grass. It doesn't.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
not
okay.
So the rhino can literally just
Dude, the
sit
rhino
and
is a
chill.
beast.
Yo, he's a
dude.
beast. Yeah.
Leopard versus... That's like if it was a Pokemon with special ability that eats grass. Like doesn't have to eat meat.
Yeah.
All right, leopard versus sheep. Leopard.
Yep.
Yep.
Open up that sheep.
How did the sheep make it this far?
A dove.
He said, "How did
sheep
the sheep-"
fought the beetle.
Oh, this is still round 2. Okay.
Yeah, doe versus horse. Horse. I think
Horse.
it's just
Yeah.
the dominant. Of that
Just kicks it
kinda-
in the face.
Yeah, whale versus polar bear. It's a regular whale.
Ooh.
It's not the biggest. I'm gonna give it to the polar bear. Polar bear is the most aggressive animal when
Yeah, but-
threatened, and this is a when threatened.
How well
situation.
can polar bears fight in water?
They can swim pretty well.
How well can they fight in water?
Okay.
How long can whales go without eating? Because polar bears don't eat too much, I'm assuming.
They can go pretty long without eating.
Because there's not too much stuff to eat over there.
Like polar bears. I don't know about
Yeah.
the whales.
I mean, you're in the water. Neither one of them. They can swim continuously for days. So if you give them the thing, they can go in the battle in the water.
Yeah, I'll give it to the polar bear. It's gonna be a long fight, but I would give it to the polar bear because you said the whales just have so much HP.
Yeah. Polar bear hunt beluga whales.
Do they really?
So
Okay, so give it to the polar
Yeah,
bear
give
for
it
that
polar
one.
bear.
Well, when we get to the bigger whale, we'll... Or the killer
yeah,
whale.
they hunt whales, and then apparently they strategize.
You playing it?
I'm obviously biased.
Yeah, you
'cause
wanna
I like
meet up?
polar bears.
Well, I
meet
guess
up
it's probably
and
multiple polar bears, not
murder
just
a
one
whale.
polar
Just
bear.
one, but with their strategizing.
Yeah.
You want to
Panther
murder a
versus
beluga
pitbull.
tonight?
Panther versus
Gonna
pitbull.
team
Yeah, panther versus pitbull. I'd say panther.
Panther.
I think the Panthers taking
But it would be
it.
that would be a
But I think the Panthers
Panther's going
hurt.
to take some hits.
Yeah, Panthers
mountain
hurt.
lion versus snapping turtle. If the snapping turtle beat the wolf, I think it takes the mountain lion.
Mountain lion's hurt.
Mountain lion fought a seal. It is.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's gone.
So-
Snapping
he's
turtle
gone.
takes it. Great white versus beluga. Great white.
Great white.
Yep.
Right. Unless there's a killer whale, don't those kill great whites? Wasp versus black bear. That's ironic. Bee versus bear.
If the bear can hit it,
Bear can eat grass and berries.
I think the
It'll
bears.
live longer.
yeah,
Bears
the
got
bear
it.
got it.
Yeah. Orca versus lion. Seems like diet has a huge thing to do
Diet
with who's
does have a
living.
huge thing.
I would say, damn, orca versus lion. Lion has to hunt. Does orca eat meat?
I don't know.
Orcas where they smack you with the tail, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
hunt everything. They even hunt sharks. The moment the lion goes after the orca, it's over.
Yeah,
how
the
long
orca's
can they?
winning.
How long can they survive?
And the
without
lion
eating?
just fought that battle with the eagle and got struck 4 times. So the lion is
Oh
hurt.
yeah.
I'd give it to the orca in this
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
And the orca, all it had to do was crush a monkey. King crab versus porcupine.
King crab.
King crab just grabs it, drags it underwater.
Yep.
Yep.
That guy's vicious.
And then the
Dude.
koala versus the brown bear. The brown bear.
yeah, that
Yeah.
Goes up in
koala's
the
not
tree and
as
gets it.
yeah.
Round 3.
Round 3.
Sweet dude.
Brown bear versus king crab. Brown bear.
Brown bear.
Yeah.
Just feels like the bear eats the seafood.
Okay, and the bear is well fed at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
the
well-
bear-
Has he
very
taken
well
any
fed.
hits? He's
ate
taken
the
any
sa-
hits?
No, the bear ate the koala, the urchin. He ate the urchin and got poisoned. Did he get
No,
poisoned?
he didn't
He
get
He
didn't
didn't
bit.
get
poisoned.
poisoned. So he's good. He went straight through.
Did we do it? Did we roll for poison?
Yeah, he didn't. Originally, the first urchin poisoned whatever was
And we
battling,
missed
but
the
then
No,
we
he
second
missed
missed.
the second one. Yeah.
Orca versus black bear.
I think
The black.
Well,
Wait,
the orca
wait.
ju-
Which bear is souped up? The brown bear.
the brown bear is the one you don't want to get in
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, the black bear. But it had it easy. It just killed the worm and the wasp.
It hasn't eaten anything.
It is hungry.
Yeah, I think
And
the
how long
orca's
was this
winning.
orca battle versus these two?
It's
dudes?
the monkey and the lion.
So it waited for those two guys to get hungry.
Monkey, let's say it was a week when I looked up one of the monkeys, orangutan or whatever.
So a week, and then
So
the
a
lion another probably.
The lion was hungry at that moment, had to battle right away. 'Cause
Yeah.
It just fought the eagle.
Fast.
Oh, it won. It could eat the eagle.
Yeah.
So lion has some time. So lion ate the eagle, hurt, comes into the orca fight.
He probably waited a little bit to regain some stamina. So the battle was probably another week. Give it
2 weeks.
Ooh, right there on the line.
So 3 weeks. So this black bear had to wait 3 weeks for this battle. Or the orca. Wait, did the orca eat? Oh, wait, the lion's already dead.
The bear had to wait.
The bear had to wait. Are we doing wait for battles?
Yes.
Yeah, they have to wait for battles.
So the bear is 3 weeks without food at this point.
So it's beat. The orca's gonna win. And then
No,
it's-
because bears can eat berries and shit
oh yeah.
Yeah.
the whole time. So the bear's
Bear's
fine.
The bear's fine. But the orca can smack the shit out of it with his tail.
How long can a bear live?
How long can an orca live without eating? They say. But it ate. It ate already. It's good too.
But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. The bear.
Dude,
can
these
just,
guys are fucking 50-50, bro. You got the tail smacking orca who's eating
6 months.
6 months, dude. This is a
So
bad.
that means this black bear. No, he eats. He's fine. He's fine. Black bear just waits.
Can an orca eat?
But the orca is eating already too, so who knows how long it takes to digest? That's after the last time it ate. But how long does it take to digest?
Well, it's 6 months. 6 months to go without eating. So if you ate, like, let's just say it's been 7 months total since the start of the fight till what time the orca dies of starvation. Of the odd.
Yeah, but when the orca decides it has to want to come fight, the bear has to decide to come fight.
the bear doesn't have to. He can just wait. He can eat berries. He's fine. It's not like the other animals that they have to, because they don't have a choice.
True.
If we could even go back to the monkey.
I just found something out, y'all.
Well,
An orca and a killer whale are the same thing.
oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Give it to the
hilarious.
bear. Say.
So the bear, where is the killer whale? Is it still in here somewhere?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So whoever said those two options, say,
Oh, it is down there.
it will be etched in stone.
Anyway, it's out. Either way, it would have been
Dude, we
bear.
had a-
It would have been bear.
Hold on, we had a narc in our fucking bracket.
Sorry, I
To
mean,
expose him. Fucking orca.
it would have been bear versus injured lion,
Bear.
Yeah.
and then the lion also had to wait.
The lion's
So-
fucked up regardless.
The lion would have eaten a monkey, but then it would have got fucked up by it. No, it would have eaten the monkey after the eagle. Would have
Where are we at? Hold up.
right here. If we just cancel out, if monkey gets a bye.
Well, then you gotta add another. You gotta add
Let's
another.
go back.
You can't go back if you're not gonna add another animal. You
okay,
can't just give a bye.
Then what's the first animal we think of?
Oh, we've done already so many. Wombat. Sorry.
Well, what we do about the calamari thing? We just gave it. We just gave it the win, right? For the calamari.
Calamari. I just thought it was.
Yeah,
who
we
give
cares?
the win.
Yeah,
Move on.
exactly. Just
Just give the win. We keep
We
going.
move on.
Yeah.
It
so
is
the
what
bear
it is.
wins.
Bear wins.
Okay, great white
Calamari,
versus
oh
great
my
white
God.
versus snapping turtle.
I think snapping turtle wins this.
I don't think so. The great white starts swallowing that snapping turtle.
But the
whole.
snapping turtle can just chill and eat berries. And grass and shit.
Snapping turtles chilling on the water.
Diet, dude.
Diet, bro.
Dude, the snapping turtles are like.
It's gonna
stay
want to
in
go in the water. That's true. So great white.
Yeah.
After it fought the blue, I guess because the snapping turtle did just fight a wolf and mountain lion. Like at some point, your luck runs
He's
up.
going back to the water and he's not
And
safe.
he's safe. Boy, as soon as he gets in that water, the whale eats it, bro.
Can we
Okay.
look up, dude? Can great whites eat turtles real quick?
Or
just
the
to-
shark.
They
Can
definitely can.
Yeah.
They
Can
definitely
a shark
I played-
digest a
I
turtle?
played a game called Man Eater, and you were a great white, and turtles were in your dietary plan when you got
okay.
big enough. So,
Alright.
all right, polar bear versus panther. I'm going to say polar bear because it can fight on both land and water.
Yeah, polar bear.
Yes.
Okay, horse versus leopard. Leopard.
Leopard.
Easy. Dub.
Yeah.
The horse made it pretty far though. Good job. Not really. Didn't have any much competition, but rhino versus alligator. I'm gonna say rhino.
I'm going to say rhino
Because
also.
alligator's main move is like that barrel roll.
And rhino is so heavy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not barrel roll. All right, giraffe versus moose. Giraffe. Swinging at the neck, dude. The moose is like a smaller giraffe with antlers.
The giraffe will get it.
Dude, have you seen the video of the giraffes swinging their necks at each other?
Who's faster, a giraffe or a moose?
Moose are pretty slow, bro.
Dude, giraffe are
Because
fast.
moose have the big antlers.
Yeah.
So they don't move fast. You know what I'm saying?
But, like, if a giraffe hits the antler, bro, he's messing himself up.
But but
No,
if you,
dude, he would bust. Dude, the giraffe's neck is so strong. It would bust through those
look at
antlers.
the PSI.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dude, it is like
A
fucking-
giraffe has enough neck strength, is capable of killing a lion in one blow. A lion, not a mountain lion.
Damn.
A lion. One blow.
I think you're underestimating a moose, bro. Canadian moose, bro, those things are
I
vicious.
mean, those things are big, too.
Look up how many.
Giraffes decapitate lions with their hooves. I mean,
Gotcha.
unless it hits the antlers, dude.
But look at how many PSIs to break a moose antler and do it like that, just like earlier.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, can a moose antler pierce? What animal do you think would be like?
Equivalent to a giraffe? I have no idea.
Yeah,
But it could take out its legs.
I'm just gonna say giraffe skin and just see. If
Well,
someone-
like how much pressure does it take to break antlers?
Yeah, but it's gonna be you can't attribute the pressure of swinging as the pressure to pierce. Like that's not gonna make the same thing. Because yeah, you could break the antler, but it could still pierce in them, right? The pressure of the force isn't gonna equal how thick the skin is.
Well, if he's
I
killing a
think- I
lion,
think
if
it's
he's
safe to
killing a
say-
lion in one blow, if he just destroys the back of the dude's legs,
Okay.
Vice versa, if they
I
think
think
the
we go back
giraffe
to
would
Eddie's.
win.
Who's
if they
faster?
destroyed both legs,
But I think the giraffe would win, but I think the moose is getting
do some
like is
damage.
doing some damage. It's
Giraffe,
getting it.
moose run 35 miles per hour. Giraffes run 37. So giraffe
that's a
catches
pretty.
it.
Giraffes are fast. They're pretty evenly matched.
All right,
I feel
let's
like.
roll.
I'd say
Let's roll to see
roll
if the
for
moose
Pierce.
fucks up the giraffe's legs, because that's a crucial part.
off like a pierce, yeah. But the giraffe is
giraffe
faster.
is faster. It's swinging on him.
It can
Yeah,
run.
but even if he's like, even if he swings, say like he swings and the moose fucking like uses his antlers,
yeah.
fucking
It has to be a
whatever, and
head-to-head
he loses his antlers, but then he just bull charges. the
Well, let's
dude's
roll for
legs.
Pierce first then.
Because the giraffe is fucking flimsy in that scale. If you
Yeah.
take out his
All
legs,
right, so we
big
rolling for
stills.
Pierce.
But I think if the moose gets hit, he's getting knocked back. He's not going to be able
Okay,
to
we roll
charge.
for this. Someone roll for giraffe, someone roll for moose. It's gonna be that first giraffe swing of the neck. If it hits the moose and does not, and just hits it without getting hit by the answer. So the pierce. Does the moose pierce when the giraffe swings?
I'm rolling
Giraffe's
for
faster,
moose.
so it doesn't matter. Giraffe's his first move.
5, 14.
Giraffe.
It does not Pierce. Giraffe wins.
Alright. So no pierce, giraffe moves on.
And I see what you're saying, but I feel like if the giraffe just hits him once, he's not like the giraffe got
It's
him.
over. It can
Yeah.
kill a lion.
Yeah.
And decapitate lions with its hooves,
Yeah.
meaning if it's
I
running.
mean,
and
I
the
was
moose
on
is
the
behind
draft
it.
board from the start, so I was just making sure we do the due diligence.
No, I feel that. But
Giant squid versus sea turtle. Giant squid.
Giant squid.
yeah.
Just swallow it up. Gator versus hawk.
Oh, camera went out.
Is that the other battery?
Yeah.
Did you plug the other one back in?
Mm-hmm. They're gonna last 15 minutes.
I mean, it's better than nothing. Gator versus hawk.
Gator versus hawk, huh? I think the gator's winning.
Yeah, gator, just longevity.
Yeah.
Gator run.
Well, the hawk swoops in, the gator just
Yeah.
opens its mouth. That's it.
True. If it tries to attack. Octopus, gorilla. Gorilla. It's not the giant squid. Just octopus. Gorilla's strong.
No.
Okay, should we do strength?
Yeah. How strong is an octopus?
Okay, lifting 40 times its body weight. They can snap the spines of sharks. So 40 times body weight.
But a gorilla's way thicker than a shark is.
Okay, gorilla can lift over 1,700 pounds of dead weight. So how heavy?
Dang, bro. Imagine lifting up 1,700 pounds.
Are we on octopus?
Oh, the octopus is way lighter than that, I feel like.
Oh yeah, it only weighs 22 pounds. Gorilla wins.
The octopus only weighs 22 pounds?
Yeah, I guess it's so thin.
I mean, but it can hold or pick up more
Does
than...
that angle look right? That's fine. Yeah.
I don't know.
The octopus loses. It's not the giant squid, just an
Yeah.
octopus. Gorilla wins. Human off the grid versus an elephant. Human off the grid just fought the hog. Meanwhile,
I think the elephant wins.
getting elephant charge.
Yeah.
Ryan?
We
Alright.
tried our best.
Killer whale versus big bat.
Killer whale versus big bat?
I'd say killer whale.
Killer whale, yeah.
Eventually. Well, big bat does eat fruits. But if we're being realistic, the moment they go at each other, are we doing that? Killer whale? Or do we give it to the big bat?
Is the big bat aggressive? You said not to humans?
It doesn't. No, it eats fruit. And the killer whale needs fish, right?
Yeah.
So big bat.
I think big bat. Boo.
I know, we didn't want the big bat. But the killer whale was also the orca, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they just got penalized for...
Got kicked out of the tournament.
This one's good. Shark versus panda.
I think the shark's winning.
And the shark just ate a camel, so... But panda could just eat bugs and shit.
Bamboo.
Shark can't touch it. Shark dies after 6 months or 6 weeks.
Yeah, by dietary restrictions, right? Really what it is like...
It's coming down to diet. That's what we're learning.
Diet.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Panda. Owl versus orangutan.
Orangutan.
Somehow this owl... If
The owl eventually has to land and the orangutan can fly through trees like no problem.
Yeah. Definitely orangutan.
You think the orangutan wins?
Yep.
Eventually.
It's-
He
it's
gets to
swatting
eat
them.
berries too.
The owl did just outlive a cheetah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll give it to
the
the
cheetah
orangutan.
can't climb like
And the cheetah was
orangutans
hurt,
can.
right?
Orangutan can just eat the bug. Yeah, I'll give it to orangutan. Eventually, when they fight,
Owls sleep in the day, orangutans
if
sleep
both
at
of them
night.
can live
50-50
without eating
battle.
the other one, then it has to come down to when they fight.
Exactly.
Or if both of them can't live without, it's the one that's gonna always win is the one that can survive
and not
without
have to
having
deal
to
with it.
fight and doesn't have to fight because it's like water.
That's why the
versus land.
matchups are
Yeah.
important because you can eliminate one, but then another thing can get that.
All right,
You know, based
electric
off.
eel versus buck. How do we have buck? Didn't we just do like? Oh, we did moose. I'd say electric eel.
I think the electric eel wins, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna eventually need water.
Yeah, and then it can just zap them. Tiger versus hippo. I say hippo for sure.
Yeah.
Hippo charges, dude. Some serious things.
Yes.
Okay, that was that. Okay, electric eel versus hippo. That one's a tough one.
That we should look up. Can the power of an eel kill a hippo?
I don't think so, because the hippos like to soak in the mud.
Yeah.
And hippos are like really fast.
Do
fast.
leather come from hippos?
Nah, they're from cows.
Cows?
Yeah.
Hippo leather, that'd be ridiculous.
Everybody, I was thinking rhinos little actually, because the rhinos.
They had they
they're
cut off
very
the horns
rigid.
and
Yeah,
stuff
no, they
like
do
that. Yeah.
That's fucked
For
up.
the rhinos poach the horns. It's fucked up for show.
Well, how long? Well, first of all, how long can an eel live without eating?
Well, this is
And what
this
does it
giant
eat?
moray eel that killed a reef shark and ate it whole. So if we go eel in general, it's not a.
Well, what does eel have? What is it's battled so far?
Eel fought the buck, the manatee, and
that's good.
the fox. So it really didn't have any trouble.
So it's pretty good.
And the hippo, I mean, it fought the tiger. That was a battle. Meerkat wasn't, and snail, nothing.
But the hippo's been eaten.
I really don't think the eel's going to win.
I don't think the eel wins either.
I think it goes to the hippo. Because it's the electricity, but I feel like the hippo can just battle through that.
The eel needs meat, right?
Well, but the crocodile also loses to the electric eel when it bites it. But the hippo beats the crocodile. I feel like the hippo just crushes it. At some point in time, it crushes it.
It doesn't even need to bite it, I feel like, yeah.
Just crushes it. All right, panda versus orangutan.
Dude, electric eel meets hippo.
The video?
Yeah.
All right, we can't show it on that video.
Yeah.
Right.
I can hold it.
Just commentate what's going on. Turn the volume off.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Just commentate it.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna Google it to see if I can find.
Alright, so we got the eel pulling up, and it's like a jungle swamp vibe.
Oh shit, those things are bigger than I thought.
So
Yeah,
off the
it's
coast.
pretty
This is kind of a couple of minutes, so let's get into it. Alright, there's the eel. Waiting. Let's see. Where do they battle? Oh, now we're waiting. Now we're stuck in.
Loading. We can come back to the battle as that loads.
Okay, continue on.
Panda versus orangutan.
I'm definitely feeling...
Panda just fought a shark. No, Panda outlived the shark.
I'm definitely feeling orangutan.
Orangutan probably an aggressive, but a panda's still a bear. Panda. I feel like the panda. I don't know.
I don't know, it's tough. But the orangutan could, like, jump from a tree and just, like,
Yeah, the
stab the
video
bear
was
in the
a
back.
trap. There was no
No.
battle.
They're both endangered species.
Of what? What are we talking about right now?
Panda versus. I think it comes down to who can live longer in that one because they don't have to fight each other.
Panda versus.
And I think panda versus orangutan. And I think if they fight, the panda wins because it's a bear versus a monkey at the end of the day.
That is true.
So I think if they have to,
They both
fight-
can eat bears. They have
Yeah,
to
so it
fight
has to be
eventually.
panda. Eventually, it comes down to it. They fight and panda wins,
Who's...
or they outlive each other and the panda hunts the other one. So, who lives longer? It's gonna be the panda.
You think the panda lives longer than the orangutan?
Orangutan can live 35 to 45 years.
I don't think a panda lives that long. I could be wrong, though.
Oh, panda's 20. So is a panda faster? If the panda can't catch him, a panda can climb the tree.
Yeah, but he's not faster in the tree.
So, yeah. So orangutan
Orangutan would outlive it. 20 years.
So we're
It would
doing
be
that.
on the run for 20 years.
So doing-
on the run
20
for 20 years.
So I'm gonna put it 20 to nothing.
So he has a chance against the sea turtle.
Yeah. Elephant versus big bat.
What did we already do? We still have sea turtle in there.
Yeah, he's somewhere. He's up there somewhere.
Okay.
Elephant versus big bat.
Elephant. This is where Big Bat meets his demise.
I think this is where Big Bad
Yeah.
meets his demise, yeah.
Yeah. All right, gator versus gorilla. I'm going with the gorilla. Just pick up that gator.
Yeah.
Gator and alligator. I feel like
Grab his mouth, like King Kong did, and fucking.
Did we do gator and alligator? We did. I meant to do crocodile. So gator is crocodile, but either way, its battles were
His
hawk,
mouth is getting
bat,
snapped.
and spider, so it didn't matter. Okay, giraffe and giant squid. Giraffe. Oh.
What lives longer? Well, I guess what can... Giraffes
Well,
can eat plants,
The giant
right?
squid could probably... It's a giant squid. So probably when the giraffe comes to drink water, has to get water still.
Yeah.
It could... Squid just grab its neck, pull it under.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably giant
And
squid.
Giant Squid has had some good meals, so including another one just right there.
Yeah, giant squid just... Oh, giant squid just ate the sea turtle.
Facts.
That one's gone.
And the squid can live, so it probably
leopard
is
versus
alright.
rhino. I'm gonna go the rhino.
Yep.
If it gets hit with one of those charges, it's
Yeah.
over. Great white versus polar bear. Let's look at the history. Great white fought the snapping turtle and the beluga, so it had a lot of water battles. Polar bear had to fight the whale and the panther. Neither one had to eat.
He's probably tired from fighting that.
This might be where the shark
whale
goes down, or the shark beats him.
I don't think the shark might take it.
Well, if you think about it, shark stays in the water, polar bear hangs out above. Who lives longer?
But not forever.
But they're both gonna. The polar bear's going to try to attack it.
Polar bear's gonna need
It's gonna be
water.
hungry.
Polar bear's gonna get hungry probably faster.
It's gonna
And
need
he's in
water.
the Arctic. It's not like there's berries there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the shark just swallowed a turtle. And
Okay, male bears can live 6 months without eating. He outlives the shark. Shark was 6 weeks.
Yeah.
but he has to drink water. He sips some water and he gets chomped.
That's a roll then.
3 months without water.
Yeah.
Facts.
He outlives him.
Dude, polar bears are crazy.
Saying,
Holy
that's why
crap.
I said it. I mean, I am biased, but at the same time, when we do the research before we pass them off. Brown bear versus black bear.
Brown bear.
Brown bear beat the king crab and the koala. Black bear fought the orca and the wasp. What is it? If it's brown, lay down. If
The
it's-
brown bear is number one right now.
Yeah, brown bear is definitely.
Brown bear's beating black bear.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the difference? Brown is what? Brown, lay down. Black
Don't turn your back.
is white. Good night.
White, good night.
Yeah. Brown bear versus polar
But think
bear.
about what the brown has done. The brown's good.
The brown's been chilling.
Yeah.
The brown's great. It's eating. It's good. It's got all different types of
Living its
nutrients.
best life.
And the black bear had to wait 7 months.
Yeah, the black bear is
before the
good.
orca died.
Yeah.
But then it could eat the orca. Technically. Waits till it dies, goes and eats it.
Yeah, but waiting
If it wanted
7
to, yeah.
waiting 7 months for one thing,
Then eating.
and this
But it
guy
also
Yeah,
has
but-
berries and stuff like that, so it's not
Oh,
like
that's
starving.
true. Yeah, it was fine. So if it's
But
black.
I still think it's the brown bear. Brown bear's
so then the brown bear's in a
Well,
better
what's-
position.
What's I don't know because I don't really know the difference.
brown bears are like super like violent.
Brown bears are more violent.
Yeah. They're not as violent as polar bears, but they're more violent than black bears.
Speaking of next battle, brown bear versus polar bear.
Polar bear.
Well, what is the polar bear? Polar bear had a shark.
Polar bear is the most.
Well, the polar bear didn't even eat the shark. It just let the shark die.
But it could eat it after. We just established that, and it only had to wait 6 weeks. It can last.
How long is it gonna swim all the way down to the bottom of the ocean to go eat that shark?
Shark would float, right? When it dies.
Look that up.
No.
It might
I don't
sink.
know. I don't know. I've never
The
seen
shark
a dead
sinks
shark.
and missed the meal.
Dude, sharks
And the brown bear's eating good. Hey.
float when they die. Oh, when they die naturally, they sink to the seafloor.
So no.
But how deep is the floor?
we didn't
You
just-
said it's like ocean. You said it's
Well, that sounds like
Earth,
a
right?
dome, right?
So it could be.
Okay, so the polar bear didn't eat.
But if we had giant squid, that guy's deep. So
Polar bear didn't eat. That means the black bear didn't eat going into the brown bear fight. But he ate the brown bear.
well, the brown bear won.
Sorry, brown bear.
Yeah.
And brown
What
bear
did
was
the brown
eating
bear
good.
fight?
Oh, brown bear was eating good.
Brown bear's been eating
They
good
eat
the whole
berries.
time.
They can all eat berries.
But he did just fight a bear. Let's not discount that.
Yeah, he's hurt now.
Polar bear just fought a shark. But it waited 6 weeks.
Brown bear's hurt, definitely, from the black bear fight.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like it's polar bear.
Grizzly
but-
bears possess stronger and longer claws and an elongated skull with sharpened long canines that can completely separate the flesh from bone. Versus a polar bear.
Mm. Okay.
Grizzly and polar bears are the most dangerous, but Eurasian brown bears and American black bears have also been known to attack humans. That doesn't really matter to this point, but
I think your argument would be
Okay. Go ahead, actually. Polar bears are bigger.
polar bears are bigger, they're more ferocious. So I think that they would take it over the brown bear just on the fact that the brown bear is hurt.
And if the two were hitting each other with their claws,
Well-
it's likely the brown bear would have the advantage as their claws are more adapted to swiping. If a battle between grizzlies and polar bears turned into a wrestling match, the advantage could swing to the polar bears. If the polar bear gets the brown bear in the water, it's over. Can't swipe underwater. Not that fast. If the advantage is swiping, polar bear takes the other bear into the water and they fight underwater.
they have
wrestle.
stronger and longer claws and a bigger head.
I still think the polar bear wins. You take the
I
brown
think y'all
bear
roll.
underwater,
Y'all roll for it. Your polar bear,
of course.
your brown bear.
6-3.
All right.
Polar bear wins.
Arizona.
Fair enough.
And we still alive. What was your original?
Gorilla.
What was yours?
It's orca or killer whale, technically.
Eddie was the Fed of the.
I had a double agent.
Rhino
working for
or
me.
giant squid? I'm gonna give it to the rhino on this one.
Yeah, I don't see the giant squid pulling a rhino underwater.
Well, the rhino can still eat grass, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So rhino, we'll go rhino. Okay, gorilla or elephant? Elephant is pretty much elephant actually elephant had an easy ride.
How about ape?
Gorilla
Or
had
gorilla.
to fight the gator. The octopus was easy, and the dog. So just the gator.
Yeah.
What did the elephant eat?
Elephant.
Elephant
He's
eats
all
grass.
over.
They ate grass. Gorilla can also eat grass and shit. So
Yeah.
they can eventually fight.
I think the elephant would take the gorilla just off the fact of size.
Can elephants beat gorillas in fights?
Yeah, that's it. That's one we could probably look.
Yeah, we
at
can
later.
actually look that up. Yeah.
See it.
I feel like it's the gorilla. An elephant would win a fight. Gorillas are certainly more powerful and smart animals, but they lack a definite means to kill the elephant. Unless they happen to find it lying down and inflict several bites. A gorilla would simply not stand a chance. But how's the elephant going?
He's charging it.
Well,
Hitting
elephant
with
can
tusks. It
stomp
can hit it
it.
with its nose or what's that thing called?
Choke it
Tusk.
out with its
It's a tusk.
trunk.
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, I love
All
elephants.
right, we'll take the elephant there.
Sorry.
Number one pick goes down.
Alright, orangutan versus hippo. The hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
We're gonna do rhino and gorilla then.
Okay. Hippo versus elephant. I also think the
It
hippo.
was elephant and gorilla, not hippo.
No, elephant,
Yeah,
that's right.
elephant's way different. What do you
Elephant
say?
and hippo.
Elephant and hippo.
Elephant.
I think hippo.
I think it's a hippo.
I don't know. Elephant's just like a walking tank.
Elephant's got a big.
Yeah, but the hippo is also really big. It says the elephant versus hippo. The elephant is gonna win. Assuming they're both grown adult, the elephant is just too big for the hippo to handle.
Yeah, the hippo
You can't bite
because
'em.
the hippo can't shove the elephant over.
You can't bite them. You can't shove them. You can't do
But
anything.
the elephant can still stomp the hippo because it's bigger. It's heavier.
Well, hippo's big too.
Yeah, but the elephant's
yeah, but
stomping that
elephant
hippo.
is double the size.
All right,
Not more. It's like
elephant.
Shaq versus like
One of us.
yeah.
Polar
Exactly.
bear versus rhino.
That's tough. Because I feel like that fight would definitely be held on.
The
land.
rhino can live forever.
The rhino could chill. The polar bear would
Yeah.
have to come to the rhino, and the rhino would probably win.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's no longer in the Arctic. It's gonna be in
Yeah.
a.
It's gonna be on the grass.
And the final number
And
one
the rhino
goes
just
down.
waits for it to charge.
Final number one goes down.
Are we in the final four yet?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I haven't been saying the rounds. That was the final four right there.
Facts. So it's our championship round
So we
right
had
here.
polar bear versus rhino in the final four,
Nice.
and elephant versus hippo. So the first seed, the highest seed was the rhino there. The polar bear was number 2. Out of like what was left, elephant was 3 and hippo was 4. So now in the very last battle, we have a rhino versus an elephant.
Oh man.
I think the rhino is winning.
The rhino could
Rhino
actually
can
get
pierce
this
it. The
because he
rhino
can
can pierce
pierce the knees. And man, I was thinking rhino too, but I went gorilla because I was like, I feel like the gorilla could get him. And it's the rhino.
Our guys fell out succession in rounds. Says mine fell in the third, yours fell out in the fourth, and his
Nice.
fell out in the semis.
Let's see.
Because the elephant could stomp, but also the rhino could pierce. So we could roll.
Because if the rhino hit the elephant in the belly with the horn,
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt a lot.
But the elephant has the trunk. Is the trunk strong enough to like
They're
push
both
the rhino
herbivores.
over?
You know what? Hold on. Who lives longer? That's important.
But it doesn't matter. The rhino can. If the rhino doesn't live as long, he can just go get him. The elephant's not fast. The rhino's faster. So the rhino will be able to catch up. So inevitably they have to battle.
Okay, elephant 60 to 70 years. We'll go high side 70.
How long does the rhino live? Because he
Yeah.
might not even have made it this far.
Then the
Theoretically.
Well, the ones that were the long ones there, that's
They
already
took
out.
each other out.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. And then just kind of like.
So 50 years. So the rhino has to change the elephant. So how fast is the rhino?
I'm assuming that a rhino is faster.
Rhino 34 miles per hour. How fast is an elephant? 25.
Yeah.
So rhino can catch it.
So they got a battle.
So they are fighting.
Is the elephant trunk strong enough to like push a rhino? Like how strong is that
Elephant's
elephant?
stronger than a rhino.
I think the elephant's stronger.
It's
than
like,
the
no,
rhino.
but if the horn.
Like yeah, but if the where you push them off. Okay,
How
so,
deep? How long is the average rhino or the male rhino horn, right? And then, how deep is the heart of an elephant in its body?
There you go.
Oh, I just found something. It says rhinos are quite commonly killed by elephants. So it's because just as elephants and lions have
Okay,
some
so let's roll.
animosity, so do elephants and rhinos. It may have to do with competition for food.
Facts.
Because they are eating the same shit.
Okay, so let's roll.
They're gonna pull up on each other.
Give Rhino a minus and see if Rhino gets a stab. Wait, let's look up last fact. Can the Rhino? How long is the horn versus the heart puncture in an elephant? Like how deep is the heart?
In an elephant.
Okay, how?
Because if it can puncture the heart, then it can win. Game over if it gets it.
Rhino horn. 20 and 100 centimeters, so 80 to 39 inches. So we'll go 39 inches. So we'll go 3 feet. Right?
Solid.
Where
And close, like
is in
heart to skin,
heart?
some shit like that.
Between its breastbone and its ribs. So it's probably about the same in the center. It could probably puncture
Probably
it.
could puncture it.
All right, so let's roll. So what's the minus for the elephant being stronger,
Can,
and that the rhino would need a good hit?
Probably 5.
-5.
Can the rhino puncture an elephant heart? Potentially hurt the elephant with its horn. Which is a yes.
Could also take out his kneecaps and shit.
Will it be able to? Doubtful. For reference, we're going to use the southern square-lipped rhinoceros for comparison. It is the largest rhinoceros in the world, most common in Africa. Okay, elephant has the height, aggression, range, weaponry, and weight advantage. They're even in protection, and the rhino's advantage is maneuverability and speed. So you trade maneuverability and speed for height, range, weight, weaponry, and aggression. So
could the rhino get behind it and take its legs out?
technically it can't outspeed it, and it could butcher its
Is he
leg.
going to be able to strategize that? The rhino's smart enough to do that.
But the elephant is smarter. So the elephant might know that and might keep its body square because it's easier to turn than it is for something to run all the way around you. And it could run and try to get a side thing, but the elephant could predict that.
So I say we roll it, and you just minus the rhino roll.
I think it's probably like a -7 on a rhino after hearing
-7.
Well, if you go based on the elephant has height, aggression, range, weaponry, and weight, the rhino has speed and maneuverability. They are even in protection. So you could say that the elephant has 3 better things. So you could go 3, but how?
But we also said the horn can't really fully doesn't seem like it can do a one-hit KO. So 4.
Yeah.
that. Has to hit it right in
And
the
it seems
heart.
like we're just going for the legs. At
And
this
the
point.
elephant also does have tusk as defense.
Yeah, so that's.
I think it's the elephant. I think the
I
elephant.
feel like it
wins.
is. We can do the roll,
We'll do
but
7. You said 7.
Alright.
So I'm rolling for the rhino -7. I got a 9, which is a 2. 4-2. Elephant wins.
I have been rolling like shit all night, for the record.
So elephant wins.
But
it all.
elephant wins.
An elephant is the toughest animal.
After so many odd years.
And can survive the most, which kind of makes sense because it kind of feels like that bigger animal. It can eat many things.
Even though we started off, if it's equal playing field, we played everything on equal playing field. They all had their own environment. Because if it was all water or all land, you would have
it
just
would have been
eliminated
different.
a lot
The
of it.
giant
like that.
squid probably would
But
be
after
the
all,
winner.
it came down to massive land animals were the best ones at the end. It was
Yeah.
bears,
And
rhinos,
diet.
elephants, diet, which also was massive land animals.
Like herbivores were. But I'm saying
The
lions
the-
are big, right?
The
But they
giant
didn't do
squid
well
was really
because they were
good.
carnivores.
What did the giant squid lose to?
The giant squid was the last water creature alive, and that lost. Oh no, it got all messed up. That lost to the rhino.
Yeah, because the rhino could eat grass and had to.
And that was in the Elite 8. Everything in the Elite 8 was a giant land animal except for the giant squid.
But it's still a giant animal.
Even the 16, you have the great white, giant
Makes sense.
squid, the gator, which you could argue is kind
Yeah.
of both, the big bat, which I don't know how that even made it there.
It's just unfortunate.
Timing.
The electric eel. Everything else was...
Electric eel's pretty.
Most
good.
of its giant land animals are the ones that kind of took the cake here.
Facts. Well, the elephant. That's cool. I like
so,
that.
yeah. Elephant.
That was a good.
Nice little bracket.
That was a big segue.
Huge. It was half the entire time we've been recording has been talking about this.
Facts. Well, I guess it's time for our last
That's
question
kinda
then, right?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, mine is just how does progression, the word progression. I feel like this might be like a chapter where like in 25 podcasts I bring it back up and we see like where we progress from there. But just what does progression mean to you currently in life? What is the word progression? What do you?
You know what? I always say progress over perfection, and I would define that as progression.
Hell yeah.
Period.
I think I'm gonna take a more personal.
You don't think that was personal?
No. Just like
I'll show you.
He's like, just
You
one
wanna get
sentence,
personal?
dropped it, mic drop, and the podcast. That's what I felt like with you
We
right
lost the
there.
camera at some point.
Oh, we lost.
It just I saw it flash out.
Just
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. We'll finish.
But I feel like for me,
You want to put it on?
I feel like we should use the last little whatever juice we use, but Ed, you continue.
I feel like for me, progress is just like breaking down what you need to do in the steps
Wait.
and how to achieve those steps.
Did Ryan say progress?
It said progression.
Progression. Well, I feel like that goes hand in hand.
Progression would be like the verb of progress.
Yeah,
Even though progress sounds like a verb. But progression. Go ahead.
but like I mean, just like being able to break stuff down into little steps so you can actually make that progression, right? And that's what I feel like I need to do with myself right now is break stuff down, really look at the big picture, but then also look at the minute details and how do we get that big picture, right?
True.
So I feel like that's what progression is for me right now. How like what are those minute details that will lead me to be able to achieve this?
Time put into work. And I this is one thing I say, like I told somebody, I don't know, I try to tell people this where I feel like they need some sort of motivation. I tell them, do something now you'll be proud of in a week. Like not some shit that a year from now or like that you want to tell your kids about, like fuck that, it's too long. But in a week from now, do some shit today that in a week from now you'll look at it and be like, oh, that shit was dope. Like when you record a song and you can look back at it later and be like, that shit was dope. Or whatever, even if it's playing a video game and you enjoy it, if you look back at it a week and be like, oh, I did all this and I'm happy with that, then it's worth doing. Like fuck what anybody else thinks. But if you're gonna look back at it in a week and be happy with it, then it's worth doing. So when you're breaking down those minor details, if it's not in a week from now, if you don't think you'll be proud of it, then that's something just to say, whatever, throw it out the window.
Facts.
And then break it down. What can you do today that you'll be proud of in a week? Like this, we can look back at this in a week and be like, oh, this is dope.
Facts. When we come back here and talk again.
Exactly. So,
Facts.
yeah,
Word.
I think that's it.
How about you, Ryan?
Honestly, at this current moment, is the fact that we're actually doing this right now.
Yeah.
This is something that has been like over a year of manifesting, idea, process, creating the space, environment, getting it happen. Even yesterday, trying to do it yesterday, and the shit just didn't work.
Yeah.
And then now we do it today. It's just like
That's good.
going through roadblocks and just progression and persistence. And just keep trying things, keep doing things, and eventually manifest what you want, and then it'll happen. And I'm happy to have this right here. I'm happy to have this set up.
It feels so legit too.
Yeah, it feels
Yeah,
great.
it's definitely
Felt
legit.
natural.
I love the table being like kind of slid out.
I don't think they can see that on
No.
there, but yeah, the table's a little slid out.
It's cool.
Yeah, just I think this is just proof of progression.
Yeah. That's one thing I think about is like there's like big goals, like you said, like the big picture. And like sometimes I focus on all the big goals, and the big goals you don't see the accomplishment really until like years later, and then by the time you get it, you don't even really realize it because like you're on to some next shit. But it's the small shit along the way that keeps you like sane. Where it's like you think about that, like now we're doing the podcast, but before this year started, I was like, yo, by like the end of January, we should be doing one every week.
Yeah.
And now it's August 24th.
But at the same time, we moved. It was just so many things that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on.
It makes sense why. But it still took like, and even to get to the space where we had the space to do it.
Yeah.
And things like that. It's definitely.
And the roof feels good.
Yeah.
Really good. That's like closed off, like it's its own thing now. which is nice.
I think, yeah, man, I'm happy with it. I feel great. Even when we took an intermission, we were still working.
Yeah.
So just like keep whatever you want to figure out, whatever you want to do, do that and try to align yourself. And we talked earlier about Calvin and his job. He doesn't feel like he's working right now. He's in something that he's aligned with, and he feels good about it.
That's
And
crazy.
it's less.
Oh
and
shit!
then,
You made that coffee?
Yeah, it's sitting over there. I told you to put cream and sugar in it.
Oh shit! I
Sorry.
didn't know.
But I don't know. We got anything else to say? Progression and persistence. I think I'm gonna bring up progression like once every while.
Yeah, that's a good
Be
idea.
like,
I wonder what
Where
the next,
how we even this podcast.
the next
progress.
one's gonna be way different. I didn't know that.
Definitely.
Once we
100%.
get everybody on it.
Yeah, I mean this.
Then
one,
we should start having like guests.
Yeah, I want to. I want to have
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I already have a couple. I already talked to him, and
We should do like little like podcast things. It's like Ryan's corner, and then it's like just Ryan and one other person, and Ryan is like the person who like interviews that person or some shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then we have like stuff like that.
I would segment. I would say each one is Ocean Waves.
Yeah, Alfred Ways, but it'd be like Ryan's
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Definitely.
whatever. We named the episode based on what happened or what it was.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think everything happened pretty naturally. It was good.
Yeah,
I feel good, and
definitely.
yeah, I just feel like there's been so much.
We just talked about animals fighting for.
I know.
An hour and a half.
That was
Man,
Calvin's.
I know.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
we
it
talked
was
about
you. You were
the.
like, oh, let's do the 100 fucking.
Yeah, the bracket. Cause like we're not finna not do that if it's gonna be like a debate about what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Well, we set the stage, at least,
yeah.
and I think the next podcast will be even better than this one.
Got the dub.
yeah,
Probably can't see.
I don't know. I just think that
Got an elephant on me.
it's just you put your mind to something, and then eventually it happens. You just keep
Facts.
working at it, and and I'm excited to see where this progresses from here on out.
Yeah.
You know?
And this one's gonna be easy to edit because there's not gonna be a 20 million camera angles.
Yeah, it's just one. So
The vocals are just all over the place, and I'm looking at them, but it's alright. Like I found the pocket now, like all the vocals.
yeah,
Towards,
and that's why I think like even that, when we get to episode 100, how is the room look? What's the technical things like?
Yeah.
How smooth is everything? Even
Yeah, I
this
can-
one, and that's why I think having even if we do the intro from yesterday and we put it at the end of this one and things like that, I think this will be good to just show people how pure it is. That this shit didn't work yesterday. We had to
Yeah.
figure it out. We didn't get to do what we wanted.
I'm about to
and
wrap
it's,
a scarf
you
on
know,
my mic, make it more personal.
pieced up. You know what I'm saying?
Like one of the ones I don't wear.
See how it all unfolds, but
Yeah.
by showing people the real, it's not like a big nice studio and nothing goes wrong. It's like shit fucking doesn't work. Shit sucks sometimes. You're almost there and there's you gotta climb a wall.
Yeah.
But then you climb it, then you get to do it, and you see what it is, and then it's all up from there. Beautiful.
Looks beautiful. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's the end of Ocean Waves podcast episode 1.
Stream Oceans on Arrival music on any platform.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
I'm Jason Guru
Dwayne the Kin.
Indigo Ryan the Navigator.
and Bino over there. He's not
Zealot
Yeah.
left.
He's out.
Yeah, but he'll
That's
be in
cool.
number 2.
All right.
So
Peace,
peace,
everyone.
love. Out. We're all gonna sit down for that.
Quick sign off.
Well, figured it out. We're here now. We found the keys. Took long enough. Wasn't my fault this time. Wasn't Bree's fault. Wasn't one of the flowers this time. That was nice. That was a nice change of pace.
Yeah, it was that he's
Poop hands.
poop.
Mr. Poopy
That cost
Butthole.
the keys to go missing.
That's
So now
probably
Calvin's
trademark.
got some poop keys.
keys. Do we think
Definitely echoey, but probably if we had the blankets up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if we have the blankets up,
we'd be chilling?
Yeah.
Because it
if
really
we
wasn't
had
that bad
this
earlier.
from the beginning, we would
Yeah.
have set it our levels and we would have fucking.
Gone.
Gone right
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
But
Step
now we
right
know.
into
Now we
it.
know. So now we know it was.
But I'm
what
pissed
was
because we
now-
didn't get to start today.
What was now yesterday was a setup day. Like I mentioned
Now it's
earlier.
23. What are you doing tomorrow?
That's what I was just about to say.
Because now it's the 23rd and it officially started working on the 23rd.
That's what I was about to
True.
say. That's what I was about to
Starting
say.
it
So
tonight, if you guys are willing to come tomorrow night at whatever time, Or
I have to go
evening.
to Atlanta on Thursday.
So
Morning.
what time
But
are
whatever.
you free
So-
tomorrow?
I don't
Tomorrow
work.
evening,
Yeah. So
in
like
theory, I should be good.
7.
But that's more of a sell
8.
for Bree.
Well,
But I will say,
Well, Bree was already saying that she was willing to come here yesterday.
but now
With
today
this.
happened. Yeah.
but if you articulate what happened
yes,
and why, and now it is, and give her the same thing 23rd, you know, hopefully she'll come around and say yes. But anyway,
all I'm gonna throw out there is any consideration towards sweetening the pot of this not argument nor debate, but just the sell we're going on, because that's really what it is. It's a sell. We got to sell her on it because she's already a little upset. Customer service for tonight didn't go great. It's freaking 1:26 and I'm not home yet. My cutoff was home by 1. So
whoops. I'm seeing different wavelengths right now, and that's making me happy.
yeah, that's fire. That's fire. So
100%.
Yes, sir.
But
think-
honestly, because I really feel like just talking. So, but if you're going to say that you can at least try to get here tomorrow evening
yeah.
for us 4 to record this podcast, then I'm down to wait. But if not,
I'm gonna try.
okay,
I'm saying-
okay, I'm going to tell you this. Tomorrow,
I'm gonna be here.
tomorrow evening, podcast 1 is commencing because I can't wait any longer.
Wow.
And this is the prelude.
Hey.
Even
If
if
I'm
you
not
don't make it
here-
on podcast 1,
Yeah.
this is going to go in it.
if I'm not here,
Facts.
then
At some point, this is gonna be.
I
Maybe
should have been here.
Probably an outro to the intro.
if
You know.
I'm not here, then I should have been here.
Yeah.
If I am here, then
I think you just need to be able to sell it yourself to Bree to be like, this is important. It's the
yes,
first one,
yes,
and I'll make
I'm
it up
just-
to you
I'm
in
just
the
throwing
coming
out-
days when I know I'm not
I'm
gonna
just
see your
throwing
ass
out-
for however long.
Do you know how much better that conversation is gonna be if it's also followed up with plus Ryan said he da 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 or like I'm gonna do what I
Well-
can. I just need a little bit of assistance
I
on
don't
sweetening the deal.
Plus-
what gets her here? What makes
Well,
her
tell her
happy
this.
about
Tell
coming?
her tomorrow in the morning when you have this conversation, or tonight, whatever.
Plus, she can have a margarita.
No.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
even gonna say anything. You just tell her that she needs to just put her demands in the group chat. Whatever she thinks is worth it and demanding of us to be able to get this done, us 4 to be able to do the first one,
Yeah.
then I would just do that. You got to offer her whatever you can
Yeah,
offer her
I
first.
know.
And I'll come through with the back end. But I'm not presenting a first option.
And
No,
I can
no, of
always,
course not,
I
of
can
course not.
always lay down the guilt trip a little bit, make her feel like she has to do it.
My mind is that this is the first one, and technically we don't have to wait. But just being that we made it, we did
Yup.
everything we could to do it today
Yup.
or yesterday, and
Yeah.
now it's the 23rd. And you know what? Let's count that.
See, that's what I was saying,
All right,
though.
with
Yes,
that, signing off, right?
Yes,
Hold
it
on,
is.
hold on, let's-
Oh, you got something
let's-
else?
So
8 plus 5 is 13 plus 2023 7. Damn, so that's a 20. So 9. Yesterday was the beginning one, which
But
technically
that
when
was
it
set up.
started. When
Yeah,
it
that was
started.
set up.
So that's
That
a
was
1.
set up.
So 2.
so
But still, which is the second one, makes sense.
What-
Either way.
what I want to sign off with is the simple fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. Of yes, there's a chance, theoretically, I might not be here, but Jason's not here now. So I was still on it before Jason.
But technically, it's gonna be the outro if we do.
I mean,
to the
yes,
intro.
yes, but it's being recorded. You already said like times and dates, and so it's being recorded. We have it on recording. That as of today, I was not a person. If we don't end up doing it today, then I wasn't. But
And dude, you gotta make sure you're here, dude.
You gotta
Yeah.
be here.
I know.
I just think like it's because one, I think it's even the idea that I said earlier when I was like, sometimes you have to sacrifice things.
Yeah.
And then to you, I was saying we can't keep pushing things off any longer, right? And by even just because there is no reason why we have to do it tomorrow, except for the one reason is we have to.
Yeah,
do it
it
tomorrow.
should get done. It should be
Or
done
today,
tomorrow. Yeah,
you know what I'm
today.
saying?
Yeah.
And then from then,
Well,
this
then, yeah, it should
idea
be
by
done
doing this, it's like
tomorrow.
okay, now we can start practicing. Okay, if I need to do this, what can I give you later, or what can we trade in this moment for this to be able to happen? Because eventually, once things grow and grow and grow, and then we got to go do a show over here or whatever. There might be something kids get. Who knows what's going on, So we have to be able to set the foundation as we're still building it right now. Where it's like this, it's not that family is more or less important than anything we're doing, but when we are doing things, the only way for us to get out of what we're doing and where we are is to do these things. So we have to be able to set aside the time, and we already are so blocked up where it's like you're working this schedule, I'm working the schedule, and then we got kids, we got school, we got things that there's so many already blocks that we have to just be like, okay, which blocks can I remove, and then where can I trim down the speed bumps where I'm going? I don't have to slow down so many times, So I think that in this moment, this is like a
turning point.
Yeah, where it's like we have to find the balance.
You said it yesterday, or you said it yourself. Yesterday was the start.
Yeah, exactly, and it was the start, and then I just feel like because then if we delay one, then we'll never get to two. Yeah. And blah blah blah, and I'm not saying.
And that's why
it was the same thing with the reaction video that we were taking for the confessionals. We got like halfway through it, and we haven't even touched it since.
Exactly. Yeah. But I just think even when I said
I did call that.
What
did
I say
so
earlier about allocating? That's one of those things that like at this point we were all there, and we watched a lot of the stuff. And if we go back, I'm sure it'll be funny. But someone has to take the initiative to be like, I want to put this together. And that simple thing is you go in there, you look at all the videos, and you say, okay, this is the first day, and you put all the first day videos together. And you go, this is the second day, you put all the second day videos. And then from there, you go and you edit, which is why if we had two computers, you know what I'm saying? Because then not everyone is a part, but then when one of us gets to be surprised with what it turns out to be. So it's like, inevitably, we could have a music video running there, the animated show running over there, and then we got our personal video collection running over here. And everyone just has to take the steps to do it, because I spent weeks trying to get this, and then doing at one point in time the studio and all this stuff. So, and then eventually it's like I can only do so much. But then on the other flip is like I got this stuff. I thought of like how we could do it, and things like that. So it's like I'm building the nest in that sense. And that's why I want to get the other computer, and I want to get these things. But then, like I said earlier, it has to be where people figure out what they want to do, and then how much time can I spend. Like I know you've done a lot of things where you're like, I got my music on my phone here, and then I'm working on this, and you guys were animated ideas, and things like that. So you're building on these little things. But then eventually it's like, which ones do you really want to enact on? And which ones do you need a team to enact on? Like, I can personally probably do the YouTube idea. But if it was for me only, I would have just kept it to myself. And I would have just done it and shown you. But I put it out loud because everyone needs to be involved in certain ways for it to get done.
And this is why I keep talking about how, like, after this move, having a blatant place for visuals is huge. Yeah. Because like we have this setup, we have setups. Yeah. But just in terms of like, all right, we need Jason waiting who knows how long to drop a song just because we don't have a picture for it. So if we have a place of backdrops,
and I definitely think that
numerous content,
100%. Yeah. And that's why I was like, okay, another house will present these other spaces do we not have, and then what do we do? And then I was telling him in the studio, like, my vision is we have two computers, we got 2 iPads going, and it doesn't matter what we're doing, and all of us are doing something at the moment. Whether we're all writing to the song, or someone's mixing a song, and someone's doing a video, and someone's drawing for the next video or merchandise, and we're drawing these ideas out, and that's just where we kind of need to get, where it's like, if you're gonna be the drawer, you gotta start drawing. And if you're going to be the video editor, start editing some videos. I'll probably end up doing more video editing too, because I did the fantasy football one. It took me like a 2-hour thing, but I did it. It's not bad. Just based off little iMovie what I could do. So it was like, I'll probably end up doing that. But my main ones I want to do first are going to be like music videos, and then the animated one, versus us going away. You know what I mean? Because I think that's good and important, but also like right now I feel like we're lacking on the music video sense. And then when these things, like editing these things and getting these out, like I think anything that relates to the music and podcast is most important.
Sound editing, like that's one thing that I was telling. Me and him were kind of talking about this.
Y'all all keep saying you, him, but they have no idea who I am.
But
so
that's why it's
Eddie.
Yeah, but that's perfect. Well, that's why it's the pre. That's why it's the pre.
It's because I literally just had the thought process too. Me and Ryan are sitting here like having a conversation, and I keep looking at you, waiting on your mic to light up, and it's just not.
That's because I'm enjoying what y'all are talking
exactly.
about.
And that's why. But
so when I say him, context clues is there. But regardless, I'm saying
like,
this to say
in the first video when it fades out of the first one, we'll bring in a backdrop, whatever we want, whether it's like a picture of us three, right, and we'll just talk. And then we didn't say you, but then in time, based on how we move, if someone studied all of us and everything we did, you would be able to figure out who I was talking to in that moment.
Yeah, definitely
based off knowing them.
Because theoretically we didn't even introduce ourselves,
which is why when we do have the video up and the stuff, we can be more direct like that. Like if you're trying to talk to someone, be like Calvin, like, well, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we can do that. But I think I like the anonymity.
Going back to how all of this started.
Exactly. Anonymity. What is it called? Anonymity, whatever.
But
anonymity.
I was talking about how
anemones
through like you mentioned too, the music I've done on my phone, having to be so nitpicky and particular about that just to get it to reach a certain level. Like when it comes to like I'm a coder. When looking at code all day is nothing for me. Sitting there looking at sound waves all day is nothing for me. So editing things like this, like I'm there for it.
Yeah.
So just sit there listening to it and be like, oh, this needs da da da. They said redacted at da 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 da. Whatever.
And then even after, once we do them, we have to sit and run through them for different clips for all the Instagram and stuff where it's like shorts that was good, but we need to put that out in a little clip, because a lot of times for Joe Rogan it'll be a clip like dude's talking about UFOs or it's like this person's talking about, and I'm like, oh shit, that's cool, and I go and I'm like, instead of me trying to figure out everything in this clip, I'm gonna just go watch the whole podcast. And that's how I get a lot of the Joe Rogan podcasts I listen to that are not people that I'm like, oh, I really wanted to see what he's saying, and people that I have no idea who they are, that gets me in because Instagram's algorithm shows me something of a clip that I liked, I would like or something. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go, which is a good part of Instagram, where it's like the algorithm, where it's like going to show you things that you might like, but then it's targeted, so it's not always good. But
y'all are not about to get me in.
I was wondering how long we'll go.
This up. We're gonna
all right,
I tried to wrap it earlier, and
I know.
Currently, we're at 9. We're at 458 bars into this podcast.
Got a better minute.
So, but yeah, and that's how this is good. It's fluid.
Yeah.
It'll be good. We'll pick up on those little things.
Less echo.
We have the camera. You can like point, right? So you know, we'll get the echoes in.
Corner shelf.
Yeah, we'll lock it. We'll lock all those things down.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, it's like all the players,
it's here now.
All the positions need to be filled in order for the team to run.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like everyone has to figure out if they're the receiver and they're running back, or they're playing offense and defense. We all got to figure out.
I feel like we need to lay out what exactly the positions are, though, too. Because I know you're saying, like, you got somebody that's doing recording, you got somebody that's I know you just listed out some examples.
Well, that's also the thing, because if you look at the grand scale, we need something for everything.
Yeah.
So, but now it's about what positions am I? And there might be one that's not even mentioned. Like, I'm going to do this. And I was like, shit, I don't even think about that. All right, bet. That's all you. Facts. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll see y'all episode 1.
Oh, will we though?
We'll find out. And he's also my ride home, so I got to go also.
This is officially the prequel to the Ocean Wave podcast.
Episode 0.5.
And will also be the outro to the first podcast.
It is episode 0.5. If you haven't checked out episode 0, check it out.
Check it out. I wasn't in episode 0, so will I be in episode 1? We'll find out. Technically, I wasn't in the first full like everybody Ocean song either.
Yeah, I think
Was
I'm just
that
gonna
me?
cut everyone's vocals except mine. All right, bye guys.
Bye.